Based.
After Dark. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Based After Dark, episode 30, with me, Hamzy IRL, Ignoble Solid, Prison Joe, T Papa Slice, Zoe Pancakes, and our prestigious guest, a cold one.
Woo!
This is where I say hello and introduce myself as the guy who does services for all of you.
Whoa, jeez.
You ain't never done a service for me.
You ain't done shit for me, bro.
Everybody except Ignoble, of course,
That
because
was one of the
Ignoble,
topics.
he's a master combat man. He's big guy.
I know what to do.
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, actually, I do need services. I'm like a couple levels from maxing, and I'm not gonna lie, I do not want to do 1 million or 2 million agility XP. So if you have any coupon codes, please send them my way.
I mean, I know a plugin that you could use. It's just one click.
Is that
If
on
you're
Moonlight?
interested, yes. Parentheses no.
Oh, cool. Let's try it out.
Ignoble, how close are you to maxing, actually? Are you close?
I'm actually close. I'm 2270.
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm actually almost there.
What,
Oh.
7, right? Yeah, 7 levels.
Yeah, 7 levels up.
What do you have left?
I've got like 1 level in everything except for agility, which I'm like 97. So I got like 2 mil XP on that. Yeah, I'm trying to
Do
join
you
the
do
max kids
rooftops
club.
during the cast or no?
Yeah, I'm running already laps during the cast, so good luck.
You'll get
Enjoy
there
that.
soon, King. I believe in you.
Thanks, babe.
You are very close.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys
I'll
done
say,
any
like-
Christmas festivities yet?
Yeah, we did a Secret Santa recently. Me and like Mammal Squad a couple days ago. 20 of us all opened up gifts and shit.
Oh shit.
What'd you get?
Mammal Squad?
Yeah. It's like
So-
him, Beaver, View, Try, Staples, like a whole, like, there's too many people to like list off. I'm not gonna yabber everyone's ears. But like everyone sent out gifts to each other. A bunch of us got cookies from someone. And I ended up getting an ugly Christmas sweater that was supposed to have Leo on it, but it had 3 other cats because of a misorder, so now it's just a funny joke between all of us.
Are the cats cute at least?
Yeah, the cats are cute and all, but it's like the best
not the
cat mom
cat.
ever. Just ask 3 cats' names that I don't even know, and it's calling me a cat mom. So I mean, it's not wrong,
Wow.
but
Oh my god.
I mean, Leo ain't on it, so it's a bit wrong.
That's
So
honestly
you
awesome.
you did 2 Secret Santas because you did the base one as well, right?
Yeah, but that one ain't happened until Christmas Day when we open them all.
Yep.
But we did this
Most
one a
people,
couple
a
days
lot of
ago.
people have already opened theirs. That's all I was gonna ask you guys. Has anybody opened theirs yet?
I
Dude,
haven't
mine
gotten
are
mine
literally,
yet.
I shit you not, still sitting like on my dresser right now, like still closed up. I was like,
You
that's
can
like, when
open
we
it whenever
do
you
Christmas
want. You just
Day.
have to like just record yourself being like, "Oh my god, it's Christmas Day," even though it's not. You can lie,
actually.
okay? You can do that.
Lying
Yeah,
is
I
based,
don't
honestly.
want to
Creation?
lie. I'm gonna just leave the thing sealed because like it's a Christmas gift.
You know the worst part about it though is like at least like minimum 6 to 7, if not more, people message me like, "Hey, Ignoble, I just sent my stuff out late. It's not gonna get there for another like 8
Why
days
is
till
everyone
January."
late? I couldn't believe it.
Dude, I haven't even gotten mine yet. I have
me
to
neither.
get mine, and then I have to send it out.
Some people ship theirs today.
For out of country,
Yeah, it's,
wild.
Why didn't you just order the thing to the person's place? That's what I did.
That's what I've been doing. Just order it out on Amazon, put
Hamzy's
it in
face
their
is like, "Are you
address,
fucking serious?" bro?"
label it as like Secret Santa, and you're good. It doesn't matter like
I
what name
made
you put in
mine,
the
so I have an
address.
excuse.
You
Everybody
made
point at
yours?
Hamzy and say, "Dumb as
Yeah.
shit, gang."
Listen, dude. Well, it like defaulted to my name, and it would like ruin the secret of like who it came from, and so
You can literally put another name if you're gonna put a new address in for Amazon.
I put my name on the thing. I was like,
Why
"Hey, look,
wasn't
it's
I
coming
on
from
this
me,
one?
whatever."
Yeah, I went on a website and I was able to just send it right to the person. But then like one day Ignoble hit me up. He's like, "Hey, the person that ordered your gift is gonna get there late." Well, I was like, the expected date for mine was like January 1st anyways. I just wasn't even gonna tell Ignoble. Like, I just didn't care. I was like, well shit, they're getting that a little late. Like, I don't know. Like that's just
Bro.
My person just knew because the first time Amazon tried to deliver it to them, they failed delivery. They said they had to reattempt. And I looked at the notes and it said they didn't have a unit number. So I had to ask that person for the unit number. So
Oh,
they already knew
that's-
anyway.
Oh,
But
that's
that
me.
pretty much
I
that
would've
kind
done.
of confirmed. Well, he didn't give it to you either, so I wouldn't have. I
Oh.
don't think. Yeah,
Oh.
but he
Well,
didn't.
now I know it's not Prison Joe who's my Secret
Yeah.
Santa.
Yeah.
Olive got a
Yeah.
sex swing, so
Whoa. That's actually pretty funny. Zoe, so you
Everybody's
said
on
already
you
the
seen
made-
it.
business
It's
anyways,
on
right?
social media, so.
Yeah. You made your Zoe by hand?
Yeah, of course.
God damn.
Of course. What do you mean?
What do you mean, of course? Y'all know I say crocheting. What do you mean?
95% of us
Making
went
by
on
hand.
Amazon or some other website and clicked the deliver button, so I don't know.
I am a very thoughtful gift person. That's like one thing
Look,
that I will
really?
always
Look,
be.
I think I upped my game a little bit because I didn't go to Amazon. I went to Etsy.
I got
Oh,
mine on
that's
Etsy.
legit. That's legit.
That's how you know it's real.
Wait, you can send it directly to them on Etsy and not have your name on it?
You can put
Yeah,
their
dude.
name on it.
Yeah, dude. I just changed the shipping address and just like sent it.
Why would your name be on it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like legally bound to you?
Well, I don't know what the ops are up to, you know. I want to make sure
Amazon don't give a shit as long as they're getting your money. They don't care.
That's true.
Damn. No, I'm
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't a self-made, you know. I didn't go all fucking Zoe pancakes on
Does
it,
those
but
make me feel kind of
I
bad?
do think
Yeah.
my gift is
No,
pretty
no,
thoughtful. Like,
yo.
I went on Etsy, you know. That's how you know. Like,
I had to get.
Me and
listen,
Hamzy upped our game. We went to
Yeah,
we
yeah.
went to Etsy.
you
Okay,
can
like
get this
we're
shit on
legit.
Amazon, bro.
Yeah.
I've already said it's Olive, so I said I had to get Olive a sex gift just with his swinger origin story. Like,
Mm.
and I'm not making a sex apparatus. I mean, I guess I could, but it's just not. I don't know what I would do. I should. I mean, I could like mold and my own dick, but
I was gonna say,
I'm
you
not
should've
gonna
done
use that.
Oh
But,
my
you know,
god.
Wait, I'm sorry. Just like say what you said again. I thought I had something crazy in my ear.
If I mold my own penis and send it to him,
Okay, that's what I thought you said. Just
I
wanted
feel
to
like
make
there's
sure.
maybe a couple people in this
Have
stream
any
team I
of
could
you
get away
guys
with that
done
with.
that? It's called Clone-A-Willy. Have you ever bought a Clone-A-Willy?
Bro,
I've
someone from
not.
Mammal Secret Santa got one of those things.
I love reading the
Was it
Like
reviews
made
on
or the
them.
kid? They
Dude.
got a made penis or did they get the kit?
They got the kit to like mold
Okay.
their own penis.
Okay.
I got
How does that work?
I don't know,
Exactly.
but they sell them at Adam and Eve, and I love reading the comments online, and I think I'm gonna
Wait,
buy
who
one
was
just
it?
because.
Somebody I know said that they were gonna do that. And
Evie
they
said that he was gonna do it
had-
on the cast a while ago.
Oh yeah, did he say that publicly?
It's public now.
Anyways,
it was on
I've
cast,
heard
so it's
that, I've
public.
heard that people take certain drugs so that they stay hard for long
Yeah,
enough for
you
the
got-
mold to take shape.
You're supposed to take a dick pill.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
you're supposed to take a
If you want the
Unless
best
you're
results,
just
take-
unless
if you
you're
want the
just
best results,
talented.
take one from the gas station. They work best somehow.
Really?
Have you
Well,
used
the
the
thing
I'm
is,
product
taking a
before?
rhino pill. I didn't like it. It gave me a headache.
The thing is, like, you either take it for it lasts like 2 minutes, or it lasts like 2 days. And if it lasts 2 minutes, you just take another one. Then you're probably
That's an
good.
issue.
And then it lasts 2 days? I don't think you want that.
What kind of
not-
experience do you have with the
Wouldn't you
gas
want
station
that?
pill?
Yeah.
The cold one.
How many?
None.
You
I'm
use
just
them?
talking shit.
How is your sex life? Like what's the you know everybody's always worried about what you're doing in RuneScape. How has your personal sex life been the past? We'll say 5 years.
I haven't been seeing anybody for the past 2 years. I was seeing someone up until the end of 2020, and then we
Okay.
split because we had different ideas in mind for our future. Like, she wanted kids, I didn't want kids, so it naturally just wasn't going to work out. So we ended on mutual terms, and I just haven't really been putting myself out there since then.
You're
Fair
valid
enough.
for that.
Damn, that's a very adult way to look at things.
The thing is, like, we're both in our 30s, so it's not like, oh, we got to make a big deal out of this now. I got to make a fucking like big tweet about this, a drama command in my Twitch chat, and
You didn't write a tweet longer about
Okay, but
this,
you
bro?
could.
Yeah. I was
oh
gonna
yeah,
say.
don't forget to twit longer.
Bro, do you know how much traction a drama command brings to your stream?
I know.
That's true.
I did that, and like people were typing it in yesterday, and it's like a fake drama command that takes you to exclamation mark
Was-
allegations, to exclamation mark accusations, exclamation mark apology video, exclamation mark statement, and then it just loops you back in like 12 different things.
I
And
saw.
then it links to your YouTube video, which is popping up,
Oh hell yeah.
right?
Oh, I wanted to ask you about that, Zoe. You started YouTube recently. How's that been like panning out for you? Are you
Your
liking it?
YouTube video popped off, Zoe, didn't it? Episode 2?
It did. Well, yeah, they both did, honestly. I'm really happy about it. The whole series popped off. But Chunga's popped off even more, which is fucking, let's go. Handshake emoji. YouTubers.
Based,
let's
moving
go.
to-
I'm doing something
YouTube,
that ain't
is
been
that what's
done before.
happening?
You're doing a hardcore Iron Man. The thing is, like, there's a billion hardcore
Okay.
Iron Man that are out
Bro,
there.
did you watch
Listen, let me finish. Let me cook. All right. I'm saying there's a billion hardcore Iron Man series out there, and like 99% of them don't take off. They all go to fucking Wintertide. Like, hey guys, we're going to Wintertide. Oh my god, I got the Pet Pyromancer piece. And then, like none of them gain traction. Like they all like
Drag
do
it
like
out.
a couple hundred views, and then Zoe just comes out of left field, banging series, got Jixie on the editing in the background, and it's pogging off at 2 episodes already.
Dude,
Thank
can we
you.
shout Jixie out for that? His editing is fucking nice,
I
man.
love him. I would be nowhere without Jixie in my life.
He's a win.
Genuinely.
views have
Jixie's
been
also
great.
an
I
awesome
was-
person, dude. Love him.
I was literally talking to Max about yesterday, Cold, is if you did a series from the start of that hardcore Iron Man to doing the solo top KC, like how banger of a series would that have been? That would have been an insane hardcore Iron Man series. If you would have done one for that. Don't say it wouldn't either, because it would.
Do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Just do it again. Actually, do it again.
Do it again.
Dude,
Do it
that's your
again.
backup. There's your backup. After you finish the Grandmaster, there's your backup content. Just do it
I don't
again.
want to play Shitty Irons again. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
I already
fair.
did that for a couple of years.
What
I
about
don't wanna do it
what
again.
about thoughts on just buying a hardcore that's done with the winter top? I think about that all the time.
There's actually a legit market for that.
There it is.
I'm sure.
I'm making one
sure.
right now.
Like Osiris completed it, like up to Song of the Elves completion, has Barrow's gloves and stuff. Like you're set to like go grind Corrupted Gauntlet, hardcore. It's everything. It's wild.
Oh, that's so fun.
So what? You spend a couple $100 buying an account that's ready for CG, die in your first like KC, and be like, okay, well, on to the next one.
Or you
Exactly.
don't do CG.
You become their best customer.
Would you rather spend the time though, or just lose the money?
Huh?
Yes.
I'd rather do neither because I don't want to play that crappy game mode. But if I had to pick between the two situations, given how much time it takes to get to that point and how unenjoyable it is, I would much rather spend the $300 on buying a
Oh,
CG
yeah.
ready
Dang,
hardcore Iron
dude.
Man.
If you think
Uh-huh.
about how many hours you put in to get there, like
300
dude,
is
you put,
cheap
like-
as hell,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
I
$1
think about
per
it all
hour?
the time, just whether or not I could get away with it. Like, if I bought an account and told everyone I was like working on one on the side, like, would they believe me?
Absolutely not.
I mean, they can't. I mean, how are they going to prove that you didn't make the account? It's gonna be
See, I
tough.
don't know.
Gets banned.
You can tell. You can fucking tell, bro. You can tell. Like I'm not. I don't want to call anyone out, but like I know somebody.
Who? Say their name.
You talking about Zandy, bro? Why are you talking about Zandy, man? Leave him out of this.
I ain't talking about Zandy. I know some people as well. I ain't gonna name names because they the homies. We ain't rats.
Yeah, we ain't
Really?
rats.
There's
And I'm like,
people.
oh, you've been working on a hardcore and you got 99 agility. That's great.
Damn,
That sounds like a
Handsy
fun little
fucking-
side
excited
project.
to mention a few people I know who got 99 agility with the same plugin that got my ass canned, and they still around. They had disproportionate stats like 99 agility and like 10 herbal or some bullshit. Ain't been touched. They still chilling.
Yeah, you can tell.
Maybe
So-
they just liked agility, Chungus. Did you think about
Yeah,
that?
dude.
Like, I
Well,
don't know.
really didn't. It was very, very. What's the word? Inconsiderate of me to think that they would bot such a prestigious and entertaining and engaging skill
Yeah. it's
that only the
ridiculous,
most
honestly.
intelligent could grind to one bill on 5 different accounts. You know. I'm
Wait,
so
okay.
sorry.
Speaking of botting, can we go back? Can we tell the viewers? I forget that sometimes people listen to this and don't have all the context. Can we talk about your YouTube series? Can you tell us what it's all about?
It's an account that is trying to get a Grandmaster Combat Diary completion with the Zuck helmet and all in the lowest amount of game time possible and cheesing everything possible along the way.
Fuck yeah. What game time are you at right now?
Just over 2 days.
What?
Like the new episode
What?
comes out tomorrow, and
Oh,
it's
in
gonna
this-
end in 2 days. Yeah, like currently right now, if I look at it, it is 2 days and 3 hours at the current point in time, and I'm
What?
estimating it'll have Grandmaster helmet before 21 days in game time.
How much money have you put onto it, like from another account?
I don't know. I know I've
A
unlocked
lot,
this
right?
book. I tossed it into Vernic, some dragon pickaxes, a couple $100 mil for stuff, Infinity
Okay.
Drip. I don't know. Eventually, it's gonna have all my gear. It's gonna have over 10 bill on it, like just basically all my main shit, like at some point or another.
I mean, dude, don't you have like 95 Slayer already?
You're thinking about the account that I stream on right now. That was the account I beta tested the route with. That's
Okay.
gonna be my
okay.
med level.
Was that the
And I
GM to
spent a lot of
GMs or is that a different account?
That was GM to GMs. And
That's
then
what
we
I was
gave the name to the
thinking,
YouTube guy. Yeah.
Got it. Because I was gonna say, I was like, I feel like I see you in the CC all the time. There's no way you've only been on for 48 hours, but that makes a lot
Yeah.
more sense.
Mhm.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. If you see a guy called One Click Priff, that's me now.
That's-
Mm.
Okay.
Where did
So-
the name come from, by the way?
All right, so the plugin that got me banned, along with like a very small like handful of other people, it was called One Click and then insert skill here, so One Click Agility, and I use it to do Prifdinus at rooftops from I think it was like 96 to 98 was the gap I filled, because I wanted some crystal shards, and I was like, yeah, I'm close to max. I'll cut some corners. And I only found out about them like before like the client bans happened, like a few weeks prior to them announcing, hey, we're gonna nuke everybody. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try it out. Like all my boys been using this shit. Like so many people I know have been touching this shit for like months, almost a year now. This shit's been around. I'm gonna send like 2 weeks of the shit just while I'm playing some ARAM with the homies on League of Legends. And then like one morning I'm just like chilling, cooking, and getting knocked off, banned. I'm like, oh, I see. I forgot I was a content creator. I forgot I'm not allowed to do these kinds of things because I got eyes on me or some shit, or some Gmod don't like me, or I don't fucking know.
I ratted you
What do you
out.
think it
I'm
was?
just gonna say it. It was me. I got you.
I knew it was. No, I know like how it happened, or like I imagine how it happened.
How do you imagine it?
So I would do it for like a couple hours at a time, like 2, 4, 5, whatever hours, like however long my ARAM session was. And I'm pretty sure there were some people seeing me like on the Prifdinus rooftops, like saying, "Hey, big fan! Hey, love your streams, love your videos." And I'm not there. I'm not tabbed into it. The fucking thing's just going. There's an auto clicker going on it, so I'm not responding to them. I think, oh, he's botting. And they reported me. Straight up, just as simple as that. If my name was like Gargalon86, they probably wouldn't have thought anything about it.
Yeah, true.
That makes sense.
Could've name
Those
changed.
From what I
fault
understand with
grabbing
that
a name.
account, though, you explained to me that there's a possibility one day that account can be unbanned.
Yeah, in 3 years. You know the dude Frazier? You ever heard of him?
Yes.
Yeah, he was ranked 10 Iron Man, and then he got permanently banned for bodying Granite. And he just got unbanned recently, like a few months ago. Because he reached his 3-year mark, so now he's chilling.
What is the 3 year? Like, what is the, why is it 3 years?
Bro, Jagex made RuneScape. Don't ask me, ask them. They weird, alright?
So they unban accounts after 3 years. That's just what they do. It's like
If you-
standard. Because I didn't know that.
If you appeal it, then yeah, then we'll just be like, yeah, you learned your lesson. Here you go. Just don't do
Really?
it again.
So in 3 years, if you're still doing content creation, will you play that account?
I have no idea. I
You gotta
imagine at that point, either one, I'm not playing old school RuneScape anymore, or two, I'm still playing it. I'm not starved for content to the point where I'd be so desperate to play an Iron Man account again. So that account might get liquidated, or dude, it's got a 3 bill bank.
Bro,
like that's
what?
got a
Devo.
First off, listen,
Dude,
you
if
gotta
you're gonna liquidate it, can I just have the login?
don't let no. You gotta do you have to do the hard mode solo on that account at least before you liquidate it.
Yeah. Just send it to death.
You know.
Bro, I don't want to do the prayer grind on that account, man. You know how many hours of Green
I'll
Dragons
do it
in the
for you
Misthill
if
dungeon?
you do the attempt. I'll do it for
Sure.
you.
Go nuts. And then I also got to grind a scythe on that account too, because
You just have to market Prison Joe's Twitch account. Between every room of that solo top that you do.
Yes, no, that's a good
By the
deal.
way,
Yeah,
go
we can do it.
Prison
We
Joe.
can we can make some business deals here. By the way, subscribe to this guy who does not solo top or do anything close to what I'm doing.
It's gonna be like the phase compound. You're gonna walk into like the Nyla room. It's gonna be called the Prison Joe Nyla room.
No, we got to weevil it in there, kind of like a YouTube edit of the day's sponsor. Like,
I could read some titles.
when
Yeah, I
like
could do
Solo
some
Mission
title
pulls up
reading.
like his next combat test. The next combat test is to play Hero Wars or some bullshit. Like, all right, let me open up the bloat chest, see what supplies I get. Huh, what's this? Prison Joe's live stream.
It's just Prison Joe Demon time
What's
just
this
in the
going in here?
chest.
Just take all of Prison Joe's emotes and just like paste them shittily on each of the Nilos that spawn. Just it'd be great.
You get a Seth Bat chest on every single Nilo.
This is gonna be good, actually. We're really onto
Yeah,
something.
no, I'm having ideas, dude.
Yeah,
Like you can have
this
like
is a
the
brainstorm
demon time on the ranges.
Bro,
you
my
can
brain's
access
exploding.
on
Is this
the
another
page.
mushrooms podcast?
This is not. I feel like we've had a full like cycle podcast. We have Destructo, which was just insanity. We had Seder, which was a very different podcast, and then now we have with the Giga Gamer God Legend himself, Mr. Cole.
Bro, the last
I
three.
feel like we
the
have
last
to talk
three-
about RuneScape. We can't not talk.
We already
about RuneScape
talked
today.
way
Do
more
you want
RuneScape
to talk
than
about
happened,
RuneScape,
though.
Chungus? Be honest.
No.
Okay.
Anytime I'm like not playing this game or like not streaming, I try to not do that. That's why I like separate myself like from the internet and like real life. That's why I don't like put my face out there too much.
Okay, well that solves it. Let's not really talk about RuneScape then. That's
I
all
asked
that
about
is.
his sex life. Okay, you can't say
All
I
right,
was all.
let's-
RuneScape.
I wanna
Dude,
ask you
somebody
about
tried-
your,
somebody tried to bring it back to RuneScape. Like, who was that? It was probably Noble.
I didn't say shit. I'm here beating
I
my
bet-
dick.
We
Come
had we
on.
listen.
Yeah,
we
we got
had
the
to
proof.
talk about the videos. We had to talk about the videos. 'Cause
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
good videos. And
I
people should
guess
watch your
like
series.
a question sort of related, not super RuneScapey, but since it's now both Zoe and Chungus, you guys are both like, you know, your flourishing YouTube careers are about to pop off. Like, do you guys see yourself spending more time on YouTube content in the next couple months in the year, or like, do you spend less time streaming? Like, how's that? How are you guys gonna balance that out in terms of content creation?
Beauty before age, please, Zoe. Go first.
I don't know. My schedule right now is like I stream 5 days a week, and usually I don't stream that much because I'm sick or whatever. There's always a fucking issue. But my goal is to stay consistent with that schedule and like actually use 1.5 of those days off for YouTube. I think I don't know. There was a point where I wanted to try to edit everything myself, but like the process that Jixie and I have, I just love it so fucking much. Like, I think a lot of people think that maybe I just like send him the clips and it's just over like that. It's not that at all. It's like we're just like fully collaborating on everything, and it feels really, really nice. And obviously he does a lot of like the busy work of like putting everything in Premiere and like, you know, getting it all together. Like he does the actual editing, of course, but it takes a lot of like time that I don't have to spend. So it makes it really nice. So I think I can stay consistent with the like 5 days a week, maybe 4 sometimes schedule, and hopefully still get a video out like every other week. So I'd like to do that. I don't know. I don't want to be like a full-time YouTuber. I'm definitely a streamer first always, but
Okay.
it'll
Do
be
you
nice
find
to be,
yourself
like...
doing like, do you play a lot more off stream now? In order
No,
to
I never
progress?
play off stream ever. And it's weird because like I feel like this is weird. This is a very strange thing to say, but I feel like I've always been like in tune with my RuneScape account and like my goals and what I want to do. Like I felt like, you know, me and like my character were vibing. We know what's going on. I feel so disconnected from RuneScape right now. Like I log on, I'm like, oh, like I have these goals and like I guess I'm working towards them. I don't know. I feel really like out of it. I'm not burnt by any means. I just want to play Minecraft more.
That's
So
fair.
yeah, I don't know. But
think
yeah, I
that's,
haven't really been playing off stream.
I think that's a good way to look at it, because otherwise, if you spend your entire day eating, breathing, sleeping RuneScape, I feel like that's
Yeah.
a fast track to burnout.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's nice. But I just feel like not as I don't know, it's not as much of my life as it has always been, which I think is a good thing. It's nice that I'm like doing other things for fun. Not that RuneScape's not fun, and not that I like only see it as a job. But yeah, like having a little bit of separation makes it easier.
In regard to content creation with YouTube, are you gonna continue to just do your the RuneScape series, or do you plan to just post more variety videos as well?
I don't know. I like doing vlogs whenever we all do things. Those are nice. But I don't really have access to being able to do vlogs like in my normal life. I think I want to make content for other games, but I don't really see myself doing anything outside of that.
You don't think you could do a vlog in your normal life?
No,
I think
because
I think it'd be good. I think you could. Do
I
it.
couldn't leave my house. I'm like very secretive about everything.
Ah, that is true. That
So
is true.
I mean, we could vlog like inside. we could go in my pool and vlog, but that's about it. Like,
yeah, I'm
I don't have
because
much.
I
Dude,
asked
just
that
come
because
over
I'm
to my
about to.
condo and vlog instead.
Honestly,
That's true. You could use the
I'm on my
Chungus
way.
condo.
Dude, we should just have like
Yeah.
a based condo that we can like, you know, rent out. It's like a base timeshare. All of us just take it out at different times of the year, you know?
I'm about to vlog I'm about to pull up at Christmas and vlog like with the fam. I'm about to harass my family with the camera. I'm
that
pretty
is
excited.
hilarious. There's no way you're
So-
vloogging with your family.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
for
hold on.
sure, 100%.
You're
Seth, was it you
wacky.
that said you were coming down to Florida for Christmas, or is it somebody else? I'm thinking
It
of?
was not me, but I have big plans possibly for a large round kind of the world trip sometime like late next year, and I will definitely be visiting you in Florida. I don't think Zoe will still
Hell
be
yeah.
there, but I will definitely be coming by you. Got a lot of planning for that, but that's far that's far in the future, but
Hell yeah.
should be doable.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
enough about me. Go. He can answer the question now. My bad.
Yeah,
don't even know what the
before
question
Chungus does
is.
answer that, I do want to ask, like, it seems like everybody in base is like branching out a bit more. You know, I think a majority of people start off as streamers in here in like the last year and a half, but then just like a lot of people are branching a lot more into YouTube, or am I just like making things up?
You're not making things up at all.
I think people have been. I think when we started Based, it was all like newer streamers, right? Like that was like the whole idea. We were all like kind of like pandemic streamers, you know, or people that started around that time, a little before, a little after. And I think that the first 2 years of streaming are great. And after like 2 years, you're like, I like this, but I cannot do this for the rest of my life and do absolutely nothing else. Like, you just can't. It's just really fucking hard. Streaming is not hard itself. Streaming consistently for years at a time is very hard. Like, it just is.
Hard to agree.
It's just a really hard thing to do consistently, and it's so volatile that I think we all know that we need to have some sort of other thing, even if it's just for your mental health. Like, for me, I'm like, okay, well, if I stop streaming today because of whatever reason, I could still maybe make YouTube stuff. I could maybe do commissions. I could maybe do something else. You know, it's just like I could still work in the field and like still do kind of the same thing, even if I went live tomorrow and nobody showed up. It's just too volatile, I think, for us all to like completely bank on it if it's our full-time job.
Yeah, I agree. I think as if you're doing content creation full time, like naturally as you mature as a streamer, progress as a streamer, etc., you're gonna venture into different areas of content. And like you said, it's just good for your mental. Because with the vlogs that I plan to be blasting up on my channel like all the time randomly, it's not really, to me, I mean, I hope people watch them and like them, but for me it's more I enjoy doing it. So I'm just going to throw it up there, and it's easy to film, it's easy to edit. So, but I'm excited for everybody. I love that both. I'm glad that, especially Chungus, because like I was talking to Max about like when I was in Arizona recently, like I wish you would have took your brain and put it towards YouTube, because there's so much cool shit you can do, because I know how talented you are at RuneScape, and I mean, there's sky's the limit. So I'm really happy that you're getting into it heavy now.
Thank you.
What was Ignoble's
I'm
question
almost.
earlier about like schedule and stuff?
Oh, I was saying something like, you guys were like fully streamers, and they're like now you guys are going into the YouTube side. How are you guys balancing YouTube, like making YouTube content versus streaming? Like, do you find that? Yeah.
Okay, so my form of balance, since I'm doing all my own editing and everything, I don't have my own pocket Jixie. Like we're kind of just like one man armying, solo missioning, kind of everything over here at Fort Chungus. But like my YouTube, I'm just still like considering a secondary thing. I'm still trying to match my quote unquote schedule of Twitch, where like I'm trying to be live most days out of the week between 8 and 4 a.m. But like, you know, let's be serious, streams aren't always that long. But at the very least, between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m., you could probably find me live on the platform around those times. And I'm still very faithful to my Twitch audience. They're the ones that got me there in the first place. Like, I go live, I see the same guys popping up for notification gang, starting the ruckus and all that shit. But YouTube, it's just something I just started recently, just for a little bit of fun. And the whole idea for the series we had a couple months back. A few other people in my chat were like pitching ideas for like how to cut corners, how to save time and shit like that, how to route certain things. So this has been brewing for like a little while. So I'm not sure if YouTube's going to be more of a long-term thing for me, but at least for the moment, it's just a fun project I'm working on. That's kind of how I view it. Twitch is still my main gig. Probably will always be my main gig, especially if the ad incentives are going to be this sweet, you know?
You're fucking insane.
Do you have a trajectory for that series? Like how long, like how many episodes do you think that series go, if you had, like, if you could put a number on it?
25 to 30, maybe.
Shit.
It depends entirely, because I can't put a guarantee as to how long it's going to be. I'm just guessing between 25 to 30 episodes. But it might be less, it might be closer to 20. It depends on how condensed some other things are, because I can't necessarily stream a lot of the shit that's going on right now. Like, ain't nobody want to watch some guy questing, like, I don't know what quest I got next on the list. Hang on. We'll give you, like, a little sampler, a little spoiler.
Bro, if you get 30 episodes out of that, that's 100K YouTube subscribers. If you get 30 episodes out of that.
Hey, you know what?
True.
We take those. All right, I will spoil the first quest of episode 4. Are you ready to
Go
be indulged in some knowledge? Episode 3 ain't even that yet. The first quest of episode 4 is Tears of Guthix. Like, ain't nobody want to be watching Tears of Guthix, some of the shit that happened end of episode 3.
Bro, that's what I
like,
stream. Just do it.
Yeah, June
Okay.
kind of
Hold
thick
on,
though.
like-
Come on.
No, I have my own stuff to stream right now. I still have like the med level that I'm finishing Grandmasters on. Like, I still haven't finished Grandmaster on Cold One. I played him for like 1 hour after that update last month.
How
And I
many
can touch him.
accounts are you gonna do this on?
Jesus.
Grandmaster?
Is one not enough? I'm just kidding.
My
No.
He's the Grandmaster.
Dude, Grandmaster helmets are like cats and potato chips. One is never enough. Please.
Aw.
No,
That's
I think
true.
this will be like the last account I still come up. Actually, no, it'll be the second to last account I still come up, because we got Bounty Hunter coming back. I kind of want to get all of my bracket builds back again. So, like, my med level's done. Zerks are pretty quick to build comparatively compared to a med level. a 75 attack pier, a 60 attack pier, 50 attack pier. I want to make all of those again. But the only one that can have a Zook helmet out of that is a Zerker. So I mean, hey, I'm getting the Grandmaster helmet another time after this.
That is crazy.
That's a lot.
It's
of
just
jokes.
like I'll always have something to do at least for the next year, and then hopefully like some new content comes out, like something to keep me engaged, something to keep things fresh, just to make things fun. That's all that matters.
Hey, what does your daily schedule look like? Like, how much do you play? How much do you do other things?
Right now my daily schedule, if like my family isn't really available, then I'm kind of just like kept to myself the whole day. Like I get up, I'd give it an 80% chance that I put on like a tank top or a really light shirt and some gym shorts and sneakers and go run 3 miles. And if it doesn't happen within the first hour of me being awake, it doesn't happen for the rest of the day.
I understand that.
I
So
feel
that's
that.
like, that's my physical activity being
I
taken
didn't know
care
that
of.
you run. What the
I've been-
fuck?
Dude, I've been running for the past like, I would say like a little over.
I mean,
a
you're
year and a
lean.
half or
Yeah,
so.
he's got a
You're
runner's
lame.
build. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
you're lame,
I've heard you talk about running before.
No.
I haven't. I'm
The endor-
ignorant.
Dude, the endorphins off it are great. Like, if you go to the gym, like I know Zoe go to the gym because she got that beef, she got that punch. Like when you come back after like a sweet like workout session, or if you come back from a run, it's like long,
nice, yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
sweating balls, and you finally like lay down on the couch and you just finally get to just like relax and let it all out. It hits
Talk
so
about
much different.
endorphins. Why not just do drugs instead?
I mean, we do those too, but that's for like in time hours,
Wait, have you ran during the
works
summer
fine
in
for me.
Florida yet? That's the thing that
Yes.
stops me from like consistently running is like once it hits summertime and it's like 100 degrees outside, I'm like I can't run for 3 months. I'm sorry,
And
my
it's
legs
humid.
are broken. It's
Okay,
awful.
so I haven't been down here for summer Florida while running. But when that comes around, I don't think it'll be that much of an issue because I much prefer like heat than I could prefer cold. Like I'm currently wrapped up in a little hoodie right now and I'm wearing jeans and it's like I think 60 degrees outside right now where I'm at. Like I'm bundled up. Like I'm very good with heat.
I don't know, man. I'm good with heat too. Like I'm in the same thing, and I don't know. It's different. Whatever. I'm excited to see.
You
how
prefer
you do,
the cold
truly.
to run in?
I prefer. Well, I don't mind like it warm to run in. I prefer like the perfect temperature is like 50, 60. Like that's just ideal. But in Florida, it gets to be like 95 and like 100% humidity. And I just after a certain point, I just cannot breathe. Like like there's not enough like water in the world to keep me hydrated, and I can't drink water while running, or else I like will puke. It's just impossible.
It's the walk day. Like this is the
I'm not-
day. Like on those days
But
like
that's
that.
a
when it gets
walk
hot,
3 months.
oh,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Those kind of days, I can live with those and I can vibe with them. And I had like I've visited down here for the summer before, like in June, July, August. I've experienced July and August Florida summers before because I was down here for my bachelor's and
Oh my god, I love that you say Florida.
yeah.
Florida.
I did work a part-time job during my bachelor's, and during summer work, I would go into the office. It'd be like 60, 65 in the office with air conditioning, but it's 100% humidity outside. I get in there at 8 a.m., sit down, like, get up for a coffee at 10 in the morning, and my back is just drenched in sweat, even though it's like 60s, just because of the pure humidity. Like, that's the one downside I give Florida, but, like, as far as just the heat, like, just the conditions, I'm cool with it. I'm all about this. Just
I was
minus
gonna say,
the
would
whole,
you
like,
rather have what I have?
Christmas.
I'm 16 degrees right now.
No, absolutely not.
No,
No,
Oh,
thank you.
Lordy.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just gonna say the Florida humidity really is different because I remembered many a times like driving there for like vacation with a fam or whatever, and just being in the car the whole time. Then you actually like get out of the car in Florida and you like feel like you can like feel the air.
love the
It's like
humidity.
it's like
dude.
holy fuck.
You
Sucks.
like it when you
it's
don't
really
live in it. It's the
aggressive.
same as snow. It's like how snow is pretty when you don't have to like shovel it out of your
I
driveway.
hate snow, but when I'm just drenched in sweat, and when I'm drenched in sweat when I'm in Florida, I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted.
It's just because it's a novelty.
Imagine
No,
that
Dude, when
every
Seth and I went to
fucking morning.
Epcot, when Seth and I went to Epcot and we were like basically blacked out, I was like, got in the car. I was the stickiest I've ever been in my entire life, and it wasn't even that hot out. We just been
Yeah.
drinking at Epcot all day. I'm just like drenched.
We did.
Yeah, I'm
we
down
had,
to
we had
drink around the
bottles
world
in there
sometime.
drinking.
Let's
It did-
go. Honestly,
we did.
I'm so
We-
down.
We made it around the world, but by the end of it, we were fucked.
Mexico was closed by the time we got there.
we were fucked. It was a good time though. That was probably the best one. And then fucking what is it? What was the first park we went to? The main park. What's it called
We
again?
went to Magic Kingdom, and they're a
Yes.
dry park. I had no
and
idea.
yes, but they literally made it dry like a month or before or something.
Yeah.
They
Is
used
it-
to sell alcohol there.
Is it normal for
Yeah.
like people to go out there and like get drunk and have a good time? Because I feel like it's all just kids. Like that's the only time
Not
I've
at
ever been.
Epcot.
No.
Epcot is like only alcohol.
Oh,
A lot
Like
of
there are
older
no
crowd
rides.
there.
It's just alcohol and like food.
There are rides, but they're like not rides, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you go through like the little like the big ass like silver ball in the middle.
yeah. I was gonna say I
It's
thought
like
there
a
was like a
little
little roller
tour.
coaster thing inside of the ball that you
Yeah.
go through, right?
That ain't no
Roller coaster is a strong word.
Me and
Yeah.
Zoe were fucking trash when we got on the astronaut adventure thing. We like took off. We were like,
That
we, like,
was fun
killed-
as fuck.
we were in the airplane bottles. We were fucked up. It was fun. It makes the rides funner when you're fucked up, obviously too.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
They have a ride that's like one of those like plane simulators or like a spaceship simulator, and you get in and it's just like one of the things that moves around. And we're with these like two old ass people, and we're like pounding back the mini shots. So we snuck in. It's so funny. It
was good.
Yeah, I got some stories from like way back when, because like I don't know, I have like a bunch of memories like kind of resurfaced because I like ended stream about like what an hour and a half or so ago. I saw one of my IRL buddies live, like streaming some Pokemon, so I hosted him. And he was talking about some times of old, like 10 years ago, some shit we were doing, like we mob at Applebee's after a night at like a gaming store or some shit.
Yo,
And like a
Applebee's.
bunch of stuff surfaced, like our summer times when we got like season passes to Six Flags, we'd drive out there, and like some of us would be like drinking inside the park, and we'd like smuggle stuff in there, like throw some liquor in a Mountain Dew bottle type shit. And I remember like going on some of the rides at Six Flags, dude. When you're wasted off your ass, some of the rides are nuts. Like going on King Dakar, like when you're wasted is something else for
Pretty
real.
intense.
Dude,
Different
that's
answer.
the
We
one-
will
Six Flags in Jackson
'cause-
Heights, right?
What's that?
That's the Six Flags in Jackson Heights, right? The one in Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one we drive out to.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
think about
Seth,
the
go
one
ahead.
in Georgia. But I was just gonna say, when we do the base Tennessee, we will, as a group, go to Dollywood, which is a pretty solid amusement park, and it's like K-Kona themed, and it's just a great time. You guys are all gonna love
I'm
it.
so down.
Can
I'm
we
so excited
get
for Dollywood.
overalls
I've
for
never been on
everybody?
a drunk roller coaster. I'll try that then.
That's gonna
It'll
be
be
the
good.
best vlog ever.
Dude,
Yeah,
everyone's
good.
got to be down with country music when we go down to base Tennessee for real.
Dude, I have some plans I want to throw out there for base Tennessee. I don't know if it's too early, but I think that we
No,
should.
let's hear it.
No,
Let's hear
let's
it.
hear it.
All right.
Go ahead.
We're gonna do a based beer Olympics one night. We're just gonna spend an entire
Yes.
day getting fucked up. But the thing is, before all this, we need to buy jerseys for everybody, or at least shirts with based and people's names on the back. We'll figure this out. We have a couple we have a couple months
I like
left.
that. That's pretty
We
good.
can
Okay,
organize
we have 4
this. We'll
months
figure
before
out
the shit roll
teams,
up.
and
I
we will
hate
pull
how
up.
good of an idea this is.
And we're gonna be in the middle of fucking. We're gonna be in the middle of the whatever mountains doing some
Smoky
K-Kona
Mountain.
shit, and Seth can set up whatever K-Kona drinking games we got to do, and it'll be a great night.
I got the full thing. I actually competed in a beer Olympics in college. Like a legit. It was all the sports teams together. We did a beer Olympics. Shout out Team Ireland. We won. I actually won the Flip Cup Championship of the world. I beat the Germans on the last cup, and we
Nice.
won. And I got hype as fuck. But we have all the games. We had the Dizzy Bat,
Yep.
Edward 40 Hands, of course, beer pong.
Imagine,
Oh my God.
imagine Dahlblech with
There's-
Edward 40 hands, dude. Just like,
You do not. You don't put her in for that. It's like for each event you pick certain people. So like we're not like if you have Dahlblech, like probably gonna throw her in for like flip cup, maybe pong. Like, you definitely don't want her doing Edward 40 hands. She'll die. And we can't have that last
Oh
one.
no!
So,
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so- By
did
show
one
of
where
like,
you
you know
can pick, like,
eyes,
enough
who's
people.
done Edward 40 hands here?
I
By
don't
show of
know.
I have
eyes.
not.
I've done
actually-
I've done like a
raising
single
my
hand.
hand.
I didn't do two hands because I would probably
Okay.
die.
Any
but-
explainers?
By two hands.
you can explain it, Chungus. Go ahead.
All right, so you take 240 ounces of malt liquor, typically like Colt 45 or just whatever the
Hell
hell you
yeah.
got, and you have your buddies duct tape 2 of them, one to each hand, and you're not allowed to take them off until you finish both of them. So it doesn't seem that bad. 80 ounces of malt liquor, like yeah, you're gonna get fucked up off of it. Like you plan a night around this, like whatever. It doesn't seem bad until you're about 40 ounces in or 60
that
ounces
seems
in,
bad.
and then you have to pee. And you realize both your hands are now occupied and they can't be unoccupied. That's when the problem hits.
Gotta have some good
That-
friends for Edward
That's
40
where I
hands.
would just fall apart.
So it's either you got some good friends that aren't
That's my
competing that
13th
are like
reason.
down to maybe take a little peek at something, or you man up and down the last 20 ounces and then just let the fucking floodgates out. You know?
Unique's definitely pulling my cock out.
Honestly, if I was to pee my pants in front of any group of people, I would feel most confident peeing my pants with you guys.
Yeah,
That's
I would.
true.
Yeah,
That's
Thank
fair.
you. Hell yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
like I feel like no,
Be
like
like,
there would
"Aw,
be,
honey."
yeah, like people would like feel like you know, if we joke about it later, but I think you guys would be nice at first.
I feel like Zoe would have paper towels like
Yeah.
trying to like
Zoe
trying
would
to
be nice
suck
to
you
you.
up.
You would get roasted 100%
okay,
after, but in that
She's gonna
meet-
call
in
you
that time-
Tyler while she's doing it. Okay, Tyler. Tyler.
I'd be super nice while it happened though, but afterwards, your ass is grass, baby. It's
Oh,
over
yeah.
for you.
It's okay, Tyler. It happens to
pants.
everyone.
It's okay, honey.
Oh my
It's okay.
What's the
Aw.
difference between malt liquor and beer?
Well,
One fucks you up harder.
it's just the process of how it's made.
Did it taste the same?
It's like the
No.
same to me. I don't know.
Well, yeah, like I guess beer is it's definitely more like hoppy taste to it. It's all how it's made. I don't know the scientific specifics. I'm not gonna act like I know and go into it deep, but that's kind of the base from what I understand.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
fucking know, dude. I've drank a lot of both, and I can't tell.
Yeah, it's not a like. I mean, I feel like you have a stark difference between like if you're drinking like an IPA or something like that. Like you're gonna tell a big difference. But between
Oh,
like
yeah,
light beer though versus like malt liquor, it's not. Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah,
different.
dude. It's
It's
just
not
a
far
big
off.
beer. I don't know why. I think they just call it. It's just like a different name for it, but
Yeah.
the
But,
alcohol
there's
content
this
in
thing
beer
with
is typically less than 5%. The alcohol content of malt liquor is typically 12% or more. Beer can be top or
Oh.
bottom fermented, but malt liquor can only be bottom fermented.
So it's how it's fermented. I was gonna use that word, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong. But
Happy
yeah,
Malt
fermented.
liquor is made with
fermented.
cheaper grains like corn. It has extra sugar, and it usually does not have hops.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's like
Alright,
a
so I was
basic
right about
taste
that. So
difference
it's-
behind
yeah,
it as
the
well.
real
Like, if
beer
you
is
can
gonna be
identify it,
hoppy.
you know it.
Hamzy, you had a story about your Edward 40 Hands experience. I need to hear about this.
I gotta hear this too.
me, I've never done an Edward 40 Hands, dude.
Well,
No, I was never into it, bro.
honestly,
where did you do it?
We're
me,
changing that.
I did it in college, but we just taped one hand because we were all pussies and
Was
probably
it a
under.
competition, or are you guys just doing Edward 40 hands to do Edward 40 hands?
We were doing it just to do it because we were freshmen, and it was just like, hey, we can do this. You know, just college decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a good team. I had a team of like, so it was all offensive linemen, which are like, they're all guys my size, and we're all like 300 plus. So we dominated most of the competition. The only thing we struggled in was Dizzy Bat. But for Edward 40 hands, this guy named Pat, and he's just like this 340-pound, like, out of like the fucking woods of Tennessee guy. Insane. Like he really is an insane human. This guy's built different. He's like a 4-time state champion wrestler. Like he's a real monster. And dude, he just killed both 40s. Just absolutely obliterated everybody. Like and then just like ripped them off and threw them and just burped and just looked at them. And I was like, this guy is a fucking monster. He was insane. Shout out to Pat.
We might have to scale these games. I don't
sick.
know because I feel like I'm looking around this call. I'm just like, you talked about your boy.
Well,
who's
that's
like
the thing, so-
340. Like,
Edward 40 hands, usually how it goes is it takes a long time. Like there's like shit talk, everybody
Yeah.
like it goes on for a long time. Like
Right.
it's typically like a 20 minute to hour long game. So
You're
We
vibing
could
on
do
it
it.
for a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We
it's
can-
okay if it takes a while. But that's a good idea. I like that idea. I like that.
let's
I
do it.
love
I
the
think it would be
idea.
great
Like, I
vlog
think-
content. It would be just all around. We would all become closer friends because we'd have to wipe up T Papa's piss and everything. And just like,
I would love to.
Yeah,
wipe
I'm
up
like
your
I'm
piss.
starting to do the math, and I think like 12%, 80 ounces. Like I'm gonna be blacked out. Like how are you not blacked out, right?
Dude, we might get to a point where I need to jump
Tolerance?
into the pool and get T Papa's phone again.
That's true.
Wait, what
Yeah.
happened?
but you're drinking it across like a whole like a while. It's not just like an hour. You know.
Girl, some of us, y'all are crazy. Some of us don't drink like that.
Yeah,
I'm blacking out.
terrified.
T-Pop is blacking out.
It depends. You got like for each event, you like pick a certain person to do it. Like that's how ideally we should
Yeah.
do the beer Olympics. So
Okay.
that way you have people who are like I'm obviously if I'm on your team, y'all are gonna pick me for Edward fucking 40 hands.
No,
I am
I'll
team
black out for
captain.
the
I am
content.
making Doll Blush do Edward 40 hands. That is it. I don't care.
that is
You're-
you're
You are
getting
going
sued.
to be arrested for first degree murder. I'm sorry.
Cancelled, bro. Listen, I have
is-
some
yeah,
that's
connections
like
in Gatlinburg. We're
premeditated
taking
as
your
hell.
ass. They're taking your ass in if you do that.
Dude, we can set this whole thing up like a hunt draft or like a bingo draft or something like that.
Exactly, we
We
should do a
have two captains,
draft.
you pick your team and
Exactly,
everything
yeah.
like that, and you have one person go forward with each challenge. Like one person on each team got to do Edward 40 hands, one person doing beer pong, one person doing flip cup.
I like
etc.
it.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
This is a
Who do you
great
think
video.
the captains
fair
are?
way
We,
to do it.
we got this. Like now
For some
base
reason, this
Tennessee.
is floating in my
already
head
happened.
today in the shower. I don't know why. I'm just like, dude,
I actually
like we
do
gotta
like
get
the
this
idea
done.
of getting everyone involved because every beer Olympics I've ever done, it's been like 4 people on a team or something, and then beer pong is only like 2. So you pick like the 2 people that are best at beer pong,
Yeah.
or like when it comes to like the chug, you pick like your best guy at chug. I like the idea of like getting everyone involved.
No, it'll be good.
I think if you put different people in different events and just have them all go simultaneously, that
Yeah.
might be good. Just to have
also got
everybody
group
involved and
events,
everything
too.
going, because like, look, if
Would
just-
you do base, or can we both just pick a random country? Because I thought that was the funnest part about doing the Beer Olympics when I did it in college. Is like everybody was just a random ass country. Like
we could do
like all
that.
the German tennis players were not even Germany. They're like fucking a different country.
So
And it was
my
funny.
idea was instead of making actual countries, we just choose like regions from RuneScape. Like I am Falador, or you know,
Okay, that'd be good.
Mauritania.
I'm Priv
No.
for sure.
I'm Prift,
Yeah.
and yeah,
No,
shit like that.
I'm Mauritania Ham, so
Bro,
you can
I'm
fuck
Priv.
away from my
Don't
place.
So okay, you know, we have time to
I
workshop
don't want to
this.
be a RuneScape nerd forever. No, I don't want to.
No, I love it, dude.
Put
I
this
love
guy
it.
in fucking
I love it.
Lumbridge. Fuck this guy.
Can I be like
Yeah,
Piro
honestly.
Piro or something? I mean, dude.
Oh god.
No
We'll
one
just
wants
let
to
each
be on
team
fucking
decide what they
Mixlr,
want.
dude.
But
know.
so I want to do like if we can get the teams done before like we go off to Tennessee,
so
we can get
who do you
shirts
think
for
happens
everybody.
to be?
Have a
I like-
massive draft, bro.
I like
Yeah.
Zoe as a
I'll do the draft when we
captain.
get
I
there.
like Zoe as a captain. And who else would you pick? Who'd you have the other?
Oh,
captains?
Hamsy's.
Max.
I would just
Seth.
take like just a bunch of the ladies and just let them figure it out. Just be like, hey, go ahead, pick your teams.
Well, no, how many teams we're gonna have? We're just gonna have
Two.
1 versus 1, or
Think,
like what do you
think
think?
about how many people go. 20.
20
Yeah, it
people.
depends how many. You just need like an even amount of.
If we have
like,
20
teams of
people
4
going, I just
would
make
be
like 4
perfect.
teams of 5, something like that.
4 teams.
If we
of
have that many
5.
people going,
Yeah.
dude, I want to get everybody in on like there's this drinking game I know that like gets one person absolutely destroyed called Up the River, Down the River. Have you ever played like Suits or something like that? It's kind of
Oh
similar.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not playing.
So we get like a big like circle like that where there's one loser, but it'd be like an interesting dynamic for like a team game. For like the first game, everyone's in on it. And like the odds are to like not have that many cards at the end of it. So you see like everybody from like each team trying to pile their cards onto like one person. But like when it goes to another round, that person with all those cards can dump them off if they've got enough of a certain type, you know? But you could like cripple one team entirely, and then they got to like swing back. Like they got to pick up all the slack from all the games because, like, you know, let's say it's Dahlblush, like she's out of the running now because now she got to drink for 400 seconds
True.
or some shit.
So you gotta drink for 400 seconds and do 2 40s.
I will say this: we definitely do that competition towards the end of the trip, not on the beginning part. That's definitely on the back end. That's
Yeah,
No, because
that's
otherwise
like-
we're just gonna be fucking dying for like the next 3
That's
days.
like, that's like second to last evening type
Yeah.
activity.
Well, something
Yes.
also to consider is that like by the time we get to that end of the trip, you know, we might be a little bit tired to do all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, we'll
Well,
figure out
that
That, or
logistics.
you built up tolerance. That, or if everybody's built up more tolerance and they're more ready for that event.
This is true, dude. By the end of a bender, bro, you're just numb to it, man.
You're
Like by the end
exactly.
of TwitchCon, dude, I was just taking
Bro,
shot
you
after
were numb
shot,
to
and
it
I'm
in the
not even
beginning,
getting.
man.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
numb
wanna
since
hear
day
it.
one. Shut up.
You were numb to it from the second you landed.
Dude, no, I was getting drunk the first couple nights, and by the end of it, dude, I'm just like, this vodka's not doing
No,
anything.
dude. He showed up. What is it? He literally walked in Sunday with a case of like Bud Light. He's like, "Hey, are we going out?" And I was like, "I will fucking fight you right now. Like, I'm
He's
not
like, we
going
just
anywhere
got
with
here.
you."
And I'm like, yeah, dude.
Okay, say we do beer Olympics, right? What are some of like Seth, what is the one that you want? Like what's your strong suit?
Me, I'm great at dizzy bat. Okay, I'm very.
So what is
very-
dizzy bat? Is that where you put your head on the bat?
You put
and
the head
run
on the
around?
bat, you spin around a certain amount of times, and somebody pitches you just a wiffle ball, and you try and hit it with a plastic bat, and it's very difficult.
It's
I
terrifying.
can fuck
Yeah.
with that though.
It's very difficult, and I feel like you do a couple. If you try, you probably do like I don't know. You can have a few people in that event. Whoever hits the most balls obviously would win the event, right?
Yeah.
It's a tough one though. It's a tough one. And then definitely that. I mean, it's for me. I'm really good at that. I'm not very good at beer pong. I'm gonna avoid the beer pong table.
I got you on that.
What if I throw
I'm really-
3 crumpled up dollars on the beer pong table? How's that make you feel?
You're getting thrown off the cliff. And then, yeah, definitely Edward 40 hands, like just chugging beer. Or if we do a shotgun event, obviously I'm going to win that. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I wish
You
we
will.
should even do that. I'm just going to win.
I can
But-
tell you he'll win the shotgun because
Yeah.
if it wasn't for him, I would win it.
We'll throw some like K-Kona-esque events in there too. We'll think about it, and we
I have
can
a
structure
variety
this.
of drinking games that are good.
Hell
So,
yeah.
I mean, people have invented all kinds of crazy games.
I'm,
Yeah.
Could try
I'm
some
super
new ones,
excited for
fuck it.
this. I think
So.
I'm
Yeah,
already
that's a
ready
good
for
idea.
Space
Stop
Tennessee.
talking. I'm getting stoked.
I have an itinerary. I have like an itinerary of restaurants we were going to go to, and then Dollywood.
Now you're
of
speaking my
course.
language.
So, There's no Michelin star restaurants in Gatlinburg, but there are some beautiful soul food restaurants that like we're not. You're gonna leave over full and dying of all these restaurants, but the food is outstanding, and it will not cost $20,000 either. So
Hell
That's good.
yeah.
More my style.
$20,000 would probably cover like the cost of everybody traveling in, out, and the food for the entire week.
Yeah.
it's gonna be less than that. It's not a very expensive
Probably
trip.
not
honestly.
even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's pretty cheap, and
We are doing
you'll
one
be
of them,
very
like,
surprised.
Michelin star restaurants again.
The like the cabins out there. I talked to Max, and I think probably like early next year we'll probably book one. But they're huge, and there's plenty. There's no rush to book one either. It's not like they're running out of spots for April, so it'll be good. It'll be good.
Shit, shit.
So,
All
What,
right,
you
so
mean
we
people
now
don't
have...
go to Gatlinburg to celebrate Easter? Come on.
well, the weather will be good too, is because we definitely need to get because most of those cabins have huge hot tubs, and that could be great for content. Like, imagine if we all just went live at the same time in a hot tub, like all of our streams
Bro,
just
if
running.
we do another hot tub stream,
in
we
a
have to
hot
be
tub.
careful.
We're
We
the experienced
blacked
hot tub
out in a
streamers
hot
here.
tub.
I think we're the only two who've actually done a hot tub stream. And it was a cold tub. It wasn't even hot.
I just forgot that. Well, it was warm. I just forgot how much like being in the water affects how drunk you are.
It fucks you up, yeah. I was in
We
fetal
were-
position by then. And
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I threw up in a sink that night.
You did. I was so drunk I deleted the VOD after because I was like, I'm blacked out. I don't know what I did. I have to delete the VOD.
It's okay. We had the clips.
What if
The
I get
clips were
banned?
funny.
I don't know.
The clips were great.
God, I didn't know what I did.
The streamables
I
have
don't
been
know.
saved.
Yeah, true. That's all that matters.
I blacked out for the first time like a month ago. I've never done it before. I
Ever?
don't know.
Was it?
Really?
Yeah, it was we were just I don't know, me and Annie were just fucking around and we drank some and then just like I was on the ground in my living room. It was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Damn, marriage sounds fun.
Yeah, right?
What the
Damn.
hell happened, dude? I had and yeah, that was an experience. I'm stoked to do it with you guys though. That's gonna be sick.
Well, I was gonna say I've never actually been fully blacked out before in my entire. I was gonna say drinking career, but that sounds bad. In my time drinking, I've never actually like fully blacked out. I've definitely had it where I forget things. Like there's patches of things that are fuzzy and I don't
It's like
remember.
browning
things. I've
out,
never
right?
had. Yeah, I've just never had the full like blackout wake up like what happened. I've never had that
Yeah.
happen to me before, so I don't know.
Mm.
Anybody else similar? Or is it or all of you just had a time where you just completely forget everything?
I've
No,
had like, I've
I
had
got plenty of times.
Full darkness.
blackouts.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Blackouts, pitch outs, brownouts, any way you want to label it.
What's a pitch out?
Yeah, what's up, Pit?
The
What?
brownouts, you shit yourself while you're out.
No, like it depends on like what you want to call it. Like a full blackout is like you have the doom drink and you hit the point of no return and like you snap your fingers and all of a sudden you're awake with a headache.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's like a brownout, pitch out, like kind of like a dulled version of like a blackout where you remember bits and pieces after the
Yeah.
doom drink.
Mhm.
You know, it just depends on like how extreme it is.
Brownouts, like I kind of remember the Uber driver carrying me back into my apartment. Like,
Yeah.
What is a pitch
Interesting.
out?
I don't know. I meant to say like pitch black or something like that.
Oh, I thought
don't
you
know.
meant you like woke up like pitched a tent. That's a
I mean-
term I'd never heard before.
I mean, I'm about to pitch a 10 at this
no,
point.
I fully got roofied one day. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, we should do that. Max talked about that as one of his
What do
video
you
ideas.
mean, bro? Listen, wait. Preface
No.
what you're saying before
No.
you get into this.
No, sorry.
No.
I said Max's idea was we should all
Fucking
take
hell, dude.
roofies, put a strap a GoPro on our head, and just like figure it out what happens the day
Dude,
after. Max
You
definitely
will
said
just-
that as one of his
dude,
ideas.
You'll just fucking pass out. Like,
That's a terrible idea.
This sounds like a
That does
tasty
not sound
idea.
fun.
That was a
Fun.
super secret. That was a super secret idea we had. You weren't supposed to say that one.
Oh shit! Okay, we'll cut that from the taping. Sorry.
Oh
sorry.
my god.
Leave it in,
You
leave it
just
in, leave
gave
it
out
in.
a roofie
For legal
YouTube
purposes,
idea,
I
bro.
am not participating in that content. I think I'm good.
Oh, I told
Nah,
him
I'm
I
not-
did.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd
Any
participate.
association is
That would be
coincidental, and I
sick.
have no association with any parties and or party parenthesis s.
Bro,
You just
Bay's
wake up and
hangover?
everyone, dude. Okay, sorry. So
Dude,
I didn't
to
mean
be
to.
fair,
I'm so sorry, T Papa.
have you guys ever been so drunk that you're like, did I get drugged? Like for a second?
yeah.
And then you're like,
so-
I don't know what it would feel like if I got drugged. Like, I don't know what it feels like to be on roofies. If anything, this would be good for our safety. Because then the next time you get roofied in real life, you're like, I'm roofied. I know what this feels like. I've been here before. I've
That's
experienced
why-
this.
point.
That's why we should practice in a safe space with each other.
I'm down.
No.
Honestly, if y'all
What
spike my
is the
drink, I'm not
roofie
even
drug?
mad.
Do you guys know?
Dude,
I
I
don't
can
know.
already envision this. We're practicing roofies, and then I wake up the next day in bed with fucking like Seth next to me, like kissing my cheek or some shit.
Whoa, why it's gotta be me, bro?
It's
I mean, you remember
Why
Tasty
not
Bake?
you?
We
You
seen each
should-
other's shit. We had that like that visual connection. Like we both walked in on each other. Like if it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be each other.
Wait, what did you do?
That's how it goes down in the movies.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, I was gonna tell you, T-Papa, that it's the drug is the benzo. It's in the benzo.
it's
There's
a
lot of different
Rohypnol, right? That's what it
forms,
is.
though. Let me look it up here.
All I know is that I'm pretty sure I don't remember who I was talking to, but someone told me that like that's like a party drug in Canada. They take like light roofie doses.
Benzodiazepine. Benzodiazepine? I don't know how to pronounce
Benzodiazepam, something like that.
Diazepine, yes, there you go.
Trans-
Thank you, Dr.
Benzodiazepam.
I don't fucking know. I just know benzo. That's the street name.
Benzo marzipan.
Benzo.
I mean, it's
No,
almost
I'd
on the
110%
same-
do
it's
it.
almost on the same
Thank you.
level as like taking a Xanax when you're really drunk.
Yeah. So sorry for interrupting your roofie story, Hamzy. Please go ahead.
Oh, it was. Oh, I didn't. Okay, well, so the way I know I got roofied, like, I was in college and I was with some of my homies, and one of their girlfriends was like telling us to go to this toga party at this frat, and it was a frat that was specifically known for like, be careful what you drink at this place, because like
That's not a good thing to be known for.
No, it's not. No, they were shitbags. But like, we got invited. His girlfriend was going, and they were all going. So I was like, fuck it, we'll go. And I get there, and there's this whole table of pre-poured tequila shots.
Oh hell no.
Like they're pre-poured, like they're not pouring it in front of you. It's just a full table, all the little like paper shot glasses, and they're all just already there. And like, I know I can get a little, I like to indulge, but like, dude, I had no idea what the fuck happened. I just woke up on my friend's couch the next day, just wearing nothing but a toga, and they were telling me, they were like, dude, you were literally dead weight. Like, I've gotten so blacked out. I've gotten so fucked up, and I just always just like, I'll remember nothing, and I'll wake up in my bed like somehow I made it home. I'll use my key, get into the door, and they told me I was literally useless, dude. Like, they were literally like 4 guys dragging me home, and I was like, dude, there's no way I did not get roofied last night. Like, I don't get that. I don't just like turn off. And like the pre-poured tequila shots is like a big that's a big
a
no
huge
no.
red
Honestly,
flag,
I could have
yeah.
known better like than to just, but like, it's free alcohol, I'm broke as fuck. Like, what am I gonna
So
do?
true.
I might commit a federal crime tonight, but you know what? It's free alcohol. Fuck it.
Did other people get roofied? Do you know? Or did you just get like the lucky, like, you know how
The
they do the
lucky-
thing where like
The lucky-
where like one sushi is normal and then the other one is like filled with wasabi, and you just happen to get like the one
Bro,
special
I don't know.
drink?
I mean,
I'm
I've
scared how
heard of
much
other
Zoe's
people-
okay with the roofie. Like, I feel like we're all about to wake up.
Dude,
I've
all
heard other
the
people
guys-
who are like,
all the
yeah,
guys in
I've
the
had
party-
same thing at that place, but not that same night. So maybe it was just the lucky wasabi.
Damn.
All right, so
Damn.
Hamzy's been down the same kind of road of like blackouts as me. I'm curious, Hamzy, can you count on 2 hands or 1 hand how many times you've been blacked out before?
Oh no, I don't have that many hands.
Me and Hamzy probably can relate like way too much as far as like how far our party lives have gone. Like, when you just like, you're at the level where you're good, and then you just have that one drink that just screws you. Or I guess in Hamzy's case, you show up to the party, you haven't drank anything yet, and you have that one tequila shot that apparently screws you.
Yeah, it's always that
Yeah.
one drink. But I do
It is.
have a very good way of like I will get home and be like, how the fuck did I get home? And I'll look and I'm in my sweatpants, like my shoes are off nicely put away, like my phone's on the charger, and like I just have no idea what happened. Like I find my way back into my like homeostasis.
That's your natural. That's a
Right.
natural high IQ you have,
Yeah.
man. That's that's a natural selection. You're good. Like you'll survive the apocalypse.
Yeah,
Thousands
some
of
people I'll
drinks,
even have my
Ramsey
friends
will
tell me, they'll be
survive.
like, I didn't even know you
You
were
will
that
outlive the
fucked up.
cockroaches.
All right, so
But like,
Hamzy, you
think
want
about how
to?
far technology has come. Like, Hamzy can just like go out with an Apple AirTag in his pocket, and like most likely everything will be fine. Like we'll always be able to find him.
Bro, you don't even need the Apple AirTag. He'll be chilling.
yeah, I
Alright,
find
so-
my way. Like I do. I always do. Unless I'm roofied, then I might need someone to drag me home.
Amzi,
That's
would you like to
valid.
trade miraculously made at home stories with each other? Like I got one, you got one. Like things like where you're in a situation where there's no way in hell you should make it home, but by the skin of your teeth or by the divine grace of God, you somehow found a way home.
Let's see.
With your
I'm sure he's
infinite
got a good
IQ.
one for that.
I'm down to
Yeah,
hear one with
yeah. I mean,
Amzi
I've got
because I
a
feel like
bunch.
I
I
could
gotta
heavy
think
relate
of
with
like
him.
what's the best one. You can go first.
What's the best one?
Jesus.
I'll give you like probably the one I will remember the most. This was some Christmas a couple of years ago, like back when I was finishing bachelor's down in Florida. I think it was like my second year of bachelor's, and I flew up to New York to visit a bunch of friends and everything, and like couch hop and shit for like a week. And we're going out for my boy Dunstan's birthday, and we went up to this town called Huntington, which is like a big drinking town, like, you know, at least for people our age and stuff like that, bar hopping and everything like that. And we get to the last bar, like we're several drinks in, and I hear my name being yelled from across the bar for some bird. I'm like, who the hell is screaming my name? Like at this point, I think I'm like,
Chungus.
bro, this is before like RuneScape happened, or like before Twitch happened, or before I was on Twitch. And I look over and I see like some chick named Mariah I used to work with like at some restaurant like years and years ago, like screaming my name. And she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're here! What are you doing here?" Like, etc. The whole shebang. She buys like me and my friends like a round of shots. We like, you know, we have like a couple of Jaeger bombs between each other. And that last Jaeger bomb I took was what we would like to call the Doom drink, the drink that does you in and killed you, and you're just gone to the Shadow Realm within about like 20 minutes of consuming it. So we have that, like, you know, we're chatting like outside the bar and everything like that, catching up and everything. And we got to catch a train back home to the other county that we got to get to because we all like trained out there, so we got to be driving home and shit. I kind of just like went on my own way, like kind of just wandered, like hit that point. I'm sure we've all had this point before where we got plans and we just kind of deviate and just do whatever when we're that fucked up. And I lost all my friends. My phone had just died, and I asked around. I was like, "Hey, where's the train station around here?" And someone like gave me a general direction. And my ass walked in the midst of December from that bar to a train station at like 1:30 in the morning when it's like 10 degrees outside. My ass walked over there and hopped on the train and got back to my own county and like charged my phone on the train and found my own ass way back. And I do not remember the walk to the train station at all. Like I remember like the last minute and the first minute, and that's about it.
Damn, you popped off.
It was one of those nights.
I hope that after we
survival instinct
die,
kind of stink. It's got to kick in at a certain point.
That's true.
after we die, I hope we can go back and like watch replays. You know, just to like,
Dude.
you know, like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Dude, I hope I can go watch that replay. I
Bro,
just like
you have
I just want to
I'd
see him
love
just
to watch some
stumbling.
replays.
Like a highlight reel, bro? Dude, that would be sick.
Ignoble just
All right,
jacking
so-
off in that same chair he's sitting in.
Yo, come on, bro.
All right, so I've consumed three Popeye spicy chicken sandwiches in one sitting before, so I've met God. So I know the afterlife.
That's a
The
good
That's a
tweet.
good tweet. That's a good tweet.
Yeah, that's a
We'll
good
save that for
tweet.
the end.
Good tweet.
I will just tell you right now, I met God and I've talked to him. The afterlife is you just like kind of vibing in a chair, and you got your entire life basically like, you know, like up on the screen. You got a remote and you just pick, like, you just watch whatever you want and kind of just re-experience it. That's what the afterlife is.
Damn,
So-
that'd be sick.
Make some good memories so you can relive them.
If
I
you
hope that's
guys,
real.
okay, up until how you've lived now, what memory would you want to watch? Like on your highlight, what's a number one top viewed clip of your life when you're dead?
Top clip.
Yeah, what's a top clip?
Clip
Most-
of my life. The one I'd want to see the most, or the one other people would want to see the most?
The one that you want to see the most. Like when you're sitting in your, you know, after death chair, what are you gonna keep replaying?
That's a
I don't
good
think I can
question.
say mine.
I got one.
Who are you fucking?
Yeah, I need to know.
No. It was not sex related. It's yeah, definitely prior job. I'm gonna hold mine though. I think I'm gonna
I
leave
can
my-
say mine,
hold
and it's
mine.
sex related.
Okay, Hamzy, go
Yeah,
for
Okay,
it.
all right, go ahead.
I don't know, because I was thinking about this when Chugga started bringing up stories of like making it home. Like there was a one day I went out and got so fucked up, and I was walking. Dude, I woke up the next morning to like just like 5 or 6 Uber cancellation charges, or like Uber like no show charges, where I was ordering Ubers and just not getting in. And, dude, so like I woke up just next to this woman who's like maybe like pushing 50.
Ain't no
Honestly,
way.
good show. Good show.
Whose wife was it? Whose wife was it?
I don't think she was, but she was like, I was like, no offense, but like, how'd I get here? And she was like, you jumped in my car, telling me take me home, because I thought this woman was my Uber apparently, and I just like got in this random car and was like, take me home. And
Wait,
she
wait,
was
wait.
like, okay,
Fuck
so I took you
Did you
home.
fuck her?
Yeah.
Go! Shout out Hamsey.
Ain't no way.
Fucking bad.
How do I keep getting away with this?
Dude,
Bro,
she
you
was
are not
like-
from this earth.
like, she was like,
Do you remember? Do you remember fucking her or no?
No.
What did she tell you? Like, did you ask her? Did you like? Were you like? Was it good?
She was really nice, honestly. She was like, you asked me for you said take me home, and I was asking where to drop you off, and I kept giving her addresses that like didn't exist or something, and then she was like, and then you just started kissing me from the passenger seat. Like I just apparently made a move on this woman, like who was I thought apparently was my Uber driver. I don't know, dude.
Bro,
And so
Hamsey,
she
what
was-
were you doing?
You just went,
Hamsey, bro.
Hamsey went straight double finger and to the neck with the mouth, bro.
And
Bro,
so she was
Hamsey
like,
just
"Okay, so I took you
he
home,"
resorts to
and-
default and he just starts fucking, dude, when he gets really drunk.
Factory default.
He literally just resets. It's the only thing he knows how to do.
Bro, Hamsey's straight up a nympho. Let's go.
Yeah, no, and she was
Yeah.
super nice. Too, dude. She was super cool. She was telling me how like I have. Oh, okay, so this is how I know. Shit. So this is how I know she wasn't married, because she had said that she was a widow, and so
Oh,
she
no.
was.
Were you fucking
Yeah,
dead people's
well, she
wives
was-
too, man?
No. Listen, dude. She was talking to me about how, like, you know, like you should not like get so fucked up. Like you should drive, you know, when you go out. Like that way, like you'll ensure that you don't like get too drunk, because you have to drive yourself home. And she's like,
That will
That's a
not stop
horrible
you.
suggestion.
That's not gonna stop Hamsey.
I
she was
can't
like,
believe
I
this
have this
woman
car.
picked
If
you
you
up,
want to
fucked
borrow
you.
it, dude. She offered to give me a car. I have a car, but I don't know where she
Yo.
told me that I don't have a
Sugar
car.
mama?
Did you tell her you had a car?
She kept telling me that I could. Well, I like let the conversation keep going, so I didn't like say that I had a car, but she was telling me how like I have this Nissan. It was like a pretty nice. It was a Nissan Maxima, bro. It was like not a bad car. And she was like, yeah, you know, like it's my like dead husband's car. Like I'm just a widow by myself. And she's like, I have my own car. And she's like, if you want, you know, you can buy this car, you can borrow this car for like the whole summer. And like you can keep the car for the summer, like until you find.
Wait, let me
your
stop
own
you. Let me
car.
stop you.
How good is that dick?
wild.
How
So
good
I
is
was about to
that
say, So
dick?
not only did
Damn.
you fucked her good, you didn't just fuck her. Like, you fucked her good.
Yeah, and
Nissan
dude, this is how you
Maxima,
know
dude.
Yeah,
she was-
yeah.
This is how you know she was like. This is how you know she was old, bro. Like she was like, yeah, you can borrow the car, and like you can borrow it for the summer, and then I was like getting an Uber out on the way out, and on the way out, she's like, yeah, like let me give you my number. And I'm like almost about to pull my phone out. She's like, "Oh, I need to find a pen and paper." Like she like literally like took a piece of paper to like write her phone
No.
number for me
Bro.
to like keep in touch, instead of just like saving my number in her phone, or like giving her my like she gave like, dude, I had a crumbled up piece of paper with this woman's phone number on it. I never saved her number, dude. That crumbled up piece of paper stayed on my desk for like maybe like 9 months before I ended up throwing it away. And I was like, I always thought about throwing it away, and I was like, what if I decide to?
I'm
I
not
was like,
telling
I'm gonna
my
keep
story.
it to
Hamsey's
the
is too
days.
good.
Like,
Yeah, no.
Later on, I ended up throwing it away. I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to see this woman again.
You never
Yeah,
called her
Hamsey's
back,
story be
bro?
topping me.
You could have got the free
That's
car.
some memory.
Bro.
Yeah.
You could have stole that car and boosted it. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe. The Nissan Maxima, dude. Not a bad car, bro.
All right, but like as a 50-year-old goes, like how upset were you in the morning when you woke up?
I wasn't upset, dude. I was a little scared, to be honest, dude. I was like, I kind of remember doing this, but like, you're like old, dude. You're like, Dude, I was like, bro, I was like 22 at the time. Like, this was like like fresh out of graduation. Like,
Was she older than
Yeah.
your mother?
no,
Okay.
but like around the same age. Oh, like
Just had
that's
to
what I was
check.
thinking. I was
Probably
like,
go to
you're
the
gonna be
same
like my
book
mom's
club or
friend.
something, bro.
How do you never run out of stories, Hamzy, of just fucking some
I know.
older woman?
I
Like,
was
Have you
thinking
ever
this.
fucked
I
your
was
mom's
gonna
friend?
ask Hamzy, like one of my always when he does come on the podcast, I always ask him like any recent like sex escapades you've had, but like you've already pushed with this story, like we're already far enough. But what has happened recently? Has anything happened?
Nothing really, but like when it
Okay,
comes to the
alright.
stories, like if you were to ask me like what crazy stories you have, and I think about it, I'm like nothing. But then I don't know, we come up with these like we're in conversation and like shit just kind of like pops back into my head. I'm like, oh, that actually was kind of crazy, dude. Now that I think about it, like they're not like crazy stories at the time. I'm not like leaving this girl's house in the morning being like, I'm never gonna forget this.
I just like we just
Yeah,
need to
well,
start
this-
throwing out random questions like, have you fucked an Uber driver?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you
And
had asked
Hamzy's
that,
like-
I could have like we could have heard this story a long time ago.
I think it's just normal for Hamzy. He's like coming to terms with that he doesn't live a normal life.
Yeah.
That he is actually a sex nympho.
I don't know, man. I
So-
just kind of like put one foot in front of the other, and life guides me in a certain direction.
You get one foot in,
That
and
is
then you get
based.
both every time. Yeah.
That is based. That's a great way to do it.
That's
my
a
God.
tweet right there.
Holy shit.
Nothing recently though. You've stayed. You've just been relaxing, working. You had the 36-hour stream, by the way. Round
Oh,
of
yeah.
applause.
We should talk
Yeah,
about that.
man.
Hamzy, what
Yeah,
was
we
that?
did that. I'm in the recovery right now. You know, I'm still sleep debt is a real thing. I will
Yeah.
say.
So we'll go. Let's touch on that. What'd you do? What was a 36-hour stream? Why'd you do
Yeah,
it? What
start f-
happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I did a 36-hour charity stream for the people of Syria. I'm Syrian. My family's Syrian. I know I look white, so like this, like when I tell people this, it like takes them by surprise. I'm fully Syrian.
You look
So I've
exotic
always
to me.
wanted to
Okay.
do
You look
something-
gorgeous.
You do look exotic.
You have an exotic life, so it's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do something for Syria, and like I've always been kind of into the like concept of doing the whole charity streams. That's actually kind of how I got into Twitch. I used to do the DJ streams, and a lot of those big ones were charity streams, mainly for Lebanon. You know, after the explosion, we were really involved with that. But that was kind of like that wasn't really with like a Twitch community. It was more like my IRLs. Like I was hitting up my family, my cousins, my close friends, mostly people who are like Middle Eastern and like really like have some ties with this. And I've always wanted to see what I can do with. I mean, I hit up nobody from my IRLs for this charity stream, like, and yeah, maybe we could have gotten more money, but like I am active in that department in my IRL life, so like I will tap into that market where I can. But like I really wanted to see kind of what we could do as a Twitch community for this, and it was kind of validating, really, just to know that like I don't know, there's like sacrifices you make to stream and to build a Twitch community. Like obviously, like all the Friday, Saturday nights that have decided not to, you know, hang out with my friends. Like I'm also working, like not going to the gym, you know, health stuff. Like you give up a lot to be a streamer, honestly, and do all that. So it's nice to know that like it's, you know, we're not just fucking wasting our time. Like we can do some good. So yeah, we did the 36-hour charity stream. I set my maximum goal as 3K. We hit 4K somehow. You know, just people fucking really showed up, like mind blown by it. Mind blown. Like honestly, it was a big help from all you guys too as well. Like, you know, all the raids, all the hosts, you guys donated a shitload as well. Like it's fucking nice, man. I really just can't say enough like how blown away I am by the community and like what we're really able to do. And hopefully, you know, some people have watched and been, you know, a little inspired to do their own as well. Whatever people think they can raise, you know, take that and just add a shitload, because whatever you think your maximum goal that you're able to hit, like I guarantee you can hit a lot more. So like my advice, like don't put any forfeits on there that you're not willing to do.
100%.
I sure
I come
as
back
You will
to
do
that.
What
them.
was yours? So what was yours? What was the forfeit that you didn't think that you would hit?
36 hours, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going 24, man. I thought I was going 24, like 100%, dude. I was like, there is physically no way we're going 36, like no shot. I was like, I am in it for dude. I remember sitting there like 13 hours in, and I'm like, yeah, we're like a couple $100 away from the 36-hour mark. I was like, I gotta start making new forfeits and shit. Like,
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah. So whatever you can do, like you're gonna hit a lot higher than what you think. So if anyone's eyeing it up, thinking about a charity stream, if you have like a certain cause that's close to your heart, something that you really want to help out with, send it.
That's what I'm searching for. Just trying to find like a good cause that I feel like passionate about to rip something. Because my idea is to run like one of those like Ironman race for like 3 days and just be a backpack the entire time, and it just be a charity stream while I'm running. Is what I wanted to do, and then do stuff along the way.
And people will support it. Honestly, like Twitch is such a good medium for charities. Like now that you think about it, like so many people do subathon. Like subathons are such a common thing where you're doing basically the same thing, but it's like you're putting money in the streamer's pocket. Like it's so much easier to ask people for money when it's for charity.
100%. I would be such a slut for charity. It'd be a lot easier to sell the fuck out to the extreme.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
What was the charity that you raised money for, though, Hamzy? What was the name of it? The fund?
It was the Syrian American Medical Fund.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Yeah. Providing, a lot of people there can't afford medical care. So it's for that.
Yeah. That's crazy. $4,000 just for 36 hours. That's incredible.
It's probably way more than you thought, because I did one, and it was a long time ago. Like I didn't really have any viewers at all. It's when there was some really bad tornadoes in Nashville that destroyed a shit ton of stuff, and I did like a charity stream for Red Cross to send money to Nashville. And I had like barely any viewers, and we still raised like $700. I was just like way more than I thought like was gonna happen. So if you have an idea to do one, I definitely think you hit that on the head. Fucking send it if you have something you're passionate about, because you probably will get a lot more support than you think.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it really was just way more than I thought. Like, the most I've ever raised was 5,000 in a DJ stream for Lebanon right after they had that big explosion. I think it was 2020. And that was with like, dude, I called on my entire IRL community. Like I had so many people supporting. Like I had like local restaurants like giving sponsors and stuff. So like it wasn't really just me. Like there was a big old team, on there. So like being able to do this just with like the people that I've met through like playing RuneScape when I get off work at night, like it's a little different.
You think I could raise $10,000 to shave my head?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, easy.
Dude, yeah. People will do it.
Depends on the charity. If it's not just for you,
Yeah, charity. Yeah.
The T
For
Papa
charity, definitely.
Yeah.
T Papa
The
charity.
T-Papa Foundation, bro. Where we bring Michelin star meals to underprivileged
You give me
streamers.
shady charity
Oh,
head
hell no.
vibes, bro. Show with your fucking suit on, your Mormon credentials. Like you can already sell it, dude.
I'm already like pulling out of this one.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I pivot the conversation just a tiny bit?
Sure.
Earlier before Hamzy said his story, I thought Chungus and Hamzy were gonna do like a 1-for-1 on the drunk and not getting home story, and I just have to
I'm
go
waiting
back
on
to that.
Hamzy's. I gotta hear it.
Oh, that was what mine was.
That was the girl, yeah.
The old
Yeah.
lady, yeah.
Did I hear Chungus?
I mean, it's kind of like
No,
a
we
little
haven't
bit off
heard
topic, but that's
You
what
told me
reminded
already.
me of that
Oh,
story.
he told
Oh.
his. This is
Travis
what
was
yeah.
the train ride home that he.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
the train ride.
right. I'm
Like
sorry.
walking my ass like for 30 minutes through like freezing cold, finding my way to a train station.
Yeah.
Bro, see, this
But
is
I'm
what I
blacked
mean.
out.
I had
I
like
don't
an
remember the
ounce
walk.
of alcohol, and I already am forgetting absolutely everything
Zoe,
that
chill,
happened.
bro.
You
You're
think I
fucked
could
up
walk
right now.
around?
Chill, bro.
You think I could walk around
You
with
gotta-
80
hang on, I'm
ounces?
getting can number 3.
You
Nah,
think I could walk around with 80 ounces of malt liquor and not be blacked out in 2 seconds?
That's fair.
Yeah, we're not gonna put you on the Edward 40 hands team. I
No,
like
we'll
you.
put
I like
on,
the-
Flip
like
Cup.
you flip cup. Flip cup be good for you. Yeah. Flip,
I'm
even
really good at
Dizzy
flip
Bat. I
cup.
think Dizzy Bat would
Put
be
me
good
on
for
flip
you
cup
too.
against Zoe.
No.
I can do
That's
Dizzy
true.
Bat.
No, when I was younger, I had so I worked at this camp for a while where I was teaching kids and like dancing and acting and stuff, and I was having this really bad thing where I would get so fucking dizzy that I had to lay down. Like I felt like I was like blacking out every few minutes, and I went to a neurologist and I had anxiety-induced vertigo, which apparently is a real thing.
Hmm.
So I don't think I
Anxiety-induced
should do
vertigo.
Dizzy Bat. I will
Yeah.
get stressed and the vertigo will come back. So let's not do that.
I was gonna
But,
say because
yeah.
you got softball build for sure. The softball
What the fuck
build.
does that mean?
You never seen softball players?
You just called me a
That's-
lesbian?
No.
just called her a lesbian,
Whoa,
man.
That's
who
hot.
said that all
You
softball
literally
players
just
are
called me a dyke.
lesbians? No. Softball players have low center gravity, very strong legs. They're built. That's what I mean by
Yeah,
that.
sure, whatever, dude.
Right.
You just called her a lesbian.
Also, you
Aw.
like girls too, so it doesn't matter anyway. So.
No, it's fine. I just used to swim. It's not like I, thought I had like
Hang
a
on.
nice back or anything. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not like.
I'm
offended.
just saying you have softball build. That's a compliment.
Seth, I got you from left field. Quick, listen, a distraction. Listen to this.
Go ahead.
That was I just cracked the beer. That's all.
Oh damn.
I didn't even hear it.
I
Unfortunately,
didn't hear it either.
Yeah.
But-
Screw Discord's big
No.
thing. Whatever. I just cracked the third one.
That's not me. That softball girls
You
are
cracked
built
a
like
cold
fucking.
one.
They're built
Softball
insane.
girls, yeah,
They're really-
yeah.
they're built different.
Wait, Zoe said she did some swimming. Hang on a second. You actually did like swimming and stuff, like competitively, or like the teams.
Well, yeah, but I stopped when I was like 9, so it doesn't really count.
What do you mean? She's just gaslighting me.
I was about to-
I used to be a swimmer.
How was your
But-
53?
What
How
she
was
meant to
your-
say was she
your
meant to say
40?
I got in a pool when I was a kid is what she was trying to say.
No,
I
but
see.
swimming was always like, a big hobby of mine. I just stopped doing it like on a team when I got into middle school. You know what I mean?
So you still kept up with it later, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swam a mile 2 summers ago, like consistently.
That's something. Yeah,
Every
That's
day?
good.
Not every day, but me and my friend that we worked on this lake, and we would swim a mile like once a week or like every other week. It's a lot.
It's exhausting. I've
Yeah,
been
it's a lot.
spearfishing twice in my life, and I don't know how much we swam, but like I was wanted to die after it, and I was in pretty good shape too. It's pretty exhausting.
It's rough.
God damn.
Yeah.
We can go back to the so we were talking about like the highlight reels of our lives, or what would be the top clip, and Hamzy's fucking just blew. He went first and made all of us look bad. So I don't know if anybody even wants to follow up on that.
Yeah, dude. I'm just sounding like I'm sucking my own dick, so I'm gonna
leave.
leave. I'm gonna hold on to mine. Like I'm just gonna sound like I'm sucking my own dick.
That's
I'm good.
that's why it's your top clip.
Thank
'cause
you for
wanna-
saving my life, Prison Joe.
How'd you
I
figure
saved
out how to
Zoe's
suck
life,
your
yeah.
own dick?
Huh? Because it's
How'd you
like
figure-
it's like I look at myself. It's like a heroic thing for me. Like I
It was
save
heroic when you
people, I
sucked
do.
your own dick.
It would be because not many men can do that. Actually, I don't. Has anybody ever sucked their own dick?
I mean,
No,
we've
I've
all
tried.
tried.
We've all
Like,
tried,
We
yeah.
have now removed ribs from our
Haven't been
body.
able
We
to.
can't.
No,
do
but
that.
you should like if you lie on your back and put your like legs above you and try to like you're like like
I'd die. I'd cut
Yeah.
off circulation. I'd die.
Everybody's tried though for sure.
we've all tried, yeah, for sure. Dude, if you could auto fillet, dude, hell yeah, that would be the life.
Were any of you gonna share yours though?
I mean, mine's not as good as Hamzy's, but yeah, I'll tell you. There was a day I was in high school, and it was like Memorial Day or Labor Day. I don't know, some day we didn't have school. And we went to like a community college, or me and my girlfriend at the time went to a community college because empty parking lot. You start fucking as you do in high school. And I just think that nobody's there because it's the day off. And then I see like the security guard come from like really far away on his little security guard golf cart, and he's just like cruising. And I don't know, I guess he got there kind of quick. So I, pull out, hop into the front seat, make direct eye contact with the guy. He realizes also what he's made eye contact with. And then we see like his, I don't know, 9-year-old kid is also with him for the day because he probably didn't have school. And yeah, I just threw the car into reverse and like skirted out of there. It was crazy. I drove like a madman for 10 minutes. I just want to go back and watch that whole sequence again. It was insane.
Dude, the
Pretty good.
rush
I didn't fuck a
of
50-year-old
driving
chick
away.
though. It was so bad, dude.
It gives
was,
me the Marshawn Lynch when he steals the cart and he's just driving it around. Like,
Oh,
that's
dude.
you want to see that?
He's just monka steering out of there.
Yeah.
Bro, it was. I just like I couldn't enjoy it in the moment because I'm like, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. This is awful. 9-year-old kid just saw me fucking. He's with his dad. How can he explain it? Everything was going through my head, and I just want to go back and enjoy that because that was sick as hell.
Pretty good.
Damn.
Damn.
Zoe Ignoble.
Okay, I don't have this isn't a good story, but it was the best day of my life, so I just have to explain it to you. So I used to work at this resort. I feel like I talk about it all the time. Same place where I swam the miles. But on the last day of the resort, there were no more guests because it was just for the summer. So we spent the whole morning like closing down all the cabins and stuff. And then after that happened, we all like took off our work shirts and like ran into the lake. This was at like noon, okay? So we all go and get changed and we go play slosh ball, which is kickball, but you have to finish your drink by the time you get to home base, which should be in the Olympics, by the way. So we're all like fucking blacked out by like 4 p.m. I go take a nap and then we go to the dining hall where they give us all the remaining alcohol that they did not get through for the summer, which was like 100 bottles of wine, like all these cases of beer. Like it was insane. So we have dinner and then I go take another nap and then I come out and like everyone is naked because they're playing fucking strip cup. I'm like, what is happening? It's like all my coworkers just absolutely butt-ass naked playing strip club on the deck of the resort, just like out in the open, like where people check in, like where the guests check in. But there's no guests there. And it's like in the middle of the woods, so it didn't matter. And then the next thing I remember, I'm like skinny dipping in a lake and we're just like chugging rum while swimming in like the most beautiful lake you've ever seen in your life. I get out and smoke a cigar for the first time, inhale it, puke everywhere, shatter my phone, and then I think some of you have seen the picture with like the snot bubble that's like this big hanging out of my nose.
Yeah.
That was my hangover the next morning.
Oh,
But that was
no
just like
way.
the best night of my life, like ever by far. It was like the most beautiful thing ever. Worst hangover of my life as well too. Pain, absolute sheer unadulterated pain.
Wait, was
Insane.
this like recent years or did you just have that selfie saved?
This was like it's like junior year of college. So like, how old am I?
You're like 20, I'd say, around that.
It was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I had to think about that.
It took a lot of math.
I don't know what year it is. 2022?
I think so.
We're in
I'm
20.
Almost
25.
23.
It's about to be 2021.
I graduated college in 2019.
Mm.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
That's pretty good. Close enough. Bro, the pandemic, I cannot be the only one that the pandemic just completely fucked up the concept of time.
Time is
It
Right?
definitely did.
Time is not
No,
real.
for
Time is a
everybody
flat
here, it
circle.
100%
Yeah.
has.
I also like graduated basically into it. So I'm like, everything between when I graduated college and now is just a blur. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It sounds like an awesome day, though. My God.
Yeah, it was good.
we all need one of
Ignoble, any
those.
for you?
For me,
Mhm.
I'd say the one clip that I'd love to replay in my life is. I'm just gonna say, the first time I did Molly, I want to replay that. Just like
Real.
the first time it hits, you just don't. This like the euphoria that hits you. You're just like, oh my God. Part of me is just like, what the hell is this? The other part is just like, holy shit. Why is everything so good? Just everything, you know. And like, I'm not like I smile a lot, I laugh, but like when I say that. Like my face hurt the next day, not because I was chewing on my cheeks, that was half of it. The other half of it was like I was smiling like for like 8 hours straight the entire time because I was just so happy. Every single minute of it, just every time I saw some like my friends, new people, complete strangers, music, just everything made me happy, and I want to experience that again. Just that first time,
Fucking love you, bro.
dude.
No, you're valid for that.
Yeah, I told so many people that I loved them that day. Holy shit, even complete strangers. I was just
And
like,
you meant it.
yeah, I did.
That's the best part.
I've had people walk up to me plenty of times, and we show the love back because I understand what they're going through. I don't, but like I do, but I don't, but I do. So, like you just have to reciprocate it. That's just the golden rule.
But like, if you're at like a festival, like everybody's like, everybody's cool with that. You know, they're all just like, okay, everyone's
yeah.
in the same.
Even
Yeah.
the alcohol. There's
That's
people
just
like
the vibe of
there's
the place.
yeah.
You know?
There's always somebody who gets drunk and they become the "I love you" guy or "I love you, man." That guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's always one of those.
I've definitely hit that bar a couple of times. Like I'm not always that kind of person. Like very rarely I become that kind of guy, but I've definitely hit that a few times.
You definitely told me that in Nashville.
We okay. I want to hear
drunk
Chungus's
when I said
top
that.
clip that of his life that he
Okay.
wants to see, and then I have another question for you guys about drunk things. I'll let Chungus go first.
Okay, so there's 3 of them that I would choose to replay between. One is Demon Time, one is like super friendship time, and one is like just like gang shit friendship time. So I'll let you pick like
I
which
love
one
the
of the 3.
categories.
So I'm not trying to like kind of
categories.
like monopolize the conversation. So y'all pick one of the 3.
You can
No,
monopolize
go.
the conversation. It's your
No,
episode.
it's
Literally,
not a
your
monopoly.
name
Yeah,
is going to
it's
be
a
on the
podcast.
title of the
I mean,
cast.
Demon
I'm not
Time.
wearing
Like,
a
like if I'm
monocle.
just throwing my vote in, I'm saying Demon Time.
I'm
Obviously.
going Demon Time as
Yeah,
well.
let's send Demon Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of my homies was getting married, and like me and my entire friend group at the time, I think it was like in my early to mid 20s. Like we all showed up at the wedding, got like fucked up as hell, like rented some hotel rooms, like we're all balling out in there, and I ended up having a threesome with the chick I was seeing at the time, Lexi, and her friend Sarah. So that's my Demon Time
Okay.
replay.
Give
right
it up for
there.
Lexi and Sarah.
Woo-hoo! This guy solo tobbed on a hardcore Iron Man and had a threesome. What have you
and he
done
had
with
a-
your life, dude?
What have you done?
This is a Demon Time. That's a Demon Time replay. Like we're feeling like some sort of like type of way. We'll replay that. And the other 2 are much more wholesome than that. That
I'm
one's more of, like,
flabbergasted.
Yeah, I'm
That was
shocked.
short.
It's
Go
like,
ahead. Do at least
wow.
one more.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm not going to get into detail of that kind of thing. Like this isn't that type of podcast. Like
Did
this
you
is
come?
not that
it
type of
is.
fantasy
It
game.
is that kind of podcast.
is-
What the fuck
have
do you
you
think
listened
this
to the
is?
podcast?
Everything.
Did you tell about your threesome on the Sebe cast?
No, because that's
Exactly.
a different kind of one. That's more of a wholesome one.
Wow, this is wholesome sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
with holes.
I
Super
feel
wholesome,
so
dude.
wholesome right now, just knowing.
Literally
More
filling
wholesome.
holes in this podcast. That's what this podcast is. God, like so,
Listen, I'm
I
not trying
need
to get
some.
into those kind of details. If you want that, you got to pay extra. Like you got to pay like Pornhub Plus or something for like the details of that shit.
I need the build up to it at least. Like you just said like, oh yeah, Demon Time out of 317. Like what? Like how did that?
Threesomes
what?
don't just start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how
why
did you
like-
pull that off?
Yeah.
Like what? Like
Okay, so both of them were curious about this kind of thing, and I was very open-minded about that. And Lexi had this discussion with me like 2 weeks prior to this, like going on. And it's like, listen, like if me and Sarah like wanted to like get into a threesome with you, like would you be down for it, or are you very like much so monogamous rather than polyamorous, like kind of thing? I was like, if you're involved and like we're all open-minded about this kind of thing, like I'm all about it. Like, if you need to set some ground rules so you feel comfortable about this kind of thing, like, go for it. Like, we had discussions about this, like, for a week prior. And then when it actually happened, like, we had a couple
Okay.
drinks and everything, and A plus B equals C. I'll let you fill in the blanks. Ignoble, if you want to, like, have some fucking, like, crazy-ass just fantasy in your head, go for it. Like, you fill in the blanks however which way you want to.
Yes, bro. He taught Lexi and
Bro.
Sarah all about tick manipulation.
nah, dude. He showed him the tree, dude.
All right, I'll give you some timeline to this. This was when I was not playing old school RuneScape at all. I think this was like, yeah, this is late 13, early 2014. Yeah, it was early 2014 this happened. I wasn't playing Rune at all
Do
at
you-
the time. Like, I think I was playing like League of Legends, like the only video game I was really like playing like that.
Damn,
How
that's even
are
more
you-
impressive.
As a
Yeah.
League of Legends player, not just fucking one girl, but 2 in one go. That just doesn't add up to me.
Listen, I'm a top laner, okay? That's just how we roll.
My God.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Okay,
good
we
demon
have time
time
for
one.
one more wholesome. Come on, can we have
Yeah.
one more? What's the like
Yeah.
demon
Okay.
friendship one or whatever?
Okay,
Gang
so
shit.
oh, the gang shit one.
Yeah, I'm curious. Whichever one you want to tell
Okay.
more. I just
Well, both of them are good, but I more so like the wholesome one because it's very much recent.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so this was end of October. This was like the reason I didn't show up to TwitchCon, pretty much. Like the wedding I had to go to, like my homeboy's wedding. Like this entire weekend was unironically one of the best weekends of my entire life. Getting to see a lot of people that I grew up with, like in my middle school, high school era. A couple other people, like came into our lives in like late college, post college era. And it was just all of us just hanging out together, like in a couple places we rented out, even just like outside of the wedding ceremony and stuff like that, just having a good time with each other. And like even the wedding ceremony, like post dinner, like the dance party we had for a couple of hours and stuff like that. There were some like dumb memories. Like our buddy Billy, like his wife kind of went off the deep end, had a couple of drinks, and started like becoming a little bit of a magpie, like a bit of a klepto. Like before I get into this, our before I get into like her klepto act, so our little gift from Casey the groom was a fidget spinner tailored to like his memories tied to us. So all 9 of us, like all of his best friends, like half groomsmen, half like other people that were pulling through, we all had fidget spinners. And Billy's wife was stealing all of our fidget spinners when we like got into a circle and we were like spinning them around like post dinner, like as the dancers was like getting started. Well, I was just hanging out. It's like, yeah, we're in our 30s. We're just spinning fidget spinners, and she just comes over and just like yoinks like 6 of them.
Damn.
So I don't know. This is like a bunch of stuff. It was just like one of the best times I've ever had in my entire life. Just getting to hang out with a bunch of people. Like the day before the wedding, we had like a big ass night of Jackbox, like 5 hours of Jackbox in the barn for the like the whole entire venue. We had the whole thing displayed on screen. I'll like send a couple of photos in the Discord chat of like some of the Jackbox like things we had like pulled up and everything. Like we got a little dirty with them, but it was just, we were just laughing with each other. We're just having a good time. Like we don't really get to hang out with each other because we're all spread across like the U.S. and everything. So it was like one of the few times we could actually come together and just kind of relive like some old memories like that, you know?
Hell yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
I would definitely give that a top 3 spot, if not top 1 spot.
I feel like the older
I
you
love
get,
that.
you get a lot less opportunities to meet, see all those people you get to hang out with every day, and now it's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
good.
when you hear somebody say like, "Hey, appreciate like what you have with the people you have now," it's true.
Mm-hmm.
How many like
Indeed.
people from high school do you guys still keep in contact with?
I probably, for me, there's 3, and that was gonna be like since he opened the categories of like demon time, like it doesn't have to be something maybe that's more wholesome or personal. I do have a decent one if you want to hear it.
I'm down.
Since you said that,
go for it.
If I definitely would want to like play this back and see it because it really is crazy. But it was after I was a junior in high school, I think. It was after this prom. It was like the post prom party, and one of my good friends, fucked a senior's girlfriend and went to prom with her. Like he like kind of like stole her from him, and so the guy who he stole her from was calling him that night. We were like. We're out in the middle of fucking nowhere, like bonfire, yeehaw, like Tennessee high school kids. Like, there's a bunch of us, probably like 30 of us. Honestly, it was a little party. It was a little Kaikona party. We were drinking, and this guy kept calling my friend and saying, "I'm gonna beat your ass," like talking shit to him. And so my friend was like, "We'll pull up then, and we'll settle it. We'll fight. Like, we'll get it over with." And he kept calling and calling, and the night went on. People kept getting more drunk, and people started passing out, falling asleep. And so he calls him and he says, "I'm here." And by the time he says that, there's like 8 of us probably awake. There's not many of us awake at this point, but I was awake. So we go up to the fence because we were on this girl's property. It was a horse farm. There's like horses everywhere and I had like a big gate in the front. So we go up to the gate and like I'm looking out in the street. I just see like 40 fucking dudes. Like I'm no bullshit. Like I'm not even exaggerating. There's like 40 guys. And the dude in the front walking towards us. And I was like, oh, fuck. I'm not fighting.
Army.
I said, oh, shit. He brought the squad. So they're in the middle of this is a main road. Like, this is an actual, like, road. Like, they're standing in the middle of this road. It's like 3 in the morning. It's like barely anybody on the road. Like, a car's passing every now and then. And, like, I start negotiating immediately. I'm like, well, obviously you have 40 people. You're gonna beat our ass. So let them fight. I was like this. Like I was like, I know you, Trey, John. Like we're friends. Like I don't want to fight you guys too. Like this doesn't have to do with us because there was like people on the other side I'm friends with too. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking fight. God, this has nothing to do with me, man. And I was like, so we got in the fight. They came out in the middle and they fought. And honestly, like my boy was whooping his ass. He was beating the shit. Like on the side of the roads they have like the ditches. Like he hit him with like just 4 or 5 good shots, put him into the ditch, was on top of him, just wailing, just beating his ass. And then of course, one of his friends comes up and kicks my friend in the head, and then like he runs back, and then like during this whole scuffle, a cop car comes by and just stops right there in the middle, and they like everybody's like looking at the cop car, and it's a female officer gets out, and she says, "Hey, stop!" And everybody just runs, bro, like just. Everybody takes off running. Like I'm running. I went through I tried to jump a electric fence. I got caught on the fence and it shocked me like 8 times. And I just ripped off my pants and I left my jeans just hanging. I left my jeans hanging on the barbed wire fence. And I continued to run through the field. I was like yelling at the horses so they move out of the way. And I just ran into the woods. Luckily for me, I was familiar with this area because my dad's little business, I grew up working in greenhouses, and his business was like his greenhouses were right down the road. So I knew the area. So we're like everybody's just like scattered throughout the woods on this big farm. And then all of a sudden, of course, like tons of cops are coming. Like they're all pulling up onto this property. There's like tons of them because they don't have anything fucking better to do. And it's like 3 a.m. and they're searching for us, like looking for us. And like I'm like in my boxers with a shirt on, like and some shoes because I lost my jeans. And I rounded up. I was rounding people up. Like, I was getting them together. And then I like led us all over to my dad's business. And then I broke into my dad's business. I broke the lock on the door to get in. And I knew there was a computer in there. I knew the password to the computer. So I got on the computer because I didn't have my phone because I left my phone back at the the bonfire, like the camp area. I left my phone there. So I didn't have my phone on me. So, and nobody else really had their phone either. So I went there and I got on the computer and I got on the Facebook Messenger and I messaged one of my friends. Like I kept messaging him. And then I started calling him and I finally woke him up and he pulled up in this huge Jeep and picked us all up and saved the day. But it was, I would definitely like to relive that. So there's a lot of nuance in there too. I try to tell the fast version of that because it is a lot, but that's
Trey.
yeah, no. That's the craziest part. Is this guy actually showed up with like I am not exaggerating. There's probably 30 guys, like probably close to 30 guys with him. And I was just like, what the fuck?
I need a squad like that, bro.
We're getting like John, Trey. Come on, we're gonna do this, guy.
I knew like half the people because they went to a different like high school. I played football against them. Like I knew them. I was like, come on, guys. Like I don't have issues with like why are we gonna fight? It's between these fucking idiots here. Like I didn't fuck your girlfriend. I was like, I'm just here. Like, bro. But yeah, that was.
That is a wild story. I would love to watch
That's
that.
some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some. It was pretty yeehaw, but it was a good time. It was a good time. I'd never got those jeans back either, but fuck it, and fuck 12.
So true.
On jaw.
Realest shit I ever heard.
God damn. That's such K-Kona shit.
Yeah, we enjoyed that, but
God damn.
That was a good one right there. I gotta give it to you. That was a good one.
Thank you. Do you want to read some Twitter topics?
Sure.
Twitter topics.
We could.
Oh, yeah,
well, I did have a question about a little earlier.
Oh yeah, I had a question too, but you go first. Yeah, I forgot my question.
I was gonna say, like, now that we're all older and we have a drinking career in our past. What is your idea of your what do you see yourself as a drunk? I was thinking of this when somebody was talking about themselves, but what kind of drunk do you think you are? And because a lot of us have seen each other not sober, I want the group to sort of verify whether or not that is true or they have.
I like this. That's a good questioning, Noel.
That's a good
one.
Yeah. So what is go from the top? We have Chungus as our guest. You go first.
All right. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, but there's a multitude of different ways it can go. For me, there are 3 different paths I can take when we descend into demon time, the shadow realm, whatever you want to call it. Either one, I'm dead to the world and I just die. And I think first night of Tastesgiving could probably attest to that when I just like passed out in a chair for like when I just like, kind of passed out in a chair for 30 minutes. It was, just like be recharging real quick. Like, you know, we go down that route.
Memories.
That's possible right there. That's route number 1. Route number 2 is the we love everybody like kind of thing. Like I pull up to you, put my arm around you, just to let you know like, hey, T-Papa, I love you, man. Listen, me and you, we're homies, like shit like that. Like maybe I pat your chest a little bit. That's option number 2. Option number 3, belligerent. Nothing I say is coherent, and I look like one of my stream titles.
I've seen you option 2 for sure, especially at Tastesgiving. You were very, very kind of the homies. You're kissing us all a lot. It was you're very on the I love you train. So I agree with you. That's probably accurate.
So you got option 2. Let's go.
I've never seen you belligerently drunk. I don't think where you're just like just completely gone.
That's a rare one. But when you get it, it's like it's a rare sight, and it's like okay, we're concerned for his well-being. So let's hope we don't go down that one again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can confirm we've seen option 2 at Tastesgiving. I remember.
I've seen option 2, but I feel like I've also seen Chungus be a little bit, what's the word for it? Like a little, like between 1 and 2, where it's like a little spacey, a little lovey, a little like, hello, Chungus, come back. You know what I mean? But still lovey. Like, you know, are we on the same plane? But still definitely 2 prevails.
And for anyone listening, what he means by his stream titles, I just looked up the first one that came up. His one of his last stream titles was this is by Mr. A Cold One. How many video games can you play when not you video are games playing instead of not playing something? True or?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I was gonna tell you that Chungus comes into my chat and he baits me with these messages, and I typically will read them. I'll read you a couple of his last messages here. Here's one. I noticed when you fight Hunlif under 400 HP that you fight Hunlif under path and you move to side that you're on the move to go with Hunlif on the side where you did. So typically he reels me in with that first sentence there, and I'm like, oh, it's a cold one. He's going to tell me something useful. You know,
Dude,
Bible,
yeah.
Me being like, I'll do that. I'm going to have
Has
Winter and
a
I'll
cold
yell
one
and I'll move
ever
on.
typed something useful, dude? I don't think
No.
so.
Bro, the worst part is,
do.
the worst part is you read the beginning and you're like, oh, dude, it's a cold one. Like I should.
Yeah,
probably
he
do
might be
some
telling
cool
me something good. Yeah.
Mhm.
He might be
It's
making fun
a
of me.
shit post. It's 9 out of 10 times a shit post. That's what I live for. All right, so that kind of brings me back to like the days. Like you remember back when Netflix was there due to the disc with it had computers to 2000s was in the box.
Mhm.
Y'all remember that shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my example.
Hmm.
Hamzy just had to go die.
Yeah, here's another one here.
Yes.
Hey, small tip for phase 1. You want to drop the staff for the next person when you equip the staff, or the next one have staff drop you for them with have the staff one that one here you drop.
That's so, bro. If you like type that, if I was hardcore topping, I would like be so focused on like what you're saying,
You'd
and I would die. Like that
Do you-
could kill me.
So
Do
I'm
you
not
write
typing
that
really hard for
yourself,
topping.
or do you,
Yeah,
does
I
that
just
like?
kinda, I just kind of go.
My God.
Funny.
Like my brain's just like kind of the autocorrect auto type thing on your phone.
It gets you about halfway, then I
impressive.
yell and I say, "You had me in the first half there. You had me in the first half. Had me down bad in the first half there, but I recovered."
So true, honestly.
All right.
You want to go next? What's the order? You can see the order, Ignoble.
If you're going across, Chungus was first, and I guess I'm next. Damn it.
Horny.
I don't know. I think what? No, I'm not horny when I'm drunk. I'm just not like that. I think I don't know. You guys can tell me, but I think I just become a very chatty person. Like I'm not super chatty, like when I'm just by myself or when I'm sober. Like like I could be talkative, but like when I'm drunk, I feel like I'm just nonstop. My mouth is just moving, just talking all the time. But
Yeah, Ignoble on the fritz when he's fucked up a little bit. Dude, I took Ignoble to a
Chatty
party when
Cathy.
he came to visit me, and dude, bro, there was one point, dude, where like I'm over like hanging out, you know, whatever, and I see Ignoble like talking to this guy. He's like showing him his phone, and he's like, "Look at that," and I'm looking
Oh,
over like,
no.
"What is it?" And Ignoble's showing the guy the stream manager page of his Twitch.
so
Like,
okay,
it's not even his profile. It's like the stream manager
Don't
page. He's
justify
like, look
this
at
right
that.
now. Don't
So,
justify this.
look, the preface was like he was telling me, he's like, hey, like for some reason this guy was like, dude, Ignoble, I went to an Indian wedding recently. I'm like, okay, I've never talked to this guy before. This is the first thing he's ever said to me, and I'm just like, cool. And then I
Just
like,
so you know, I don't know that guy. That's
okay,
I don't
sure,
know
whatever,
that guy.
dude. It's probably your best friend. But he's just like, dude, I've been to an Indian wedding. Like, what do you think? I was kind of like, you know, not sober, and I was just going off, and I was just like, look, dude, just, you know, I'm telling you, the best place to find like hot women, Indian weddings. That shit's cool. Like, you got to go for like the bridesmaids, because those, the single bridesmaids, because they're the saddest, because they see their you know, their best friend getting married, their bar is at an all-time low. That's where you go in and swipe right in. And the dude just like, dude, that's so funny. Is that a bit, bro? Do you stream? He literally asked me, do you stream? And I was just like, actually, I do. And that's why I wanted to pull up my Twitch page. Then that was the, and like, that was the,
Hey,
that was
no
the-
way.
That is so good.
it was, yeah, that was, But yeah, the whole time, like, he kept asking me, dude, is that a bit? Is that a bit, dude? Is that a bit? I'm like, I guess.
That guy's
I
gonna
was-
kill you.
Probably.
Yeah, like I was kind of fucking annoying, but I just thought it was so funny that he's not even showing him his profile. He's showing him the stream manager page, and the guy's looking. He's like, "What the fuck is this? What
I
are
was
these?
fucking-
You're just showing me a page of numbers."
Honestly, this is just ignoble things.
I just see like a Hamzy dad where he like reaches and grabs the phone. He's like, "Stop! Stop that!"
Dude, you said you were gonna be cool, man.
Yeah, what the hell, bro?
I hope I didn't embarrass myself in front of Hamzy's friends. So
I hope you did.
I hope you did too.
actually, I hope I did too. Fuck your,
I agree.
Fuck
With
your
you.
reputation.
You're very happy, chatty guy. Like me and you've had some real deep conversation. We can go on. You can talk a lot. You're talking.
Yeah, no, Ignoble's fun to go out with, man. We had a good
Yeah.
time.
You were fun.
Expert social drinker. That's what I'll say.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. No, that's Ignoble's one guy that I totally felt comfortable just bringing out to people. I was like, I know this guy's just gonna have a good time with people.
And then I whipped out my creator dashboard.
And then he did a creator tap, you know, it
We
was
all make
one
some
strike,
mistakes.
but like overall,
Okay.
you know, everything else, you know, was pretty good. Like it would have been a perfect night, you know. You can't win them all.
Okay. Okay. All right, we got Zoe next on deck.
Eyes
I
lit
don't
up.
know. What?
I said your eyes lit up. It's like, oh shit, it's my time to shine.
Oh, I always think I'm last, but I don't know. I feel like most of you haven't really seen me that drunk, honestly. I think Prison Joe has seen me the most drunk. I think I'm pretty normal, honestly. I think I don't change that much.
Seth's face
Really?
is like, yeah, dude. Totally.
I feel confident about this.
Let's
Except-
just have Seth describe her then.
Okay.
Seth has got like the
But
really
to be fair,
not you
that was
line,
that was like
face.
next level drunk. I haven't been that drunk in so fucking long. Like I
Me and
never
Zoe
ever drink
cried
that much.
together.
Like okay, I get emotional sometimes. I like a little heart to heart moment. But I think the rest of you can vouch that like I don't normally get drunk enough to where it's like very obvious that I'm drunk. I'm pretty much the same.
I
Very
think
I like taking care of people. That's like I love having a job. I always need a job. I need a job. I
Right.
need a mission. I need someone to save, you know?
I was gonna say, mommy. Like you're the just,
Yeah.
just making sure everyone's okay kind of person.
Listen,
Sounds about
Zoe, what do you do on New Year's Eve? What are you doing?
Sitting at home.
Oh, you want to take care? You want to get together, me, you, and Krylax? I'll get fucking inebriated. You can take care of me.
I'm kind of down. I'm kind of down.
We can
I love
organize
taking
this,
care of
like
people.
mini base, like organization.
Yeah, no, that's
mini
a good
base New
idea.
Year's.
I don't have like any plans yet.
I don't
never
have any
leave the
plans. I
house.
might come down there. Be good content.
Okay.
Please do. I would love for the four of us to just get together.
That
I
would be
know
really
Seth
fun,
is
yeah.
the kind of the guy to just
Actually,
be like,
I'm-
yeah, last second, I'm flying out.
I'm moving 2 days before that, but if I can make it happen, we'll see. We'll see.
Whatever.
I was gonna say, yeah, Zoe's she lives in the moment when she's drunk. She's not very chatty. She's kind of quiet, but yeah, she's on the lookout. She's she usually has some type of bag that usually has some type of
Oh,
settler
I
stuff
got
that
my
can-
not like a bag, but like a bag. Like
Yeah,
a real
she's
like a
got- she's
purse.
got-
Like
yeah,
a
she's got
purse.
she's got a purse that can yes.
I got
like,
the bag. You know?
somebody's bleeding, like we're good.
bag.
Like if
Oh, like a
someone, you know,
bag.
got a headache.
Not the bag,
something,
Not, not like
like
a
a
bag, but like a
Yeah.
bag.
No, no.
There's a difference between a bag and a baggie.
She's prepared.
No.
prepared.
The
And then,
Spotify
yeah.
listeners are like, what the fuck are these people talking about?
If Zoe
I know, I got the
goes,
purse. You know, I got
I'm
everything.
about to get in that
always.
bag, yo.
if Zoe goes full demon time on the drinking, like, yeah, she's gonna be the emotional drunk. She's going the heart to heart kind of drunk, not the girl who's like just crying for no reason. Like she's gonna want to talk and have like a deep conversation and maybe
Oh,
let
yeah,
out some
we're-
emotion.
I might cry a little.
Yeah,
but
okay.
but it's not like a cry. It's like
Hysterical,
I can't
yeah.
stop the water from coming out of my eyes cry. But it's not,
Yeah.
you know, nothing we can't handle. It's just like coincidentally crying,
true.
you know what I mean? Thank
I like
you.
it. I like it.
Your eyes are tearing up because it's like very, very dry outside.
Exactly.
Kind of cry.
I'm just not used
It's
to
just a
it.
coincidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida is,
100%.
Onions.
I'm just so hydrated. I drink so much water. It's like it has to come out somewhere.
So
Exactly.
true. All right, Seth, what kind of drunk do you think you are?
I have an interesting answer for this. It really depends on what I'm drinking, man. Really, like honestly, it's very dependent upon what I'm drinking. And primarily, you guys have probably seen me consuming beer, which I'm very like I'm gonna be joking a lot, big jokes. Like I'm gonna make a lot of jokes and be roast people, very
Wow,
laid
big joke
back,
guy.
relaxed, like trying to add a good vibe to the party. It's primarily vodka, kind of the same, but I'm very horny. Like very like sex is definitely like I'm very sexually charged up. And then you guys never see me drink whiskey. Like primarily, I don't want to drink whiskey because like I would just like those are all like I'm angry and I want you to punch me in the face. I don't. That's why I stay away from whiskey. I've had bad experiences where I've gotten into some bad situations drinking whiskey, so I stay away from it. Even though
Bro,
I
how's
do-
that you when you're drinking whiskey? That's me when I'm drinking tequila. Those are very different liquors.
That's what I was gonna
Wow.
ask. What's the Seth tequila drunk like?
I'd say closer along the lines of vodka. About
Yeah.
the same. But I'd say in general, like if I have a good like medium level of drunk, I would say that I'm pretty laid back. Like I just want to laugh, have fun, and just fucking instigate and just have a good time. Like I want to instigate people into drinking more, instigate people into kind of like pushing their boundary, and
Yep.
you know just add to the vibe of the party, whatever that may be.
I guess I'm gonna
Or
ask.
take control. If we need to take control, someone needs to take control and handle something, I will do that. I'm more than happy to do
Okay.
that. I'm more than
Okay.
happy to be in charge if
Daddy
there's something
vibes.
that needs to happen. Yes, if there needs to be a daddy of the party. Because I did have to do the daddy vibe at our Saturday party when I stopped the music and yelled at people. I had to turn on the daddy
Oh,
vibe
no.
just a
Oh, yeah.
second and then turn it off. And it was okay. And then use it to my advantage because the next time I turned it off and everybody was scared as fuck, but I said, let's fucking keep partying. And then it was
Yeah,
super
that
cool.
was sick. That was like the best
Yeah.
callback ever.
It's just like everybody went quiet. They're like, "Oh my god, what happened next?" That's like, good, let's fucking party.
We're gonna call this an average Seth moment.
True.
Yeah.
Dude.
Pretty much, yeah. But I think
Dis-
that's pretty. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else had different experience with me, but
I guess
the most
I just think you're downplaying your belligerence a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I think you're a
He's
bit
kinda
more of like an
crazy.
ogre than you think you are. Like you just turn into like full like Mr. Mammal. Like you're like, you know.
oh yeah, no, definitely no. Well, that's what I mean by like jokester. Like when I'm saying like like I've definitely.
Bro, that is not a
become-
jokester. A jokester is a silly little guy. You're like a big fucking like
You're
like a troll.
burgers kind of guy.
You're about to come out with like
Wreck-It
a
Ralph.
club and start whacking people.
Wreck-It
Yeah.
Ralph.
You've got 2 brain cells and they all just go. Oh,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Definitely, yeah. No, Wreck-It Ralph. That's accurate. That's accurate.
I can definitely agree with Seth being an instigator though for sure. As in like if things are slowly dying. I remember when we were at Tastegiving last year, we were at the bowling alley. Everyone's just like chilling out a little bit, chilling there. Seth pulls up, and Seth's looking around. I was like, okay, what the fuck is he doing? The waitress lady shows up with like 30,000 drinks. Like fuck, I don't even remember what they were. Just like this fucking giant things to drink from.
It was like a fishbowl and fucking shots of Fireball. It's always the fucking shots of Fireball for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
Okay.
the 2 brain cells trying to make pain for everybody.
Listen, why is it when we had fucking Tastegiving, y'all ordered Fireball for everybody? What's with
That's
you
what
and
Prison
Fireball?
Joe does.
I do Fireball just because it's like everybody hates it and it's just fun.
I like it. It's my
fun.
favorite.
It's a fun little,
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
It's
oh,
a
I
fun.
hate it.
It's a fun. Oh, I got you a drink, but it's Fireball.
Yeah,
That's
like,
why
fuck you.
like I'm spending my money, so I want you to suffer some. Like I've put something into this, so now you have to put something into this.
I hate
Okay,
you
and in
for
the
that.
South, it is very disrespectful to deny someone's drink. So that's typically you buy someone a drink that's not something that's like preferred, at least in my experience.
You're baiting
gonna
us
get
into
it-
shit.
If you want to give somebody a drink, you get them something. You get them tequila, like shitty tequila, like Fireball shot. Irish Carbone is not really that shitty, but it's a lot. Something like
Listen,
that. It's a
Those
lot.
are heavy, dude.
Seth,
it's just
I understand like your customs and everything, but if you order me Jose Gold, I'm turning that down. I'm sorry. That shit
I will not
sucks.
get you Jose Gold.
Thank you.
I would
Thank
definitely
you
get
for
you
giving me that
Fireball.
respect.
I would give you
Yeah,
Fireball
probably
for
turn it up
sure.
too, honestly.
That's like
Fireball,
the lowest my
Fireball's
bar
not
will
that
go.
too bad. It's just I don't know, but yeah, I agree with that. Definitely, that's how I see myself. Like I'm just like instigating, being stupid, being dumb. So like yeah, that's accurate. Like,
I
definitely.
agree with the Zoe being like an ogre.
Yeah,
like, type
no,
of just,
yeah, I'm
like-
fucking prancing around. I'm talking shit. I'm yelling at people. Like I'm just trying to have a good time. Nothing aggressive though. Not like no angry weird vibes. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to have fun. But yeah, no, that's accurate.
Bro, at
this-
the base party, you literally were the fucking troll under the bridge. You were like, "What the riddle? You may not pass." Like, the way you're kicking people out, you're like the Sphinx, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, I hear about this party from like TwitchCon, the base parties and everything. I saw the streams. I hosted Seth a couple times during this shit, and I'm having like the biggest FOMO of my entire life. Like just watching all the shit that went down at TwitchCon, and I was just not a part of it.
Oh
Next
yeah.
year.
And that level of drunk too, that's like what I would say like the gremlin. Like I'm a gremlin for sure, or a troll, I guess, because I'm big. But yeah, that's definitely like I'm a big fucking ogre / troll, like prancing around, like joking around and being stupid. That's fair.
The
You sounded so defeated just then. You're like, yeah, I'm a big fucking ogre.
No, it's true. It's true. It depends on the level, though. It's like you said. Like if it's a big party or something where I'm getting real fucked up, like that's how it's gonna be. But if it's just like drinking and it's just a good level of drunk, I'm definitely more lax. I'd say it just depends on where. Yeah, it depends on what you're drinking too. It really does. Like
Yeah.
there's an effect. Like
That's-
it's different.
does anybody else get that? Like different drinks make you feel different ways, like different
Yeah.
types
Yeah.
of.
Yes, very yes.
Wine
Scientific
makes me
as well.
horny. Everything else makes me tired.
It's
Literally
a
everything else.
chemical thing too. You know, they say
Mhm.
tequila is like the only type of liquor that actually. So you know how alcohol is like a depressant. Like you might hear like people say that they get aggressive on tequila or like more energetic or whatnot, but like they say tequila has components of not only a depressant but like a stimulant as well. So there's different alcohols that have different things and they affect your body in different ways. So it's like a real thing to say like, oh, this makes me drunk in this way or this makes me feel a different way.
Yeah, that's why I was kind
That's
of
a
weird to
wholeheartedly
answer
agree
that
with.
question because there's
That's
so many
fair.
different like
I've never thought about it like that. Yeah.
so many different like vibes of into that I've been. Like the Saturday party is like an extreme drunk, and then there's been times like some of those Vegas nights was like just kind of drunk. Some of the nights and even some of the TwitchCon nights was just like, just kind of buzzed sitting on the couch talking shit to my stream or whatever. It just depends on the level and the vibe, it really does. So, and I've just drank so much shit over the year.
All right, so I got a
That's
serious
fair.
question for everybody here because I don't know how far back everyone's drinking history goes. Who was around for the days of Four Loko / juice, like all those kinds
Spring
of drinks?
break.
Yeah,
Bro, I
who
still
was
drink
who was
Four
around for that
Lokos.
shit?
The
Who-
OG
The
Four
illegal
Lokos?
Four Locos are so good. The ones
The
I
OG.
have
We
to
usually
make.
have
They
one on the
illegal
cast.
Four
I don't have
Lokos.
one tonight.
Oh no, I'm talking like the old ones,
Yeah.
the ones that got like
Oh, the
discontinued,
pre-nerf.
taken off the shelf.
The
Yeah,
pre-nerf.
Pre-nerf.
Yeah,
Pre-nerf,
pre-nerf.
dude.
The-
So-
Pre-nerf
before they
Lokos.
nerfed- Before they
I've-
nerfed the Four Locos, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They're like what's the drug association? The
Caffeine.
FDA?
FDA.
yes,
Oh,
the FDA. The FDA
DEA.
came down
The
and
DEA took
and
Four
Yeah,
Loko
they're
off
the
the
ones
shelf.
they're the ones that nerfed the Four Loko, dude. They made it they ended up reintroducing it, but those OG Four Locos, man.
They're different. Like the new
Dude.
ones nowadays ain't the same. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know this because my fucking old roommate that I lived with for a couple of years before I moved down to Florida, he was drinking modern day Four Locos. I'm like, I gotta try a sip of this. Like when he's having some, like, listen, I gotta see what the hell's going on with this. Like 8 years later, plus, like I gotta know what the hell's on with this. It ain't the same. It
Okay,
does
though.
not taste as much as death as it used to. Because
So-
like back then, you drank that and you knew you were not doing some right shit to your body.
So bad.
You knew you were fucking up.
I have a
big time.
heroic story from the Four Locos. I was on the beach as my spring break senior trip, and I funneled two of them, two of the watermelon Four Loco originals.
Oh, I got
There's
some
like
after this.
there's like this dude talking shit to everybody on the beach. He's like half my size. He's just talking shit. He like slapped some girl's ass without her consent. Like everybody's mad at this guy. I said, I was just like, fight me. Honestly, like I would talk my shit. I slept that dude in one punch. Just this is the standard like
please tell me
spring
you
break
just.
video. I knocked him the fuck out. I punched his
I was
dude
about
one
to say,
time.
please just tell me you laid the.
And you
fuck
drink a Four
down
Loco this day,
dude.
Seth?
Yeah, dude.
The
I
two
just
of them.
fucking,
Yeah.
I
Dude, the
cleaned his
Four
ass,
Loco
dude.
drunk is unlike anything else, man.
It's
Give someone
different.
all
I
the
just
cocaine in
fucking
the
hit this
world, but
dude.
it won't do
I hit
them what
him-
it will a Four Loco.
I
man.
hit that kid so
It's
hard.
bad.
He was like Jake C size almost. Like
That's bullying at this point. Holy shit.
I hit that
No.
dude so fucking hard, bro. Yes,
Listen,
and it was just
sometimes you gotta
perfect
tell people,
connection,
like, listen,
too.
you acting up, you need to be brought down to planet Earth. Like, listen, sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. You know?
because it was one of those things. Too, like I reared back as like far as I could go and just swung. I don't know the fuck I was swinging back. It just connected perfectly on the side of his head.
Good
Just
show.
fucking blasted this kid and knocked him the fuck out. And then I ran. I was stumbling. I remember falling a couple times and just ran. I was like, I don't want to go to jail. I was scared. But yeah.
I remember
it's a
so
good
many
moment.
old Four Loco stories. Like, there was a solid, like, 6 to 10 months where Four
Oh.
Locos were, like, big. This is the shit we were getting.
Yeah.
Like, me and my buddy Jared would, like, pick up, like, 2 cans each for us, head down to, like, Fire and Ice or, like, some other, like, hookah lounge back in the day, down them shits on like a good hookah, hang out there, vibe for a couple of hours. But the drunk was like something else. It was not like what you get off liquor, what you get off like some beer or whatever. It was
really is
dangerous.
dude.
It was bad.
It's a completely different thing. Anytime I drink Four Loko on stream, I wake up to like 2 or 3 Discord messages from viewers being like, "Hey man, like I really didn't appreciate the way you were talking to me last night on stream. Like you really offended me when you said this." And I'm like,
That's
"What?"
bad.
Oh no.
And then
Yeah, dude,
Hamzy
oh,
replies with like
Hamzy.
the middle finger emoji, blocks him, is like, all right, on to the next one.
The last time Hamzy was drinking, he forgot the Queen died.
Wait, the Queen died? Was England?
Dude, I've never had so many first time chats in the same tick. Like
She's dead,
mate. He made some comment about like something in England. I was like, dude, they literally have a queen. And like,
Oh
literally,
yeah, I
like,
asked
this
Megan
listen,
if she
Hamzy-
could vote there yet.
What you did right there was also good for engagement. Whatever can make
Yeah.
people type more is good for on so many ways. Whatever you can say that is controversial but not like career ruining. You need to kind of
That's
like
what-
dance around that line.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
saying
100%,
something that just gets people to type, like mispronouncing a word or misspelling something, and just getting people to be like all like audience members of a Dora the Explorer episode where they got to correct you, they got to call out what's going on the screen. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, me and Seth were chilling in Discord after, and he was like, that was a good job right there.
Yeah, like saying the world's flat, birds don't exist, two gender, just something like so
Whoa, Jesus.
offensive and not true, or true, like depending on what the context is. Just you got to say something, and it just gets people stirring and causes fights. But it depends on like how you want to take it. It depends solely on your
Yeah.
stream and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I do that myself. Just talking in general, like I have like the lisp will just come out of nowhere, and I like slur some words, and just because like when you read so many messages and talk so much, eventually you just fuck words up, and you're like, I hate it. It makes me so mad when I do that too, because I'm like, I'm not this stupid. I'm stupid, but I can read. Fuck.
Sometimes you gotta stir some shit up. Like randomly, like maybe once a month, I'll just like when there's some silence, I'll be like, "Moon landing's fake, world's flat, birds are fake, two genders," and all of a sudden, like 5 new first time chatters just be popping up.
I mean, the world's obviously flat, though.
Yeah, world is flat
Yeah,
is
I
always
think
my
we could all
go-to
agree that the
because
world
it's
is
an
flat.
obvious.
We'd fall off the bot. Like, people
Yeah,
are
I mean,
like,
yeah.
I can defend world is flat for a while, so
Listen.
it's always great content.
Look at the floor. Is it round or is it flat?
Fucking flat
it's
as hell,
literally
dude.
flat, dude.
There's your answer.
What
There you go.
You're
Crocodile's a
whale
great
live
example
stream?
too.
Flat as
Exactly.
hell.
So true.
Damn.
Yeah,
All right.
but that's more so like a streaming like style thing. Like just to, it's just what we do. We just live to cause
But-
chaos.
Before we get into these topics, I did want. This is my one question. I meant to ask.
Wait,
it
hold on.
earlier,
We
'cause it
got to
would've
go
been-
through. We got 2 more people left for their
Oh,
drunk.
I forgot we were fucking doing that. I'm sorry. I didn't drink either. I have no excuse for
I
forgetting.
fucking love these stories. I've been having a couple drinks tonight. I love this shit.
I just forgot. I have no excuse. Sorry.
We still have Hamzy and T Papa left, so we're gonna turn it over to Hamzy, see what kind of drunk he is.
Oh, what kind of drunk am I?
Yeah.
It was also like, what kind of drunk are you, and like, what kind of drunk are you? Like, do you see yourself as, and
Yeah,
what
yeah.
kind of drunk you actually are?
So
'Cause
what
I
kind of
feel like
drunk do
those
you
are very
see
different.
yourself as, and then what do like since a lot of us have seen you not sober, what do we agree with that or not?
I don't know. Like when I think of myself as drunk, like I like to think I'm like good vibes, you know, kind of like party dad, like take care of people and stuff. But then when I think about like the stuff that I've done while drunk, I feel like I'm just
Bro,
kind of a wrecking ball.
you're
And, like-
party dad. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're more on the plane with me of being just like, you know, there's not many brain cells working, but you're a different vibe than me as well. I'm more outspoken and brash, and you're kind of more inward with it, I guess you could say, or more sexual. I don't know what I would say it for you, but same. So we're on the same operating system, just your different vibe. I think is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Remember, dude, night 1 of TwitchCon, you're over there drunk, vibing. I go up to you and I'm like, bro, we need a speaker. What do? We hop on the
my
phone. Dude, like, I don't think people realize how much you and I saved everything that week,
Oh
bro.
my god, that was a
Like,
massive.
they don't know how clutch you and I came in that night, dude. And that was just drunk vibing, dude. Like that, it was party. It was Hamzy party dad. I knew he'd get me. I'm like, bro, we need a speaker. Hamzy's gonna understand me. Went over and we overnighted the speaker, dude.
Yeah, we literally we
Oh.
literally were on scrolling on his phone, like, what speaker should we buy? Dude, T Pom was pointing out, like, I like that one. I'm like, that's $800. We're here for 3 days. Like, let's dial it. Like, let's just change the settings on this a little bit. And we literally were like, I remember being like, oh, dude, it's overnight. It'll be here by Friday. And he's like, well, it's technically 5 a.m. So overnight's like the next day.
But yeah,
That-
you're party dead.
Yeah,
dude.
that
That
was
saved the
fucking
party
huge,
for sure.
man.
That saved us, like everybody. Like if we didn't have that speaker, we'd have to be around like fucking like Hamsy's phone cupped over here, listening to it. Like, yeah, dude. That's
Oh
vibes,
yeah,
bro.
dude. Remember before the speaker arrived. I remember Jess rolled through. Jessie with her her little speaker that she had, like, and that was just supplying the entire party.
We had like a Beats pill essentially.
To be fair, there was not supposed to be a party on Thursday. That was the accidental party. Because I remember her fucking three-heading around the fucking place with the speaker.
Oh, we all knew
But-
it was a party. It was going to be a party.
Yeah,
That
I don't
was all
know what
part
you're
of the
talking
plan.
about. I wasn't living in La La Land. I knew we were
I agree
raging.
with you. Definitely, you're very wrecking ball like me, except in a different way. Not as loud.
Yeah, like when you broke the glass, when you broke that bottle of vodka, when you just shattered it all over the place, I literally just felt a sigh of relief, dude, because I was like, yes, bro, now I can like be relaxed about like the inevitable thing that I'm going to break.
Wait. That was first off. That was a wine glass, and it was empty. Thankfully, it was empty. But that was an incredible clip and amazing content.
It
I'm
was,
glad
like,
I broke that
caught
glass.
that, too.
Of all the glass I could break, that was the best glass too. And dude, we had like an Olympic curling team in there. As soon as I remember, I turned around and right after I broke that glass, I met Jessie for the first time. She's like, she gives me a hug. I'm live on Twitch. I'm like, oh, this is a great time to meet you. Love you. And then I looked over there and it was already gone. I guess cute. I don't know who cleaned it up, but
Bro, it was
gone.
It's
it was-
Krylax, Pistachio, and I think somebody else. Maybe they were just like
yeah, they're
on
like,
it.
Yeah, people were
Clean
down to
up 2
help.
seconds. Yeah, so that was really cool actually. But yeah, I will never forget that. That was hilarious. Especially because I love the clip because I'm so fucking gone that I did not care. I continued to get the beers out of the fridge after it broke, and I just walked away and acted like it didn't happen.
I love it. Man,
Hmm.
I can definitely agree with Hamzy being like I think the best way to describe him is vibes. You know, just
Controlled chaos.
controlled chaos. I like that a lot.
I like that
Control.
term. Controlled
Yeah.
chaos. Very
It's like
true.
it's in
chaos.
there. You
Yeah.
can tell things are wild in his head, but he's keeping
Yeah.
it together. You know, he's keeping it
Because
together.
regardless of what happens, like the drunker you get, just the dumber you're gonna be. But it depends on like how you like channel that energy once it comes down to either like let it out like me or like I don't know how Hamzy does it, but he's like he's in a different mode. The
Three words:
party dad.
slow, controlled, and totally steamrolled.
I think Hamzy and I are kind of,
Flat as
we're kind
fuck.
of one and the same in that. If Hamzy and I
Yeah.
are there, it's always going to be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
I'll pat myself on the back for that one.
Okay.
I agree. I agree. Like I'd feel safe.
I'm killing all of you in Tennessee, but that'll be all right.
That's fine.
I'm ready to die anyways.
I think
Yeah.
I like hanging out with all you guys drunk. You guys have like everyone has very positive or good drunk personalities. Like there's always those people. There's certain people out
Dude,
there who are just
That is so true that we don't have somebody in our group who is the like
We don't have any annoying people. Yeah.
just as soon
At
as
least
they
we
get
haven't
drunk, they're
reviewed it
just
yet.
in the bathtub, just crying, like some weird past trauma, like they're honed in on that. It's
gonna be me in
they're
Tennessee
going
now.
insane. Or the one person who just gets really quiet and is like in the fucking corner, just like wants to fight, just wants to fucking fight somebody and kill them. Because I've had a few friends like that, and you do not want those. What's the worst
The
drug?
dude who gets
the angry
way
drunk.
too aggressive
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want that.
comes
yeah.
puts you in a headlock. Like,
Yeah, So
all right, T-Pop, you want to round us out?
he doesn't have one because he doesn't get drunk.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
like I didn't start drinking until I met you guys. Like that's,
Really?
I'm
that's
just
not,
going-
that's
Kinda
not good on
crazy,
your
dude.
part.
That's kind of crazy. You're disciplined to not get super fucked up because, bro,
Okay.
you see me as like being able to like hold my shit. You guys don't know like the road to get here, man. All the times that I just fucking embarrassed myself at parties, like getting way too fucked up. Like have you just like skipped over that? Is this what happens when you start drinking like when you're in mid-20s? Like
Dude, I just like okay. I
can
can
go a number of
give you
ways.
some perspective. Are you ready? So like, look, I didn't start like I don't think my first ever alcoholic beverage in public was the shot of Fireball that Seth bought at the bowling alley.
I bought you your first public drink.
Bowling session was.
I didn't know that, dude.
That was nice.
A drink.
Honored. Wow.
Isn't that okay? So like
didn't know that.
I didn't like drinking, and I don't know. Now like now I can stomach.
You should
it
have
a
told me.
little
I would have
more.
got you a different shot. I would have got you some.
No, but here's the craziest thing, bro. Like the only alcohol I like and like I can just down like no other is Fireball. Like that's
Okay.
like I
I'll
have
remember
discovered.
That's how the
Okay,
beginning.
so-
That's how it starts. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, cinnamon whiskey." That goes down
Dude,
real
I
nice,
just-
real good. Yeah.
I want to
It's
get you the
so
most
good.
obnoxious bottle of Fireball now. Just a huge fucking like
Bro, like,
2
when we're,
gallon
like
bottle.
okay, so I've upped the game a little bit. Like I can get drunk now, so I'm really looking forward to getting drunk with you guys in Tennessee. But like I've only unlocked 2 different characters. Like I've probably been drunk like less than 10 times. So I'm either like extremely horny or like just ugly crying. There is no middle ground.
Oh.
It is like I just like I really can't wait to just like find the middle ground one time, but that's it. That's yeah. So I'm excited for Tennessee. You guys
I was
might
gonna
see me
say
cry.
we don't have that person because there's definitely
Yeah,
a
it
time
could
I've
be
been at a
me.
party and I'm like, "Where's Jeffrey at?" And you just hear, just like in a different room. You're like, "Oh god damn it, he's doing it again."
That reminds
You
me
can be
like
that
one
guy
time.
for us.
Like I have this one friend who's gotten better about his alcohol now, but I still remember a couple years ago we started drinking. We went back to his place and we went down to his like parents' basement. We started playing vodka pong for some reason that we thought was a good idea. And then
That sounds like a great idea.
it was interesting. But like after
That's
like
on
down
30
Beer
minutes,
here.
Olympics. That's on Beer
What the hell's
Olympics
that?
now. Vodka
Vodka pong.
Nah,
Yeah.
it was
that makes
No.
my spine tingle just thinking of that.
don't do it. Don't do is all I'm gonna
It
say.
makes
But
my
like
brain tremble just thinking about it.
this dude ended up at night he went into the next room over. We're all in the basement. The basement had like a bedroom. We heard him on the ground. We heard like sobbing. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then we hear this like guy, he's in the room just like sobbing, like low moaning. And he's like he was saying some words. Like, what the hell is this guy saying? And he was saying like his ex's name over and over again, just like on the ground, just like I was like, oh fuck, we gotta help this guy. But we thankfully have not had to deal with someone like that in based. So
Not yet.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Maybe I
that's-
could fill the role, bro.
could be it.
It is
I
crazy
could too
because
if I drink enough.
yeah. Well, and all of our parties never like as far as us goes, like all of us as friends, we haven't had that happen. Like we had some people at the Saturday party who were playing some out there characters for sure, but none of them were us. Everybody else, all the based homies kept it together. But I saw Papa. Papa was drunk at one of the, it was the Monday night. He was drunk for sure, and he was really horny. He was really horny. 'cause he was just horned
Well,
up.
I have been. I mean, I was drunk at the Addison. You know, like you'll catch me drunk at the restaurants, but like that's just a different vibe. I'm not a. You know, it's so different. Like I've been drunk there, but that's just we
Wine
chillin'.
drunk is very different from like I'd say the other drink drunks. I will acknowledge that.
I'll say that too. Yeah, as far as
and fuck wine drunks.
the wine drunk for me at the thing was I don't know, it gave me like confidence. I don't often drink wine, but like I was just saying wild shit considering the fucking setting we were in there.
You put your fucking foot on the table, pulled out your socks, and was like, "Hey, Bodie, Jesse, look at my fucking American socks." And it's
Bro,
like,
you're at the
I'd have talked some,
Addison.
yeah, I was on the other side of the table. I'd have talked some shit. Fuck it. That would have been good for the vlog. I should have filmed that.
all right, I'm excited to see all you guys again come April, which is I know still a little bit of ways, but man, the more we
Well,
talk,
I was
the more
Also
I
very
like
excited for that.
it. No.
I was
been a
gonna
hot
say I just got back from Arizona today. I went to go see Max, Tasty, Olive, and just seeing them definitely made me miss the rest of you guys more. So I'm pretty excited as well.
Aw.
So
It's gonna be building for like 4 months now.
it'll be here for you know. Time
Yeah,
is
it's gonna
just
be here before we fucking.
it's not
know,
real.
man.
It's not real. So.
It's a man-made construct.
True.
Can I ask you before we do these topics? Can I ask you my question? You don't have to give a super. I should have asked this earlier. This is the only question I wrote down too. I was just gonna ask you how you got into because I know a lot about you, but I've never asked you like how you actually got into RuneScape / streaming like coming up.
Let's go
Like,
for
that
the
would have probably been
origin
better
story.
earlier, but like I'm curious and I've never
Cold
actually
One origin story.
talked to you about that. Yeah, like origin.
How I got into RuneScape and how I got into streaming, they're both two
Yeah.
different answers.
Go
So I answered the RuneScape one yesterday on the Sebay cast. So there were two different times. One was a friend and one was my cousin, both trying to get me into the game back when it was still in the classic days, like 2002 and 2004 respectively. And first time I played it, all I did was just chop some fucking trees, and that was about it. And then I logged out. And then a year later, my cousin tried to get me into the game, like at the very end of the classic era. I don't know. I was just sold on it at that point. It's like, hey, yo, like this is when internet was like, starting to pop off a little bit. Like back when Addicting Games was like kind of a thing. It was the game website you all went to. Like, back in those eras. I don't know, like,
We're not that young.
when you
Come
get
on.
to the internet.
Wait, what
Listen,
website
I don't
did you
know,
say?
like, I don't know, like, at what point you guys entered the internet. Like, what generation y'all came in?
Did you have Newgrounds?
Yes, I remember Newgrounds vividly.
The hentai games on
It was
Newgrounds
something
were
else.
hard.
It was
They were good.
no, the whole entire website was a
Big
different
fan.
experience.
And that is why I
But-
love anime now.
Like, I got into it then, but streaming was a bit different. This is like, it all started from like when I came back to old school RuneScape. I don't know, Twitch was a thing. I didn't really pay attention to content creation. Even like back in the old days, I didn't pay attention to YouTube. And then when I came back in like 2015, it was because my homeboy was saying like, hey yo, like, they brought back old school Bounty Hunter, like how it was in 2011, like in pre-OC days. I was like, hey yo, hold on, I'll pull up on that. Let me get my Pearson members. Let me try that out. And I heard like, Iron Man mode was a thing. It's like, oh, try this out. Like, you can be a noob again. Like getting a rune scimitar is like kind of fun and shit. So I tried that out in like 2015. And then I started exploring Twitch at that point. That's when I found a few people. That's when I found Mammal. That's when I found Rice Cup. I found Foe. Like all the OGs from like back in the day. And I ended up making like pretty decent friends with Rice Cup, and he's the one that like told me how to like start streaming in the first place, like how to operate OBS, how to like click this, and this, how everything works. And quite frankly, if Rice Cup didn't exist, I probably wouldn't exist, at least in the way I do
really?
now. Yeah.
That's actually, man, that's really cool to know. Oh, this makes me wish you were at TwitchCon even more, man. Because Rice Cup, we
Yeah,
were
he was there
chilling with
and
him,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah,
the vibe
yeah,
of them.
we were big chilling with him.
He was
man.
on Demon Time
Yeah.
for sure there.
Yeah,
Rice
he
Cup's
was
a
a
fucking
fucking good
homie.
time, dude.
Like, some people don't like him, and those some people can go fuck themselves. Seriously, it'll be the only action they get. Honestly, fuck him. Rice Cup's a homie. He's a real
Yeah,
one.
he's cool.
Dude, I had
Yeah.
such a good time getting fucked up with Rice Cup and Minty on the last night, dude. Me and them were just slamming some beers, playing
Bro,
like
I
dude,
got some
people
fucking
picked
stories
up-
with him and Minty, dude.
Yo, dude, they were so fun actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good
They's
time.
real
with them.
ones.
I didn't know them before. I didn't know them at all going into it. Or did I really even have like that much time throughout the week to get to know them, except for like the last night? Like
Mhm.
I remember specifically like hanging out with those two guys a lot, just like getting fucked up.
I've only got to meet Shay as well, or Shy. I still can't pronounce her name correctly, like her Twitch name correctly. Sometimes I say Shay, sometimes I say Shy. But like I remember seeing her like when I got back into the game, like late 14, early 15. And she was always streaming Bounty Hunter on like baby peers, like 50 attack peers and shit. And that's how I got back into the game in the first place. Watching her, watching Min Mad Cow doing some PK shit on Twitch. And then I started watching Rice doing Iron Man mode on Twitch as well. So
Dude,
I got into that. I was
gonna-
like, hey, this looks like, kind of fun. Let's give it a shot. Fuck it.
Mr. Mint gives out like if he would have told me he's a collection logger, I would have believed him. I didn't fucking.
That's so
I've ne-
mean.
I just he doesn't have the PvP vibe at all. Like I didn't. I had
It's
no
so
clue.
accurate though. Like,
No,
it's like
No, you're
He's
right.
just a very like even though he was super
It-
cool, he's a very different vibe than the other PvP community people.
He's just about having a good time. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's PvP, that dude went fucking hard on like the first leagues, like Twisted League. That dude was like ranked 40 or some shit on Twisted League. That dude was getting gains. That dude was
believe
slapping
it.
cheeks. He always says, and that's a term I can get to. It was like, no, sometimes you got to go down to the wilderness and just slap some cheeks.
So true.
Just put some people in line.
Meeting those people was awesome. I think both Rice Cup and Mint were. I remember being like pretty drunk at one point, and somehow, and I pulled out my phone. We started talking. They gave me some great anime recommendations. They were just like, you got to watch this, this, this. I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right. I literally have a note in my phone called like Rice Cup and Mint Mad Cow's recommendations, and just I have a list of like 5 different shows that I haven't even got to yet.
I can tell you, Rice knows his animes for sure.
Yep.
We'll give him that.
Yeah, no, really, really cool people. I didn't know that they were like OG. Like they're damn.
Yeah, they just go way back. I still have memories of like PAX 2019, where like the first time they got there, it was like Rice, Minty, and their boy Odizzle Rob, like chilling in some bar in like Boston. And I pulled up. I was like, "Hey, yo, where you guys at?" They gave me their address and everything. Pulled up to the bar, and I remember Minty was very much like deep in the sauce at this point. Like he is very much in the trenches, and he's on the brink of destruction. And Minty's like, "Hey, call one. Hey, like it's great to finally meet you. You want to get a drink? Like, how about some Irish car bombs?" I'm like, "How about 2 Irish car bombs?" And that either the first one or the second one was his Doom drink that we talked about before. And we had the pleasure of escorting him back to Rice Cup's house over the course of multiple public transportations to get there. And it was very much a fun experience. Like I remember Minty shouting his YouTube channel on some fucking like public train as we're going back to Rice's house. Like that man was
There's
marketing
no way.
on another level. I don't know if he got subs out for it, probably not. But like me and Rice are just weak as hell watching this man like in the trenches. We get back to Rice's house, like he shows his place and everything. He shows his pad. It's like, yeah, here's my room. Shows the guest room. As he's showing me the guest room, Minty has already pulled up in Rice's bed and is now horizontal. I was like, yeah, Rice, that guest room is now apparently your bedroom for the night, I guess.
Dude, I love it, man. This is the origin stories I was looking to hear, man.
Yeah.
And that actually brings me to okay, so this might be a Twitter topic as all, but I feel like this should be an automatic question for every cast. So like the name A Cold One, like where did that come from?
Oh
It is a
boy.
Twitter question.
This is less deep rooted than you think it is. So I think it was 2019, 2010, somewhere around there, where old school RuneScape or RuneScape 2, whatever the fuck you want to call it, pre-OC, pre-trade, whatever the fuck time, you were able to change your name. And my name was originally something really like stupid, like Gilgatron 87, like whatever the fuck. Just like, word, number.
At least you don't have
Like,
like the
almost
X's in the
everyone's
name,
name.
like the XX Gilgamesh Gold 87,
So I can't say exactly what my name was because that can give me recovery to like Old Main or something like that. I'm not going to say what it is, but it didn't have X's or O's in there, thankfully. We didn't go that far down. We didn't go into that
I feel
deep end.
attacked, but that's okay.
Oh no, we might have to attack that later. But like when they first gave that name change system, this is when I was very much in my what you call what's the term they use? Like your slut phase, basically. Like
Yeah.
this is like the bottom of my trenches. Like when I'm very much an alcoholic, like kind of stage. And I put in the name change system. I was like, huh, I wonder if A Cold One is open because that's what. If you're aware of like the webcomic Homestead Runner, like a very old webcomic, that's what they call all the beers in the webcomic, A Cold One. So I checked it up. I was like, oh, it's open. Yeah, let me nab that. Then I just took it. And
Great answer.
it's I've had it ever since then. Like when I transitioned to the account I play now, it went through because nobody was sniping back then, or there were no bots, or fucking I don't know, maybe I wasn't relevant enough. And I just transferred it over. So I've just had the name ever since.
So at some point you were just like, we gotta just I guess I'm just rolling with this. This is who I am now.
Yeah, at some point I'm like, you know what?
It's
Yeah,
a good name. It
fuck
goes,
it.
it goes with anything. I mean, I figured it was a cold one, like the beer, like having a cold one. So that
Look at
was
your profile
I
pictures.
assumed.
Yeah, also was like a
So-
beer. at
Yeah,
some
I
point.
just thought he was really into beer.
I am into
Yeah,
beer. I
same.
love beer.
Well, yeah, he is, but
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm not like your beer guru that knows all hundreds of different types of beers. Like, listen, I just like drinking.
he just
Like
likes
a
a cold
turbo
one.
expert. Yeah,
He's a real feller.
Ain't nothing
Okay.
wrong
big
with
fan
that.
of the drink.
He's a feller.
Mhm.
That's a good time to transition into some of these Twitter questions that we have. Then, Seth, you want to kick us off?
Sure. That one was on there. That was from Mr. Mantis. He asked where the name came from. From Mr. Lucid Dream, though, the talented speedrunner himself, what are we ordering from Jersey Mike's? I feel like this has more depth.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more depth. So way back in the day, like I think around the time when like Top was popping, like when it just came out, Lucid was like top of the food chain. He's still top of the food chain now, but like there's so much more competition like out in the sea. There's more big fish out there. But this man was fucking gamer since the beginning. He's an OG, as we call him. And I remember watching his streams like late at night when I come home from work and everything. Just pull up. We call it late at night with Lucid. This man would always like be pulling up with some like trio tab content, constantly getting clears, max F and everything. But something that was always consistent every time I tuned into a Lucid stream was talking about Jersey Mike's. And I was never like that big into Jersey Mike's, but there was like one Jersey Mike's not too far away from my place where I lived at the time. And then I just hit it up one day. I was like, hey yo, like these sandwiches are better than Subway. The bar is kind of low with this comparison, but like they're good. Like they're actually like serviceable sandwiches. Like I'm down for paying this kind of money for like a hoagie like that. And it's just been like a recurring meme. Anytime like I pull up to a Jersey Mike's, I just think of Lucid. And, like this man just lives forever in my head, rent free because of this shit. Because he would just always talk about it almost every stream, talk about Jersey Mike's.
It is definitely better than Subway, in my opinion, at least.
Everything's better than Subway.
That's a good point too, though.
Yeah.
I think every other sandwich
True.
place. Like, there's some people who try to say like Jimmy John's is not as good as Subway. I'm like, you're crazy.
Nah, Jimmy John's is better than Subway, but they don't hold a candle to Jersey Mike's. But the real though, Jersey Mike's number 44, number 17, the Philly cheesesteak and the buffalo chicken sandwich, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
Hell yeah.
Anybody else want to pull one?
Yeah, I have. There's been a couple people asking when you and I are gonna go do the Theater of Blood.
No,
There's
you
literally
just
just one
asked that
person.
yourself
You're the one who
on
asked
here.
that.
Okay,
The
so
one
first
person
of
who
all-
asked that was T Papa
Balls.
Slice. My God.
You're the only one who asked that.
First of all,
Sorry,
my
my
balls.
computer lag. Anyways, so a lot of people were asking when we're gonna TOB,
A lot of people.
and I know we've talked about this prior, so I just want to make this a conversation. Okay, so when are we gonna TOB?
No, we can top anytime we want, but if it's your hardcore involved, that's a different story.
All right, here's the deal.
So I've topped with a good amount of hardcores in the past. The hardcores that I top with are the ones that are like experienced enough to know how the theater works, where I don't have to teleport
Well,
them
okay, we
out.
gotta calm down. Okay, I have 15
Listen,
KC now, so let's
I don't
pedal
have-
back a little bit.
Calm down, all right?
15 case. Oh, hang on, we got a badass over here.
Yeah. Okay. We need to reel back. Okay. You gotta remember who we're talking to. All right. So let's just.
Not only does he have
15,
15, he has more than Mick Homie's dead hardcore Iron Man, which is very
Oh
important.
shit! Oh man, we got a real badass over here.
Exactly.
Okay, so I guess like soft requirement for hardcore, so it's just why like I didn't really raid with that many. There's like a decent group of people. I know we have like a few different discords of people that would raid with hardcores at Theater of Blood. Like some noteworthy ones, like Suro was in there, Mutz was in there, Roydy was in there. Like it was just like a group of like mostly the same like 20 people that would raid with hardcores. I typically didn't go unless it was someone who was like progressed enough to where they're not like still D-Simi level, and they also cared about themselves to where it's not just like a remake Andy kind of thing. Like they're trying to like survive, and I don't have to like waste my time teleporting them out unless it's very obvious they've DC'd or something like that. That's kind of a requirement, just because I don't want one dying on me. It kind of just leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah. All right. I got a pitch for you. All right. Once I'm ranked, and you can only telling me out if I've DC'd.
When you're ranked, what's
Yeah.
the rank for TOB? It's 50, right?
50,
Yeah.
Get 50 hard mode.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. Okay.
Oh, hard
You
mode's
gotta throw
even
my
that
dog a
hard.
bone here.
It's not even that hard, bro. Fucking the whole
Oh
hard community is just
my-
a bunch of bitches. That's why there's nobody on the high scores. And you
Oh,
know
Oh
that.
man, he needs you.
Damn, dude.
I don't know.
Shoot
Now I
him
look
down.
kind of scary at hard mode,
I think if I get ranked, bro, you owe me like one little sesh, so like a couple
Okay,
hours.
so if you get ranked to 50 hard, what are you at right now? 15, 10,
15.
20?
I'm 35
whatever.
away.
You could have said 18. I would have believed you. And know how to push your limits. Like push 20% above. But if you get ranked, like yeah, I'll fucking raid with you.
All right, let's go.
Because it means like obviously you know your shit, like you care about your life and everything. I just don't want to be raiding with like no throwaway hardcores, because I've seen like plenty of hardcores to be like, oh yeah, I'm running it with the D Sim and the Ivan staff. Like, oh, I'm going in.
Nah, we go
T-Papa, your
gear.
pitch was terrible. T-Papa, you should have first thing you should have said was first off, I've not died yet. It's my first hardcore ever, and then you should have went into the gear. Should have went through the gear that you have.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just
Wait. What's the gear?
the gears is good. We got full bandos. I mean, I got the frost whip, bro, because I follow my idol.
Oblina from Unreal Monsters.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, exactly.
What I just said to you.
No, I have no idea. I was referring to you because you used the frost whip, but you lost me. But it's okay.
Open up a Google tab on Chrome real quick and look up Oblina from Unreal Monsters. That's literally the frost whip, and that's why I picked it.
Oblina. All real monsters, yeah, auto-filled. Bro, what the fuck is this? No, that is ugly. I remember that, dude. I remember that from when I was a kid.
Yeah, from old
that
school
was very
Nickelodeon.
scary. That was a very scary cartoon when I was a child.
That is,
Oh,
dude.
no, not her.
She just has like the most concern. Like, what am I looking at?
The frost whip.
Yeah,
She does
I
look
like
like a
that.
frost whip.
Clear my search history.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Chungus.
That's a throwback right there, man.
That is a throwback, and that unlocks some
Yeah,
scary
like-
memories.
Yeah,
Like
I'm-
OG Nickelodeon shows.
I'm chopping wood, but let me go to the bank here. I'll tell you the gear really quick. Okay, this is the top tab.
Bandos,
Notable
V-gloves.
items, bro. Blood Fury, Serp Helm, full bandos, Barrows gloves, Berserker imbued. I have the blowpipe, Trident of the Swamp, Anguish. Like, okay,
All right,
we're,
you
it's
got,
an
you got
account,
basically
you know?
your bread and butter, like hardcore
Yeah.
Rayman getting in the top setup that isn't
Yeah.
rushed to go be a content Andy.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Bro.
We'll go
I
do
bring
those.
Charlie. We're going.
I'm not gonna try to kill you, obviously. Like maybe that one Gargalon in the world might be like, oh, I'm gonna kill a hardcore.
It's me.
Whatever.
Talking
Yeah,
about
it
me.
might be Prison Joe. Like, I'm not gonna do that, but like, if you do some dumb shit like run into two crabs, I'm not teleporting you. If you die, you die. But if
No,
you DC,
yeah,
like,
no,
I'll
that's what
teleport
I
you out.
expect.
I'll
it's
vouch,
the-
Chungus. We got what? We get 4 clears, 4 KC, 4.
Yeah, we
KC.
did.
We'd had 5. I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't have took you yellow on that one. That was my fault. We'd had
Yeah,
5 KC.
we
They're
did
pretty
good.
clean, and he every time he teleported himself out. We didn't have to teleport him out. He did teleport himself
Yeah.
out every time. He was never really in danger. So I'll vouch.
No, yeah, you don't have to teleport him. All you gotta do is just do the top like normal, but like maybe like don't like do the
Keep
extra
it.
bloat.
Look
no
at the corner of
fly.
your eye and be like, if he's standing there doing nothing, not activating anything when he should be, if it don't look natural, maybe use it on him because he.
The only
DC'd or some
only
shit.
critique I would say is he just needs to go on his main account and just do more like Verzik just to get better at just P2, P3. That'd be
Dude,
the only thing I'd say to do.
it's just it's all so on the hardcore is just that's the hard part, bro. It's just so terrifying every time.
Dude, that's the best part of hardcore,
Oh,
though. That was
no.
like my favorite part. Was like going out and doing dangerous shit. Like, this is gonna sound like very fucked up of me, but when I was doing a duel with my boy Alex, have you ever seen him like on Twitch before, Alex CS?
Yeah,
I was doing a duel with him, and a pillar was about to go down. I was in 99. As you would naturally do, you sip a brew. Like, I'm away from everything, but it wasn't just one going down; it was 2 going down. And there were some crabs walking over to me. So I said that brew, I go to 115. I watched myself in an instant in one tick go from 115 to 17 HP. Alex died. My butthole could have fucking crushed coal into diamonds with how hard that shit was clenched. I clicked that teleport so fast, I was like, bro, what?
Good
Ay,
Tony.
ay, ay.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
I was just like, man, what just happened right there?
That could have been the end.
Yeah, no, thank
Yeah.
you.
Dude, you got to be ready for those kind of things, though, when you play hardcore. If you get into some dangerous shit, you have to expect the worst case scenario and just, like, have it in the back of your head, like, what are you doing when that kind of thing happens? You know?
Chungus, who do you think is gonna last longer, me or T Papa?
When they're hardcore?
Yeah.
You,
Oh,
I
Zoe.
hope Zoe.
Honestly,
I don't want to live
Zoe,
much
100%.
longer.
I'm gonna go T-Pop. I think T-Pop will progression will be further than Zoe's
Oh,
I give it a-
overall progression.
because of his play style compared to hers.
I give it a horse.
Not like skill style, just the way you guys play the game, just the pace you play at. I feel like Zoe's
Yeah,
gonna get
Zoe's
distracted.
gonna rush
Zoe has
it.
a
I
higher
think
chance
he's
of getting
gonna rush
distracted
and
and
shit.
getting killed by some dumb shit than T-Papa does because she's like fucking banging it out pretty efficiently. And T-Papa is very
I'm
lax
not
and
anymore
chill.
though. I'm chilling.
You should honestly.
I
You should, that's the way to go. Is like Papa. He's very chill. He takes his time gearing, but when he does the content, he's like fully focused in. I think that's
Yeah.
why he is alive today.
No diary Zora.
Yeah, that's big
I'm gonna do
respect.
the
right
same.
there.
That's actually pretty
I'm gonna
big.
do the
Yeah,
same.
That's actually huge.
Look.
that actually is
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Yeah,
People
I,
People
I,
overlook that kind of thing, but like, that's respect. You got those bosses that
yeah.
can hit you for like 80 damage in 2 seconds.
It's true. The mage phase it's not real. Doesn't exist. 35.
Also, just for Zoe as
35.
well,
35.
I'll say for like Zoe case as well, why I give her contention over T Papa. Well, one, she's just more experienced. It's not like an insult to T Papa or anything. It's just how it is. That
She's got the
also
Inferno
had, like,
cape.
she's got the Infernal cape too. She's got the big boy cape. But she's also had like the mortality reality check, like back when Group Hardcore first came out, and that troll just
Yeah.
like bitch smacked her across the face and just knocked her ass out.
I
and took a
changed
life
that
from the
day.
squad.
Yeah.
You realize like, hey, wait a minute, like stupid little hardcores are fragile. They can die in just one hit to random shit.
Yeah, well, back in the day, I didn't like look up the max hits of stuff. I was just like, oh, it's like a quest guy. He's like not gonna hit me for all my HP. Like I'll just fucking lazy flick and read the chat. But then I learned you really gotta look. You gotta do some research.
Hardcore
okay?
is
Yeah.
just max hit calculator. That's all
Yeah.
it is. You're just constantly
is.
calculating max hits, and that's all the game is really.
I mean, it's kind of simple when you put it that way. Honestly, it's really not that bad.
It's max hits and knowing where your teleport is. That's all
Yeah.
the
Keep
game
HP
is.
above 0, dude. Literally, it's not that hard.
Until you get to the point where you like get the game mode down, it's like either you know all the stuff going into it and you're very like cautious of it, like the first one you have, or it takes like 1 to 19 tries depending on like how many, what kind of person you are and how many hardcores you're making, until you get the wake up call like, hey, wait a minute,
Yeah.
dying isn't good. Probably not the best
I
idea.
think T Papa is also more lucky. He has more luck than Zoe.
Oh,
gonna
he
be
should have
more
died
lucky.
like a million
I-
times. Bro, this guy
I-
should have
I
died
can't
at
even-
Barrows.
He's got
Dude,
luck on his side.
Dude, I DC'd for 40 seconds at Demonics 2 weeks ago. Like, how am I alive? Like, I don't even.
T Papa's got
like,
luck on his side. He
That's
really
Like,
does.
that
crazy.
was that was
He's
clutch.
got Riz luck. So
We had to sit there and fucking watch a clip of T Papa showing himself getting chanced at Verzik to Bodhi when we were at TwitchCon. He pulled out the phone and we had to watch. We
it
were
was
all
just
sitting
me and you
watching
that
it.
witnessed that, and it was great.
Yeah, it was me.
man,
It was me,
what-
Seth, T Papa, and Bodhi. And like Bodhi was so interested, and he's just like, "Oh my!" God.
He was very into it. Bodhi was very into
Yeah.
it.
He like did all the
That
math. And, like,
conversation
oh, that was
with
a
Bodhi is
that was
when
a
I
25% chance of you dying.
Yeah,
there.
that's when I realized how much Bodhi loves RuneScape, because he was at his like
Yeah.
peak level of fucked up, and he was more into RuneScape than all of us.
He's
like
actually
times
into it,
20.
dude.
Yeah,
so-
he
No, it's
likes
fucking
it.
Bodhi. Of course he is. What do you mean?
It really like resonated there.
all
Though. Like,
are,
I was
though.
like, this guy really like.
No,
I mean,
but you
we all
think,
love
like,
RuneScape,
oh,
but like
he's
he
probably-
has like a deep rooted like
Yeah.
lifetime passion for RuneScape. Like it was like
you-
the next level click for me. I was like, damn, he really does like love this game.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see him being like, "Oh, I don't really want to talk about this." I live RuneScape every day in, day out, but no, he's fucking into it, man.
Yeah, respect.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
game, dude.
Unless
There's
you're
a
on
I
reason
like
it's been
it.
around for over 2
Honestly, I like
decades.
it.
I can
Call me
stop whenever
crazy,
I
but
want,
think
dude.
it's pretty good.
I can stop.
I
I
have fun.
swear.
Similar to
Yeah.
crack, I'm addicted.
Are you?
Yeah, playing right now.
Oh, crack.
I thought you meant to crack, but that's that works
I
too.
mean, you know that. Like what?
True. That's a good point. My bad.
Man. All right. I have a Twitter question from the one and only Megan. Why didn't the penguin jump off the iceberg?
Okay, so this is a reference to some. It's a chocolate biscuit bar called Penguins. They're very popular around the UK.
Oh yeah, Shlon.
We're already lost, bro. We have no fun. Just keep going.
Yeah, ain't no one gonna fucking understand this except like basically me, her, and
Biscuit's a
like
cookie, right?
yeah, biscuits a cook.
Megan, we are Americans. Stop asking these stupid fucking questions on our podcast. We're fucking. You've done this like 3 weeks in a row. We are American. When you come on here, you can talk. Fuck. All right, sorry.
No, you're valid, honestly.
That is, I agree with you. I agree. I'm cool with that. We can just ignore her
just
question.
disrespectful, honestly.
Okay, so
It's a cookie.
you want to know the answer to the stupid fucking riddle? So it's a
Yeah.
chocolate bar, and they put jokes on insides of all the wrappers. So I can already tell you, I've seen this one a couple times. Why didn't the penguin jump off the iceberg? Because he got cold feet. I have seen this before.
I'm mad.
Yeah, the penguin jokes on the chocolate bars, like 90% of them are just like pure shite, and the other 10% of them are just bad.
You know what's good though? The jokes on the American popsicles. Those fucking they go fucking hard.
True.
You
Shout
goddamn
out
right, brother.
America.
That's that
Fucking-
good shit.
And the Snapple facts, those go hard too.
Yes.
I do.
Hell yeah.
I do have like a side question though, a cold one. You have you have some kind of like UK roots or something, right? Like your parents are from.
He's friends with Bodie.
Yeah, both my parents are born and raised in the UK.
You're one of those? Oh,
And are you?
no.
So were you? You were born
Damn.
in the U.S.
I
or
was born in the US, yeah.
and you've lived
Okay.
in the U.S. your entire life.
Yep.
Okay.
But you're
But your
not
family's
born
from
and
the
UK.
bred.
I have spent plenty of time in the UK. I know a lot about UK customs.
But you're not full-blooded like us.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just kidding, I'm
Steph
also
was
first
if Steph was a
generation.
club, like, with a nice 6-pack of Stella Troy, and like, give me like 3 of them. 3, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, lad, like, give me the 4th one. We're going down local. See my boy Derek down, like,
I mean,
Spoonsboro.
same, honestly.
Yeah.
How many of us do not do British accents when we get drunk? I mean, be
Yeah.
honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on.
I
you
could
have
generate
to.
like I could very much do a genuine one if I spent like another day or two and just like reassimilating myself with the culture. It's
That's all right.
the weirdest thing is like if you hung out with a family,
We don't want to
hear.
hear. We're going to manually
if you
disconnect
compare
you from
them-
this call if you start speaking British. So please.
No, I'm not going to.
Speaking
I'm just saying like
Thank you.
it's like weird if you spend enough time around a certain culture, you kind of customize yourself to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it's fair.
Both
Dude,
my
like,
parents, they've lived
Yeah.
here for like 30 years. And if they go to England, they sound American, but if they like over here, they sound English. It's weird.
So do your parents have like a hint of an accent still?
Yes.
Or
Very much so. You
And
can
I would-
vividly hear it.
yeah, and I bet when they're like in the United Kingdom, it's even more so. Because like when I pull up to in Virginia, Dungannon, Virginia, to like the family gathering where I still have like relatives, where I have relatives who are still fighting chickens to the death, my tone, my appearance, my voice, everything changes. Like,
oh, you're probably full in it.
yeah, I'm fully committed. Things change real quick, so it's I get it.
Damn. PJ and Ignoble are, I mean, sorry, not Ignoble. PJ and T-Pop are the only like real like Americans, huh?
I call when he's a feller, he's converted feller. I think.
Your parents are immigrants, okay, or something. Maybe your grandparents. I don't know. Ignoble,
have
don't
an
look
AR
surprised.
right
Still be a feller?
I just find it hilarious because like they tell you in like all the, cause we have like a lot of diversity and inclusion training. They're just like they make it very clear. It's like people when they ask you like Ignoble, are you American? It's like so you're American, right? So where are you from? And it's like, well, I'm from New Jersey. They're like, no, where are you really from?
I'm not brown, so I don't have that, but my
Do you
parents
wanna
have
be-
strong
do you,
accents.
like,
So
Let me ask you: do you want to be asked that, or would you rather just like not be asked that? Do you want to go down that road with people and explain that, or do you not?
I'd say for the most part, I don't care because I think for the people who ask that are genuinely curious about my background. They're not like actively trying to be racist or something, but I understand why it comes off as racist because you're just like are you trying to like by the way you're phrasing things, it sounds like you think that I'm not American even though I am, but like I know you don't mean that, but you just want to know like what my ethnicity is. So like I give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, no one's like actively trying to be really, really racist to me. So I'm just like, all right,
It
whatever.
is weird because like on one side of that, it could be somebody trying to confirm their bias for you, and then on the other side, it could be someone who's like genuinely just interested. So yeah, that makes
I
sense.
have a story about that. Oh man, I feel bad, but I don't know if I said this before, but a couple Thanksgivings ago, I went to one of my friends' place. We had a little Thanksgiving get together, and it was like mostly people of my ethnicity, mostly Indian people, and then one of these guys was dating a white girl. And I was on the couch like talking to her just for a little bit, and she was like, "Oh, like so what are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm American." And she was like, "Oh, no, I'm asking like what kind, like I know you're Indian, but like what kind of Indian are you, And I was like, I was just like, you know what? I'm not having this. I had diversity and inclusion training last week. I'm about to fucking drop it on this bitch. And I feel bad because she's a super sweet girl, but like I told her like, hey, I do not like it when you say that, that you are, putting me down and saying that I am not an American first, and that makes me feel like less of an American than you. And she's like, no, I'm so sorry. It's like my boyfriend he's Punjabis, but like, I want to know what kind of Indian background you're from. I want to know if you speak the same languages, stuff. And I was just like, nah, I ain't having it. And she was so sad. Like literally her boyfriend came out to the end of the night. He's like, dude, what the fuck did you do to her? She's literally crying. And I was just like, dude, but yeah, I feel bad, but like, I put her in her place. Like she obviously didn't mean it in a bad way, but that night I was on my demon time shit is all I'm gonna say.
that's fair. You're valid.
So
Yeah, no, it really just depends on the way they ask it, I guess.
yeah,
That's a good. Yeah, I feel like you can sense the energy. Like you're gonna know.
yeah. Yeah. I'd say 99% people aren't being racist. It's just it's just the way they're asking, like, hey, like, what's your background? You know, the very technical way of asking is like, what's your ethnicity? But then you're asking like, why do you want to know that? What does that mean to you? It's like, no, it's whatever.
How can I?
I don't think any of us
you?
have ever asked you that.
Thank you.
I thought you were
Papa.
Mexican this whole time, bro.
All right, T Papa, yeah.
I guess I wait. God damn it.
Dude, T-Papa's over here like, wait, you're Indian, bro?
I'm currently typing up the article on Pinterest. How T Papa got canceled.
Man, Zoe, I wanted to know your ethnicity because you said you're a first generation as well. What is your background?
I'm Argentinian.
Oh shit!
World
Congratulations!
Cup,
Yeah,
let's
GZ,
go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
shout out
football,
Messi.
football, yeah.
Yeah.
I won $500 on Messi. Let's go. That was
Damn.
huge.
Yeah, I don't care about sports, but it's cool. My mom like went and I was really sick the day of the World Cup, so I stayed home. But my mom went to like a restaurant with like a fuck ton of people. There were like 200 people there, like crammed in this tiny ass restaurant. They're like eating fucking empanadas and shit. And yeah, it was really cute. My mom sent me a bunch of videos. It was very sweet. It's cool. It's cool. I don't like think about it a lot, obviously, because I live in America. But
Right.
it is cool
It's pretty
sometimes.
sick, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. There's like a whole like the first generation people that they have their own cultural identity issues. That is just a huge thing to think about. That like
Oh yeah, because I feel like a lot of us see our like parents and stuff get discriminated against.
yeah.
So there is something in you that's like, I am American, you know, and you like kind of want to like back that up. But at the same time, we're like of that age, and a lot of us of that like political background where we don't really want to be that American. So it's like this weird middle ground. But
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I it's like, I mean, dude, I'm full Syrian. I don't have a single drop of American blood in my body, but I've been born and raised in this country, and I've spent my entire life here. So like,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's almost like it's like a effort that I have to make to like get in touch with my roots sometimes. Like I have to like kind of go out of my way to like learn things and like kind of like
yeah,
embrace my culture a little bit, because like I'm fucking American, you know. I consider myself American, but like, you know, people here think I'm, you know, they treat me like I'm the foreigner. I go there and I'm the foreigner over there. Like it's like, you know, you're kind of just all over the place.
Yeah,
you're in like a middle ground where you don't like feel fully in either one. You're like kind
Yeah,
of
you don't
Yeah.
fit
from
in.
both.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
forget what it's called, but it's cultural something. But like it's like a very
Yeah,
important
there's
thing
a
that a
term
lot of
for it.
first generation like Americans or first generation people of any wherever they move
Yeah.
to really feel that. And like I would say for me, like a lot of my friends that I've made growing up are also in that same boat, like first generation people of like whether Indian, Asian, like Middle Eastern, like they're all first generation because they all have the same like cultural identity issues that like I sort of resonated with growing up, because like I don't understand, you know, the feeling of like that other people who are like, you know, born who have like 3 generations of American blood in them. Like it's a very cultural, like going home versus school, so super different, you know, and it's just something that other people maybe never had to ever think about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, being patriotic in America is different. I feel like you should appreciate the good things and condemn the bad things, because there's a lot of things about America that I love, but there's also some very not good things about this country. So
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways,
All right. Back to RuneScape things.
Good topic.
it's better than Britain, though.
There's
Oh,
like,
sorry,
like
go on.
that's
damn,
the
I can't believe
actual,
that came
like-
from us complaining about Megan's question.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Megan. I'm just kidding. I love.
We
Megan.
don't hate you, but you know, you're
Megan
not
will
like
be on the podcast very soon. Last time I asked her, she gave me an answer that I will not read because she probably would be mad at me because she was impaired. So I'm going to leave that be. But she'll be on the podcast, surely.
Do we
Hopefully.
allow British people on the podcast?
Yeah, we had
We
Tom.
did one.
Oh, we
Yeah.
did have one.
Oh, I specifically skipped that one because I was, you know,
Listen,
Picking
the way I
against
see it is like, y'all just hate us because you ain't us, you know?
That's
Being
true.
British is superior.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's us now. Okay.
oh boy,
Yeah, that was interesting.
that's a.
I love the
that's something
banter.
to
The
say.
British American banter is hilarious. I mean, I see it as a joke. If you think it's serious, and you're fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't think anyone
Yeah,
actually
fuck 'em
takes it
all.
seriously. But I just want to say, you know, back-to-back World War champs, baby. Get the fuck out of here.
Back
eight
to
people
back
take a
World
serious-
There
War
goes
II.
Ignoble. He's always just got that one thing he says he's cast where I'm like, damn, he said it.
He gets away with this shit, dude. One time he Snapchatted me, he said I'm around 13 brown guys right now. I bet you're shaking. I was like, what the fuck, bro? What does that mean, bro? I was like, why'd you send me that, dude?
Ignoble gets away with stuff. I respect it.
Dude, snapping unhinged shit is one of my favorite things to do. It's like it's so much fun. If you get like a personal snap from me,
call
you know
myself
it's gonna be
dog.
some wild shit. Just
Truly outstanding. Okay,
Oh.
Chungus, I have a question. If you could delete one piece of content from the game, what would it be?
This is the question I ask everybody
better
on
say
every
Iron Man.
podcast. So who asked this?
Why Ace?
This is legit the question I ask everybody on every podcast. Like, this is my default question. If I could delete one piece of content out of the game, what would it be and why?
I know what he's gonna say.
Agility.
No, you don't, actually. It's not Agility, it's not Nightmare, it's not Nex, and it's not Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
It's
I thought
weird,
it was gonna be
yeah.
Iron Man.
I mean, Iron Man can kind of, like, be trickled down to it, but
Bank?
I don't know. It's like, hard to say. Because, like, where do you want to butterfly effect this? Like, there's a few things I'd like to delete out of the game, but it's like, what's, like, the big problem that caused a lot of things? Because I share a huge mindset with, like, a lot of other people where we believe, like, a lot of these very niche changes have kind of detracted, like, potential updates for the game itself. Where the traditional main account man mode of whoever does the most damage to a boss gets a drop kind of thing has been strayed away from for years now, and that's kind of what an MMO should be structured upon, and a lot of people have that belief and that ideology for a game like that. But old school RuneScape's majority isn't exactly that, and I just got so political with this, and I've realized, and I am so sorry. So let me back up. In
Goddamn
short,
liberals
what I'd like to get
want-
rid of. It would have to be like it does stem from Iron Man mode would be like the most extreme example of it, but more so like where the poll booth got taken. I guess like the futuristic sense of the poll booth in a way. Where back in the day it had the ideologies of the people who cared about the game and wanted to see its future grow, but wanted to see like, you know, everything that you could do in the game mean something, I guess in a way. Some people were more extremist and they were very vocal. Like, look, you can look at, like, you know, people with 200 mil all as an example. I'm not talking about them. But people just want to see, like, you know, hey, you get a fire cape, it means something and you're proud of it. It's not like a nothing accomplishment or something like that. But as soon as, like, the poll booth went too far and started giving people, like, control about everything that came into the game, you had drop tables like Nightmare and Nex where anyone who shows up, like somebody with a rune crossbow and ruby bolts and 80 range could just get a Torah plate body from your ass, and you're balling up there in max. And that's not the kind of drop table a lot of people want to see in an MMO. It becomes more of like a participation online game, which I guess is just kind of what RuneScape has turned into now, but we still play it anyway. You know? It's still healthy. It's still good. It's just I didn't want to see it to get taken in the same direction that a lot of other people are watching it just kind of fall into now. But
It's extremely
Makes sense.
it is a bit extremist, but I'm fine with where it is now. It is kind of like middle ground in a way. It's kind of drawn back to the main account sense. And it's very possible if a lot of changes that happened in 2014 didn't happen, the game might not exist today. It might just be gone. So I'm very much aware of that, but if I had to change anything, fucking, I don't want Iron Man mode coming to the game. It was a huge catalyst for shit happening. Let's be honest.
fuck Iron Man.
Yeah,
Fuck
'em.
Iron Man, dude. Can't stand them, bro.
It was good for like its resurgence and profitability, but fuck what it's done as far as like the game changes have gone. For real. It's been bad.
I wasn't around for it. I have no comment. I just enjoy what's been given to me, you know?
Yeah.
I have no
But
comment.
I will say the updates we've gotten in the past like 2 years have been really good. If you played like Guardians of the Rift, if you did like Howl's Sepulchre with a high enough agility level, if you did, what was the smithing mini game called?
Giant
Guardians
Foundry?
of the Smith. Yeah, that one.
Foundry.
Giant
Yeah.
Guardians
Foundry.
of the Smith.
I like
Guardians of the
I like
Smith.
Giant Foundry.
I don't know, like
That's actually a cool.
Their
name. I
updates
like
in the
that.
past like year or so, like
Yeah, they're good.
just overall, like all their
Temper
updates in the past year have just been good. So like the team
Everything
really
since
does
Temper
care.
Us
They're
has been
trying.
pretty
They're
decent.
definitely trying.
Even I
Yeah.
will talk big about Temperos. I talk shit about that minigame fishing boss thing, but it was a
Not bad.
good update. It was good.
It was good for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like shit. Like I played it, and I was like, you know what? I don't mind playing another game of this. Like, let's send a few more. And then like 3 hours passed by, and I got myself like 200k fishing experience. Like, well, shit. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
mind my
just-
time. Like it was good.
As a mini game, I think that they hit the nail on the head. Like it's perfect.
Hell
Fits
yeah.
landscape. So,
Yeah.
And having the like planks and jewelry for Iron Man, it's good. People have a reason to go there.
They've made a lot of good updates. They've made some bad updates, and at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
it's tough to please everybody. So I give them more slack than most people do, honestly.
Yeah. They're pleasing a big crowd of people, and when pleasing everybody is a physical impossibility, they're doing they're doing good to get as close to that as they possibly can.
yeah.
That is true.
I have a question from the Twitter thread that I'd like to ask. So, what are your favorite stream moments that do not involve achievements in the game? So we all
From
know
Ken,
you,
shout out Lemillion. He's a homie.
All right.
Sorry.
that is a question
So
from Mr.
Ken wasn't
Lemillion.
around. Ken
Sexy.
definitely wasn't around for this one. I don't think any of y'all were around for this one. This was me just being wasted off my ass for a stream, running to chambers, like back in the day when like very few people soloed it, and I was just drunk off my ass. I was up in the. I remember I was in the thieving room at the bank chest, and I had to get up for whatever reason. This is like when I was at the point of no return. I had no recollection of this clip, but thankfully someone took a clip of it so I could see it the next day. And I got up out of my chair, and where I used to live, we were renting a house from someone, and I was I was streaming in a loft area, so the roof was very close to it was close to my head. So I get up, and you could see it before it happened. If you were watching it, you could see exactly what was about to occur. I got up out of my chair and just smashed my head right into the fucking ceiling, and I just went, "Oh my fucking head!" and just kept moving about my day and just got about the chair and went to the bathroom. And just like the whole entire setup of how the clip went, I watch it back now and I'm like, God, I am such a fucking idiot in that clip.
Please link it.
But I'm not linking it. That's a secret one. We can watch that in private together after the fucking
fine.
podcast is done.
We have to
word.
watch it together. Fuck the
Sit the
viewers.
fuck down,
It was
viewers.
just like,
Fuck you,
honestly,
viewers.
sit the fuck down. Tier 10 in my OnlyFans Linktree bespoke post Raid Shadow Legends link in the description. If you
Seems
want
worth it
access.
to me.
Yeah. But even so, like, it's just the setup for it. Just I'm looking back at it, I'm like, I wish clips like weren't deleted because of like DMCA, because I'd like for it to just like be there for the
Yeah.
people that know how to find it, and it's not just like backed up on my hard drive, kind of thing. But that was like a very memorable moment because it was like when I had enough people like knew who I was, because I know Lake, like when I was talking to me, Puggin was talking to me. It was when I was starting to like spread my quote unquote stink around the community at this point, where enough people knew me. I was chatting with a few people. And I had like, anytime I went live, even if it was the same 3 people chatting, there was always people chatting. It was good. Just loved having people chatting. So
Could
that
we
would
ever-
definitely be like what I call one of my favorite stream moments is me smacking my head into my ceiling.
Could we ever see a return of the camera?
No. Back then was different because I didn't expect myself to like actually pursue this to be a consistent thing or be as quote unquote relevant as much as you want to define that as I am. And when I realized I started taking traction, I just shut it off because I wanted to keep a separation of my real life and my computer life. That's just how I want to be.
I respect that.
Yeah. I know there's like a few other people on the internet, like people you could just name, even just the RuneScape community that just have never used cam, and they just that's just how they want to do it, and that's kind of how I want to do it too.
Jokes on everybody
fair.
else. We get to see you in person, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do
you
know
guys
what you
can
look
see me
like.
because I know y'all, but I don't want to be like out at a brewery and
We have also
Have
seen his
gone-
penis, or Sorry.
Well, like three you have, but besides the point, I don't want like Gongle Chung 80 like coming up to me with Ru like, oh hey, you're cold one. I've seen you on like no. I just want to keep my real life and my work life separate. That's all.
That's fair. Have y'all ever been recognized in public?
Dude, all the time. I hate when I'm like out at the mall shopping and people come up and they're like, dude, like
I'm
you're
sure it happens
him."
all the time. No, that was a genuine question.
Is that Zoe
Michael.
Pancakes from Gillinor Games?
I've gotten recognized like it was someone who, but it's someone I already know. But then they re-recognize me as the streamer. So like
Okay.
kind of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So not really,
sick.
but it was still cool though. I felt cool.
My favorite story to share is that my
The one of-
sister's coworker knows you.
That's crazy.
Oh no.
That's my favorite. So
Damn.
I know, isn't that crazy? I share that like probably once a week. They're like, "Dang, you ever?" Because whenever someone asks, they're like, "Does anyone ever recognize you?" I'm like, "No," but there's this chick. Her name's Zoe Pancakes, and I tell the whole story. You know.
It's a good story. If you haven't heard it, rewatch some podcast. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rewatch
Some
the last one.
watch all the podcasts.
all-
If you've
Yeah.
listened to
Eventually
this
it'll
point
pop
of the podcast, you probably have listened to a lot of podcasts. So you probably heard the story before.
TLDR, my sister's coworker watches Zoe. So there you go.
There we go.
I know Zoe. I feel famous.
Damn.
Pretty cool.
That's
I wasn't
where-
asking that because I was being like, oh my god, T Papa's sister's friend recognized me. I really just wanted to know. I've never been like, no one's ever said anything to me
Must
in real
be
life.
nice.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like it'd be an absurd situation. I know people recognize like Tasty and shit.
My cousin who like when we were kids is where I got the name T Papa Slice. He was C Papa Slice, and he was playing League of Legends a couple weeks ago. I don't know, maybe like a month or two ago, and he said that someone on the other team or his team or whatever messaged and was like, "Is that T Papa?" Because he saw C Papa Slice. So that I got it. They saw C
Damn.
Papa Slice in League of Legends, but they
okay.
play League of Legends, so minus
Yeah,
points.
it doesn't count. Yeah.
I can relate with that. I've had multiple people recognize me in League of Legends before. Some of them talk shit. Some of them say, "Hey, you that guy." And then I remember, like very recently, like a few days ago, I was playing with like Mez. I was playing with Dirt Nerd, a couple people you guys know, and somebody just like typed an all chat in the enemy team, stick to RS, and then like 30 seconds later, I ended up getting a triple kill, and he was within that triple kill of people I knocked out. So
That is so
it felt kind of good.
funny.
Like the guy's talking shit, like he's talking some mud about my name, but then I knock his ass out real quick and let him know who the boss is.
That's huge.
Hey,
W.
fuck yeah. I
I
forget.
had a college friend.
Every so often.
I had a college friend text me that I hadn't talked to in years. Like, dude, I saw you in this YouTube video, and he sends me a picture on his phone as a Behemoth video.
Oh boy.
Why do so many people watch Behe videos?
Dude, people
Because
watch
it's easy, it's
Behemoth.
accessible, 10 minutes, you get the fill,
Yep.
like the best moments about every
It's
streamer.
the ESPN.
I mean, just like
it's
real
the
life
Sports
people that
Center
like
of
barely play
RuneScape for the day.
RuneScape.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's people
It's
that
that
haven't touched
good.
RuneScape in
And-
years. They just watch Behe.
Yeah,
Not
it's
even
like-
just that, even people who play, but just don't have the time for Twitch, you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I look at it because like for me it's like the news. Like I watch Behe not because I like am in love with him or like it's just kind of like it keeps me updated with streamers and like
Yeah, I
what's
feel like
happening
it
with
keeps
other
you updated.
streamers. Yeah, and I feel like that's how like the casual who like on my day off play some RuneScape. Like that's how they don't have time to like sit in streams all day and watch everybody, so they kind of use
That's
like
a quest
Behemoth
to
to stay
do.
like that's how they like stay in the loop, I guess, of like knowing like who's at what point in their progression.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So
I have a bit more of a refined palette. I'm more of an RS Chronicles kind of girl, but
Wow.
wow.
Now
We
that
get
those
it.
two
You're
are
friends with
competing,
Kim
are they
Q.
like
So,
do they still have the
you know
same
the fine works
viewership?
of John, the fine works of John MP4's editing.
I do. He pops off.
He's a fucking
No, I like
does.
Chronicles too. Chronicles is great. I
They're
just
both great.
I
feel
like
like
them
I'm a
both for
creature
different
I'm a-
reasons.
yeah, I'm a creature of habit though. That's why Behemoth I just watch it because I'm just used to watching it. I'm ready
not
for his
gonna
shitty
lie.
dad jokes and I'm ready for like the cringe edits. Like I'm ready.
I'm not gonna
ready to
lie,
take it
all
out.
the like moments channels, like Twitch clip channels, I've not watched either of them. I'm sorry, Kemp. I'm sorry, Behe. I love both y'all, but I ain't watched any of your shit in like months and months on end.
You don't need to. It's okay.
Yeah, I just
It's your
don't watch
job.
like YouTube that much like that.
That's fair.
True.
I
I
think
used to
it's
watch
cool.
Behe in the morning all the time, like in
Yeah.
the living room. I'd like drink my coffee and like catch up. But my mom started being like, "I hate that guy" every time I put it on. So now I don't watch
Oh.
Behe anymore.
Oh,
Good
It's
night,
my mom.
Elijah.
It's not me. I don't know what to tell you.
And I was gonna ask you, Cole. Do you remember the RS Moments channel, the one that had like 1 million subscribers? And then
Bro,
it got
the
shut
one
down.
that had titles like OSRS Drama, Tasty OSRS, Jagex OSRS.
Tasty wasn't even
New
streaming
Update
when that
OSRS.
account was out.
It had titles like that, just all caps. OSRS was basically every other word. Jagex New Update was thrown in like 2/3 of the way into the title, and it was very clickbaity titles and shit like that. With
Yeah,
crap
there was
edits.
it was a huge channel. It was massive, and it got shut down. It was
Yeah, 'cause
before Behemoth.
They
It
got
was the big one.
striked.
Yeah.
You couldn't monetize like, yeah, I'm just not doing
And
this.
I
I'm not
almost
good.
forgot that Behemoth. He like was probably like 70, 80. He had a bunch of subscribers on his first channel. And he got shut down, and he's on his new one. He's almost back to like 70 or 80,000. So
Yeah, because some bullshit with some guy he took on. It was,
persistence.
I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
How's the
I don't know
I,
his name.
now that there's two different, like, I mean, mainly RS Chronicles and Behe, is there like, Behe used to be the only person in that space, like, I thought, like, has his, like, viewership
no, there was
gone down?
so
He's
there
not the
was
pioneer.
people. There
He's
was
not the
people
okay.
before Behemoth who were doing it, but the difference was he had the genius idea of asking for permission for people to use the clips. That way he wouldn't get in strike for it. Because there was tons of channels before Behemoth that were huge. That's what I was talking to Colwyn about. Like, and he said like they would have these ridiculous titles. Every thumbnail was Bodhi or Foe or MMORPG. Like every single thumbnail was like the same fucking stream or some clickbait title, and they're getting like hundreds of thousands of views. And then they all got shut down, and then Behemoth like slowly started creeping in, but he was good to go because of the copyright thing. But then he got struck for something else, and now he's I think he got struck because the content wasn't original enough. He wasn't doing enough like commentating and like edits. And then
Yeah,
he
some
made the
stuff,
new
right?
channel. Yeah, and then he made his new channel now where he obviously talks a lot more, makes a lot more jokes, and does more editing. And now he's become what he is
Yeah,
now.
he got more like integrated into the community as a person rather than just like a YouTube channel. Like you see him pop into the stream chat, and you're like, "Oh, what's up, man?"
Yeah.
Hey, yo, the boy Behe. So
Yeah.
He's a homie.
He doesn't pay us anymore either. Fuck you, Beeman. Give me my $50, bro. You've ran like 30 clips now, man. It's time to pay up.
like time to pay the piper. I don't think he's
Look
like
at my
the thing is,
50,
like, I don't
man.
have clips to give him. Like we don't make clips in my fucking neck of the woods.
You
We
know,
just
I-
gotta like just vibe out and just chill.
I love the
Like
like.
ain't nobody clipping like stuff out of the context or anything like that. Like you might see an Assess stream or Hamsy stream or some shit. Like we're just vibing, just hanging out.
I feel like the thing with Behe is like, I guess now that we've all been streaming for a little while, it's like we're a little desensitized to like a clip being used. But like I remember just like the very first time you get like a Behe clip, it was like, oh my god, like Behe knows
I made
me.
it,
Other
yeah.
people saw me.
Yeah.
I made it as
Behe
a
clip
streamer.
was?
It's
Yeah.
just like,
It's really good for exposure. It's crazy. I know I was like kind of talking
yeah.
shit before. I don't mean it like he's not a good person. I just think it's funny that my mom doesn't like him. But like, but yeah, I mean the amount of people that like have gained exposure from clips and whatever. And yeah, he does the channel in a very respectful way. I think it's great.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What
not
was
gonna.
your
I'm
guys'
not mad
first-
about it.
Do you guys remember what your first Behe clip ever was?
No,
I
I
don't.
think mine was me getting my fire cape on leagues.
Mine was me. I was I'd got a drop from Zora, and I was like ranting about how my main account. I was just like talking shit about Iron Man. I don't fucking know what it was. It was something
Good.
cringe.
Fuck
People
'em.
were probably angry about it. I was like yelling at my shitty distorted Blue Yeti microphone. It was a long time
Yeti.
ago, but he likes me. Like now it's when I see him put stuff on. I'm like, why did he put that on there? Some clip I have with like 30 views. I'm like, why did
I
he?
know, it's
Where did
so
he even
random.
Where did he even get that clip at, bro? So I mean, shout out to Behemoth because he's definitely put me on for sure. Like,
Yeah.
because some of my clips don't have a lot of views that he puts on there. I think he's just creeping through my channel looking for something funny.
Yep.
please tell me he's like the clip where you just like a Zarbus be like, take raid, go and raid, and be good raid, and have raid on drop and drop raid and drop to get good raid. Raid
I
is
think
good
he
and do a
might
drop.
have.
Please,
I think he
tell me
might have put that
used
in there. Did he? He did put that in there, didn't he?
Ain't no fucking shot, because fucking
I'm pretty
just
sure he
Mike Wiz
did.
gave it to me. Like, we have a channel in my Discord called Stroke Title, where shit just had just get fucking dropped in there.
I'm pretty sure he put that
That's
in
what I
his
saw.
video. I'm pretty sure he put that
I
in
have
his
I have
video.
a confession about my first Behe clip.
Let's hear it.
What is
You
it?
asked
So,
him.
I knew how like I was just like, oh, he's just filtering by. I just started streaming like, oh, this I want to get on this YouTube channel, and I was just like, oh, he's just filtering by like most viewed clips of the day. So I took this one clip where I killed Galvik and I just fucking view botted it, and then since it had a zillion views, I sent it to him like it was a cool clip, and that was my first clip on V.
I know
You
what clip
know
you're
how the shit
talking
works.
about.
Fucking
No
played the
way,
game.
dude, Papa.
Wow.
believe you
He
view-botted.
disconnected himself from you.
And I did it for a while. I probably did that for like 5 clips. I just kind of like boosted him a little bit, so they're higher up in the algo, and they got or higher up in the how many
Did
views?
you use a
and just
service
got
or
them
you
on
just
How much
keep-
does that cost?
like you want to know like the lowdown? How
Yeah,
easy
give
it
me
is?
the lowdown.
All right, so like I just pulled the clip, and then I got like a Google Chrome tab refresher that would like pop every like 15 minutes, and I would just go to bed. It would count as views. And that's like my first 5 clips on Behe, or there's these shitty clips that I thought like might be funny on Behe that I view botted.
Dude, you used to show
You
that
are the
Galvik clip
example.
all the time.
Fake it till you make it. And it works.
Honestly, I respect it. Like, that's
I do
actually,
too. Yeah.
That's
You
a
didn't pay a
hustle.
service. You didn't pay a service. You did it
No,
No,
yourself.
you just
so I actually
refresh the
respect it.
tab.
No, I
refresh
just
the tab.
downloaded a free Chrome plugin. I've never told anyone this, dude.
You
It's pretty
fucking
embarrassing. I'm
hustled
not gonna
your
lie.
Same
Yeah.
thing is,
If that were me, I'd take it to the grave. I'm just
refreshing.
gonna be honest for a sec.
I would tell you. I
could
would
not
tell
have
you guys
paid to
when
get
I'm
that out of
drunk,
me.
but I wouldn't say it on a podcast probably.
No, for sure.
Dude, imagine being at a party and like all of a sudden T-Papa pulls you off to the side, like, so can I tell you something?
Dude, if I was at a party and T-Papa told me that, I would lose my mind. That would be the funniest thing anyone's ever pulled me aside at a party to tell me by far.
You
By
promise?
a landslide.
You promise you won't think differently of me if I tell you something?
Just go to my channel,
in one
dude.
hand, arm
Hey,
around you.
honestly,
I can tell you anything, right?
it was it brought somebody to your
So
channel. Probably it's
specific,
definitely worth it because
Dude, the issue is it works, of course. So I didn't want to not do it, and then I just
Yeah.
started getting like, I think like once I got like 1 or 2 natural clips on Behe, I was like, all right, I just need to stop being a bitch and just go do it. Just be a better streamer.
Just
And I
do
have
cool
not
shit.
done it since. That was it was
yeah.
a long time ago. It worked though. So
Yeah, we
It has
definitely-
900 views.
Is it the Galvik clip? Is it the Galvik clip? Yeah.
Sit,
Yeah.
Galvik.
Yeah,
Oh
if
my
you go to my
gosh.
channel, you can go see that. And for the longest time, well, so what I messed up was my first video. That I did this to, I did it way too many views. I set the refresh way too high, and I woke up the next day and I looked, and my clip was the #1 in the category, and it was just me killing Galvik. Like there was nothing, and I was like a 2-3 viewer Andy at the time. Like it was just like, and I was just #1. I was like, all right, we gotta scale it back, and then I was like trying to get clips in there that had like 30 views, 20 views, so it was a little bit more, not obvious.
Bro.
Cannot believe that clip has
I'll
900
say that, dude. The
views.
behemoth liking you is definitely important. If he fucks with you, he's more apt to put you on the programming. So
Yep.
having a good relationship with him
I
is
really
good.
want to tell him this story. Like
You should.
You should.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
Honestly, and we've talked about it before. Like at some point, we definitely should get him on the podcast. He'd be fun
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk to.
Oh,
It'd
yeah,
be a
we
good
gotta-
I'll
conversation.
tell him when we get
dude,
him
that
on.
would be so great to have him on.
Yeah.
I love that.
He'd be down.
He's a good one.
Dude,
And he's
that's-
Australian time zone, so we can make it'll be like a normal time for him, and we can
True.
be DJing
Yeah.
for us. So, yeah, one day.
Oh my
That's
god,
so
dude!
good.
Remember that one time we all went like super out of our chili, and we like did it at like 10:30 p.m. It was like the biggest thing for us. Like, to
Who did we
the
do it
podcast
for?
2 hours earlier.
Yeah, except y'all didn't fucking tell anybody.
Oh yeah, true.
What are we talking about?
Like last week or whatever when we started like 2 hours early.
Oh, we
Yeah.
started 1 hour early. We tried to start 2 hours
No,
early.
2 hours early.
It was-
Well,
Yeah,
like
I
Noble
think
and I
so.
were in the
Not being
call
on
2 hours
time.
early for the record. Just
Yes.
saying.
You were there.
Ended up not being on
You
time.
guys were on
We were
time.
on
I was
time.
not on time because I was trying to make Nick money. Actually, we did make Nick money, and
No,
we
that's
pissed him
valid.
off. So
Good shit.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was my
mad
fault.
anymore. I
That
swear.
was my
Yeah,
fault.
as long as you made money.
sorry.
But also, at the time, I was.
And I
unhappy
gave
with the
money,
situation.
some money because I felt bad.
Thank you.
Anyway, do you guys want to do the Twitter workshop, or is there any more on here?
I'm down to move to Twitter workshop.
I'm
I
on.
think the rest of these have already been answered.
Yeah.
I think we touched a lot of them.
Twitter
Wait.
workshop.
This one's good.
What?
Can we hit the associate producer real quick?
Oh yeah, what did Greg say?
Just a quick one for
Oh,
everybody.
and we have to do the question.
Oh yeah, we didn't even do.
Yeah.
Oh, you brought it up. You got to say it.
For
Oh,
everyone.
man.
Wait, let me ask this first. For everyone, who are you most likely to grab a cold one with after a long stream that's on the cast currently? We'll go in order, I guess.
Seth. I already got my pick.
That's the only reason I ask.
I'm going Seth too. I think it's just kind of a
Really?
seems like a cold one guy.
Now it's going to look like I asked this question on purpose, which I did. So
Yeah, it's
continue.
you for me too. If T Papa drank, I think it'd be T Papa, but it's
Yeah.
you, Seth.
I'm gonna go against the grain and say fuck
Okay.
President Joe. But I've had the chance to go out with Hamzy, and I am 100%. I would do that again.
Yeah, I feel like me and Ignoble will just be sitting at the bar getting fucked up together.
You guys are a
anyway.
match made in heaven, honestly.
We kind of are, man.
Dude, I feel like if me and Hamzy live like really close to each other, we'd definitely go out together and just have a great
Oh,
fucking time.
100%, dude. 100%, man.
These guys would win the cutest couple in a high school yearbook.
Absolutely.
True, yeah.
I'd also love to grab a cold one with a cold one.
That too.
We'll see that
That's
in
valid,
like,
to be fair.
Yo, come down to base fucking Tennessee.
Yeah, I will. I would definitely go with the cold one. I'm gonna go with the cold one because we actually have just had a beer at a bar, just chilling. Like he was like mining amethyst on his hardcore Ironman, and we were just drinking and hanging out. It was a good.
Bro, too soon.
It was a good time. But if I had, it was like a glass of wine. You know, like a little crazy. That probably was. If it was wine,
I would-
glass of wine,
I would-
you know, gossip a little bit.
I would take Zoe for wine. I think she seems like the perfect person
Wine and
for that.
goss.
Yeah, a little gossip.
Love a good goss.
Like a little alleyway, like little wine bar. I can.
Hell yeah.
We pull that off.
Yeah.
All right,
I could
Papa.
really grab a drink with any of you guys.
I was gonna say it's a hard question.
Yeah.
I could one on one with any of
It's
you
a
guys.
bit- it's
I
a
just
bit
went with
loaded.
gut instinct, you know.
Yeah.
Loaded. Thank you.
Yeah.
guys.
All right,
Papa,
T Papa, it's your turn.
rip it.
Oh, a cold one. You have to Eiffel Tower random girl with one person from this call.
Okay.
Who is it?
Or guy.
Yeah.
One of the dudes from this call, obviously. All right.
You
I
can
want
pick
nobody. I
somebody-
want nobody getting mad.
It could be anybody. That it
Well,
doesn't have
obviously,
like.
like we're talking about the other side of the Eiffel Tower. I don't think Zoe's pulling up on the other side.
Zoe could strap
like that.
up.
Yeah, Zoe can
she
strap
can-
on.
yeah,
It's-
Zoe's
it's-
she's an
You've been
option.
picked
It's,
before.
it's
Listen, we're not about to all just peg Lopsy real quick, okay?
bro, I stay strapped. What the hell?
It's about the vibe. It doesn't have to be like like she can pull her
Okay,
weight with a
if I
strap
had to
on.
pick someone out of just being like in a bro style moment, like a couple drinks deep. If I had to pick out of the five of us, I'd pick Hamzy to be the other side of the Eiffel Tower straight up.
Excellent choice.
He's been winning lately.
I think he would be the perfect pair on the
I don't
opposite
have you
side
on
of one.
anymore.
Excellent choice.
Finally, dude. That's the
Interesting.
first one.
It is. I thought you got the last one. No, Noble got the last one.
No, dude.
I stole it
You
out of
deserve
him.
it, Hamzy. You really do deserve it.
Sinferno said me, and then someone said something to dive. Like they asked, like she had said me, and then someone said something. Well, what about? And then they made her change her answer.
Too ignoble.
Yes, to
The base
ignore.
India, the base India team up. I think.
I
is
got
right.
yeah. I consider that like that got taken from me, but this is my first indisputed dub.
Okay.
Yeah, you won.
Okay.
You're valid, you know.
Okay.
And honestly, I mean, if she's
Congratulations.
50 years old, it's going to be a good time. So.
Hamzy's experience.
I'm pushing 50 at this point, so I
You're
mean,
both experienced. That's crazy.
God damn. All right.
All right, I don't have
Workshop?
anything else on here.
Let's
Yeah,
get
if
to
you wanna move
workshop.
on.
Who's
Everything
got
else
some
was
good
there.
shit this week?
Chungus, did you prepare any tweets?
Huh? No.
Do you know what our Twitter workshop is?
You can think of one while we do ours if you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
just tweeting something incredibly vile and just out of the fucking woodwork to let people know, like, hey, today's podcast just happened.
No. It's
Is that what you
absolute
think we're doing?
fire.
That's what base fucking Twitter workshop is, from what I've seen in the past.
You're just reading.
No.
We
These
put a
are-
lot of thought and
Yeah.
care into these.
What
I'm
These
a
are
little
works
offended.
of art. Okay,
Yeah.
This is a
They're
workshop.
statements on society.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Yeah.
go on.
we are
Okay.
inputting our thoughts from our brains into the universe at 4 a.m.
We're being
As a unit.
vulnerable.
Mm.
Yeah.
Man, I got so much fucking yeast infection. I want to make some bread right now.
Bro, that one was all Hamzy, I think.
Would you like to
Or
explain
Noble?
that?
That was one of
Zeldy's.
my viewers sent that to me, and
How many
that was
likes did
for-
you get?
That was for Zoe's.
Yeah, he let me tweet it. It went to the moon, honestly.
That one blew up.
It went
Yeah,
to the
it went to the
moon, but like
Swifty,
it went
that
to
was
the
a good
dark
one.
side of the moon, is what it did.
That's still the moon, baby.
It's true, honestly.
If you think of
You gonna
anything, you
tell
let
me?
us know. We can go though. Who's
Yeah,
got something?
we like to workshop some stuff.
I have two really bad ones.
Okay.
That's what the workshop is for.
So I don't think
I
Zoe's
said-
ever opened up. This is good.
Yeah, well,
We're going first.
I thought about this one last week, and I don't think it's funny. I just think it's true, and I feel passionate about it. Okay, so last week after the Seder cast, I drafted mushrooms are like running a Taz bot on a happiness speed run. Just think it's true. Okay.
What's a Taz bot?
A
Tool-assisted speedrun.
speed run? Damn, y'all really don't watch Carl Jobson at shows.
Yeah,
Anyways,
some of y'all just don't fucking watch speedruns and it shows.
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm
Anyways,
more of a walking pace type guy.
What's-
I
Other
also
one?
drafted earlier when we were talking. I can't believe they nerfed Four Locos, but I just feel like we need to
Oh my
workshop
God.
that one a little bit.
No,
That-
no. I mean,
That's
it's
perfect.
something
That's
there for
honestly
sure.
perfect.
I
There's
should have
something
thought of
there.
that. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
There's something
by
there.
itself, it's a
That was yours,
powerful
Hamzy.
statement. It resonates with a lot of people, so I feel like a lot of people are going to click the heart on that.
But do we want to
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
like pre like do we want to say like the term pre-nerf? Like I feel like pre-nerf is
Dude,
like
I have like some like drafts of tweet ideas, but like all of them are just like you look at it and you just be like, okay, boomer, shut up. But
See, I
the
like
Four
that,
Loco
though.
thing is included in it. Like some of
You could
y'all
say,
have just like some of y'all have never drank a pre-nerf Four Loco or gotten into a
Damn.
fucking Halo 2 Xbox lobby, and it really shows. And that's like you grew up in like the early 2000s, late 2000s, like kind of era, and it's just like you look at it and be like, okay, boomer, shut up.
I
if
got
they
it. I
didn't
got it.
nerf for
So you
Loco, I
could say
would have gotten
something
my
like
PhD.
Four Locos.
I got it.
Don't
If
hit
she
the
hasn't
same
drank
way
a pre-nerf,
post-nerf.
sorry.
I
I'm so
just
sorry. I
heard-
completely. I just got so excited. Go
No,
ahead,
no,
Hamzy. What'd you say?
send it.
It sounds like the best tweet ever.
One of you
I
guys
was just
gotta
gonna
go.
say, if she hasn't drank a pre-nerf Four Loco, she's too young for you, bro.
Oh my god, that is
So true.
That is fire. Holy
That actually
shit.
is.
That is
Yeah.
so
If she
good.
doesn't
Meta,
remember,
you bring it back some meta there too. That's good. Even that term.
I love
you
it. I
know,
love
for
it.
you.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, everybody.
Oh,
Nice
you
job.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
I'll go next.
Uh,
All right,
Probably not
go
gonna be
for
good
it.
though.
What you got?
I have a couple here. I'm gonna save maybe some of these for next week, so I don't have to think of any other stupid ones. What? Dude, I have so many actually. I forgot. I wrote a lot of these up when I was drunk.
one tweet per.
I'm gonna do. I'll read a couple. We'll read a couple of these. The first one I have here is camping is like being briefly Amish.
I love
You're not
it.
wrong.
I love
And
it.
then my other one is a reindeer is just a gay moose.
I love them both. I really love them both.
I like a seasonal one.
It's festive. It's seasonal.
Yeah, the festive
Seasonal.
one is
Yeah.
kind of hilarious. I like that one.
It's seasonal. The seasonal is also is great. You know. That's,
Okay. All right. I'll save the rest for next week. I have like 5.
All right.
No
I'll-
job. You make better tweets. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it works, dude.
More time to think about this dumb shit.
All right, I got I'll go next. This one's I guess a little more topical. What do you mean you're raiding with other men? I don't care if you need a team to tob. Call a cold one and start learning solo.
Don't fucking let me answer this, man. I ain't fucking charging. I ain't charging cheap. Like, my shit ain't free.
Okay.
Oh man.
That one
Alright.
didn't really incite anything in me.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't bring anything out of me.
I'll keep
It's a
that.
I don't think-
workshop, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't think
Right, we
people will
build
like
on
this. I don't think people are gonna like this, but I got girls who drive drunk got the best pussy.
Fire.
It's a fucking base podcast.
Dude,
like we just ended the podcast.
That's gonna
thing
get
right
like
there.
8 likes, and it's just gonna be us. But I'm gonna love it either way.
But I'm gonna love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either it's gonna get 8 likes, or we're gonna wake up tomorrow. It has 80,000 likes, and your Twitter's suspended.
I'm gonna love it like it's my own kid. Okay. You tweet
Dude,
that.
I'm coming off of like a thank you guys for the 36-hour like donation charity stream for like girls who drive drunk.
Yeah, I understand that.
The dichotomy of man. Honestly, you love to see it.
All right. I got one that's really bad. It's not that good. But before I read it, I'd like to preface that I had a heater, okay, without any of your guys' help. All right. We put out the
How many
heater.
likes?
204. I dominated.
Wow.
Okay, it was
Let's go.
excellent.
World
Keep up with that.
domination.
Yeah.
I think,
so-
by the way, I was gonna say for the workshops, we should have for the next episode, have the tweet of the week. Whoever had the most likes should have a tweet of the week.
Ooh,
Champ.
from last week.
I like
Wait, this-
that.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put Shippo Sunday up for the running every single time because I've been knocking off that shit recently. Shippo Sunday's been really good.
Shippo Sunday and Schizo Sunday always pop off.
All right, you ready?
I skipped Shippo Sunday this week, but like for 3 weeks in a row, Shippo Sunday was off the fucking chain.
I'm gonna. I don't know if this is just a question I put up or if I make it a poll, but would you rather jerk off a gorilla or let a gorilla jerk off you?
That's a poll for sure.
One of those has a lot
That's a
less work
poll.
than the other.
Would you
What
rather
do you
jerk
got?
off a gorilla or
I'm
let it?
definitely jerking off a gorilla. I know how strong a gorilla is. I would like to have my cock.
Bro,
pressed
my
on.
cock would be ripped off and thrown on the other side of the room.
Yeah, bro. It's a fucking gorilla.
All right, I got you.
Are you doing it in a poll?
Yeah.
You don't even have to pay for that, dude.
Ham, did you have another one or no?
Oh, that was it.
Okay. You can send
I
that.
come with one, man. Just
Yeah,
one.
That's fair. That's all you need.
I'll put
Man,
mine
Chunks,
aside for
anything
this
come to
week.
mind?
You want the camping one, Ignoble? You want to steal that? I'm not going to use it.
Was it
First
camping
one.
one?
It was wait, let me say.
Camping is like being Amish for a day.
It was camping is like being briefly Amish.
You could say camping is like microdosing being Amish.
What's like the acceptable like poll length? I have 2 days. Is that good?
1 day.
Make it a year.
24 hours.
Just never
24
ending.
hours?
They can never see the
Never ending.
results.
Yearly reminder to vote in the poll.
Yeah, 24 hours is good.
I'm ready to tweet. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm
Or
ready.
does someone else have to go?
Chungus, you got anything?
I got mine's gonna be a wait. Should I add an emoji to the a reindeer is just a gay moose? Should I add emoji?
Please put a rainbow at the end.
Let's
No.
put a rainbow
rainbow?
emoji or
Okay.
red circle emoji. One
Or
of
you
the
could
two.
put like the girl with her hands out, like
That works too.
Like just the rainbow, like over like that kind of rainbow right there.
yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's so good.
All right.
Excellent. All right, send it.
I feel like,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, I
I
see.
still need mine in there. Hang on. I gotta think of
Oh.
a good one, like a
I sent-
decent
I
like
sent
ship,
mine.
a decent ship posting heater.
I'm waiting for Chungus because I'm a.
Zoe's got like the best one. I feel like I ain't topping that. Like that fucking
You-
hits.
I
That's a
don't
good
know.
one.
You could top it.
That's a very good one.
It's not
Yeah.
too late.
That's a diffy. I'm gonna need a second to think about this.
I'm so sorry. I hit the tweet button and I can't delete it. It's just cringe to delete it.
No, you gotta let it go
Yeah,
now.
that's fair,
you
that's
you
fair.
gotta like just
I ripped it
faster.
too. I'm gonna go like y'all's while we
I
wait.
I did
Alright.
mine already.
I'll
I-
send it.
I have a draft from a while ago, which is shit. Fuck. Where'd it go? God damn, okay, I can't
Holding?
find it
I'm
anymore.
waiting.
God damn.
I'm
Oh no.
holding.
Okay. She was a 10 out of 10 till I followed her on Twitter and it's just like sad face.
Okay then.
All right, okay. Today I'm
That
just
sounds
not
like
hitting.
an
I'm
average
putting
noble
these
tweet.
away. All right. I didn't say anything. Goodbye.
We save that for later. We modify it another time.
All right.
I think Ignoble should start catching some heat for these shitty tweets, bro. Enough about
Yeah,
me, dude.
I agree, actually.
I did a 200 like unworkshopped tweet this week. Like, come on. I think I'm out of the doghouse.
You really
Ignoble's the
feeling it,
new-
huh?
Yeah.
You're not putting me in there, buddy.
Yeah, there's the stigma.
Bro,
of
after the
T-Papa.
two things that
Wait,
Ignoble just
wait,
read,
okay.
come on, man.
T-Papa,
I'm not
you're
gonna let
always
you out of the doghouse because of the other shit that you tweeted, bro. If you know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, we'll put some receipts here. All right.
Whoa,
At
those
this
were
point, you're
tweeted.
never getting out, man.
You deleted that?
Dude, it's already in place.
Wait, which one? The one I
No,
deleted. You know about the one that I deleted.
No. Would you rather find out that your mom's pussy was mid or that it was fire?
Oh,
Why would you
dude.
tweet that?
That's a
Bro,
fuck.
nobody
Okay.
liked that, dude.
Tweet.
You
Tasty thought it was so good when I read it, dude. He gave me like the oh my god, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard, and then just fucking flat, dude.
you
Just
deserve to be in the
fell
doghouse
flat.
forever, based just because of that tweet. Like you can't ever come out because of that.
I was
I
led
liked it.
astray, dude. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Dude, I love Greg's response. Well, there it is. The dumbest fucking thing I've ever read.
Amazing.
I liked it, man. I don't know,
All right.
man. I
I could definitely use some building.
T-Papa posts,
Let's
man.
go. Let's
Thank you.
workshop.
Okay. So mine could definitely use some building or like some like restructuring, I guess, but still convey the same idea. There's no time like a family gathering to make you realize that you really are an alcoholic.
Damn.
It needs some structuring around that.
Yeah.
A little
We chop
too
some
It does,
words
it
off
does.
that.
Yeah, it gets a bit real, but like it needs to be
Way
like
too true.
relatable, but also like kind of haha in a way, like oh yeah, it's kind of funny. Like yeah, that's
Yeah.
me, but like I can laugh at that.
Family makes me realize I'm not an alcoholic. Less
Okay.
word.
The opposite point.
Oh, then you switch that around.
No, it's like
No,
we
no,
get
no.
together and we all just like fucking drink our brains out.
Wait, but I like what you were going with there because I felt you were going for the I'm not an alcoholic, like I need the alcohol to survive my family, you know?
Yes, exactly that. Not I'm an alcoholic. Like oh, my family's made me realize like I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Like no, we get together. We can't stand each other, so we drink to stand each other.
God,
kinda
there's
thing.
something good here. What is it?
Yeah.
Alcohol, the only thing that makes my family tolerable.
That's a good
It's
one.
kinda
We can
dark.
build with that. We can build
Not
with
an
kinda
that.
dark.
alcoholic. I'm
We
just
can
hanging
lighten
out
Yeah,
with
way
my
too true.
family.
Yeah, that
That's
one's a little
good.
too true.
That's
I'm not
good.
an alcoholic. I'm just spending time with my family.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I
I
love
like
it.
that. I like
Just
that.
remember who
That's
helped
good.
workshop that shit, dude. Ignoble's on the hot seat, bro. That's all I'm saying, dude.
All right, bro.
That was
All right.
great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Excellent work.
Papa.
I'm just
We'll
spending
fight over this.
time with my family again.
That is
choice.
beautiful.
There we go.
I'm about
Did
to
you
die.
eat it?
We've hit that send. We've hit the send button.
Me too.
All
I've
right.
hit the wall, man.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Chungus, any last
Let's
words?
fucking
What do you got
go.
to say?
Any last words? What you got to say? What, you gonna kill me now or something?
Yeah, we're gonna kill you.
Yep.
What's your
Oh,
last
thank
word?
thank fucking God.
End it right there.
Okay, last word.